This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode for the week, the FanDuel stage. Here from Media Row at Super Bowl 57. Thursday, February 9th starts now.
Football!
He is certainly cooking. We just legitimately 6 seconds ago just got done with a conversation with Sean Payton, who was on Up and Adams this morning. We got a chance to chit-chat with him and congratulate him on being a new Denver Broncos.
Yeah!
There he is. Woo! Big hands.
Go Broncos, huh? What?
Hey,
what? Let's ride. What?
Let's ride. Okay.
All right, we'll change it.
All right.
Hey, there's a horse sound we were thinking about.
Okay.
There
we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buckle.
Need to use that at the end of every interview now.
Wow, that building.
All right, buck 'em.
They got it right.
Hey, congrats, Coach.
There you go,
Awesome.
Coach.
Wait, is that a play on?
I believe fuck 'em. Can you hear?
Something just
My
happened.
ears just went out, yeah.
Yep.
I cannot hear a thing.
All right, I can hear you guys. I
Okay.
can hear me. You guys cannot hear me right now?
No.
I'm back.
Can't hear.
Can you hear me? I can't hear
Okay,
you.
we're
I
back.
can't
We're back.
hear you,
we're back.
AJ.
Here we go. We're
My
back.
mic's not on.
Yeah, you are a little bit.
Okay,
maybe
good. I'm
speak-
good. I'm
Maybe
good to
be
go
a little
now.
bit of an alpha male.
A little bass in there.
Why don't you add a little bass to the voice? We just got a chance to talk to Sean Payton, and we just learned what next year's
You're right, guys.
Unbelievable.
motto is.
Perfect.
The whole crew is here. The Talks the Table at Ty Schmidt, at Boston Connor. One half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys 10 digs. Had a hammer down yesterday live from here.
Dude, it was awesome.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Go,
baby
Tony.
Don't think you're able to do one today because us doing it yesterday blew out some wires and a computer because we had a FaceTime.
That's right.
Hey, hashtag bucket.
Hashtag buck, yeah, dude. Hashtag in the trenches, AQ Shipley. How you doing, pal?
Great, man.
And obviously, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, AJ Hawk is here. Hot start here. Big shout out to FanDuel, obviously, for flipping the stage from K. Adams' show to our show in a mere 6 to 7 minutes. They were playing. They're playing a form of beer pong into goldfish things.
Tough.
And Sean Payton, you could see his competitive juices because as the clock was ticking down, he was starting to take some leniences on the rules. He was starting to throw multiple ping pong balls, trying to get it out there. Sean was electrifying here, wasn't he?
He's awesome. Oh, yeah. Pulling for the Broncos now because of that.
We just learned that
He's awesome.
AJ Hawk was going to be a New Orleans Saint. Breaking news. So the Houston Texans were supposed to take Reggie Bush, and then the number 2 overall pick was going to be the Saints. They were going to take AJ Hawk. Instead,
Mario
Williams.
no. I'm trying to think of the GM. He got fired for it.
Where?
At the Houston Texans.
Charlie
Casserly.
He didn't get fired.
Charlie Casserly, he did for this later, inevitably. Charlie Casserly goes with Mario Williams because Peyton Manning is in the division. He said, I'm trying to stop Peyton Manning. I'm not trying to outscore Peyton Manning. So he drafts Mario Williams out of nowhere. Reggie Bush then becomes a Saint. And then A.J. Hawk falls all the way to 5.
Wow. Top
Dropping.
Wow. Supposed to go number 2, ends up at 5. We just learned that just moments ago. Breaking news. A.J. Hawk was supposed to be a Saint.
My God. Number 2.
What could have been?
Worked out for
You're going to be
everybody.
the number 2 overall pick.
You would have been best friends with Drew freaking Brees, dude.
I mean, I would have had some stock in Advocare and Planet Smoothie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Planet Smoothie
It's
or Smoothie King?
King, asshole.
King.
Thank you for
We're having
for
a moment here. We
helping
don't
me.
need to asshole
All right,
him.
I'm sorry.
Even though your voice is, but
It
congratulations.
is back.
And
And you
now-
probably own a pickleball team, too.
Oh, no. You're right. What could have been?
Well, we've been offered a pickleball team, I do believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have been.
Let's go.
I think there's 20% stake available in one particular team.
Holy shit.
I've been doing my due diligence on the team to see if it's a team that we would like. Seems like a team I think we would like.
All the players we could cut.
How
right?
many are
We
on
would
a
play.
team, though?
I don't know if we're going to make the team, boys. This ain't a Jackie Moon situation. I believe it'll. I mean, maybe Ty. If you get that backhand to be able to do what it's been doing for a large portion of this week, I mean, why not see you out there on the? I'm not giving away the team name,
Okay.
but
Okay.
Smart.
they got some dogs out there.
Do they?
Is the team name changing, perhaps? Or?
Great name.
Okay, cool.
Great name. Everything about it is good. We've been a lot of pickleball community being very nice to us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, they
Hey,
are.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
welcoming
you.
us.
Thank
Love your
you,
sport.
Pickleball. Love you,
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Love your sport. We're learning new rules every single day and learning new tactics. Watching the highlights, they get right up there
They do.
Yeah, and then
in the
just-
kitchen. They just work in the kitchen. And I think that's why it's so expensive, some of these paddles, because of how light they are. Because you got to be.
It's
Yeah.
not nearly as fun to watch, though.
Once
We
they
need some action.
Once
They're
they get going.
AJ, slow
AJ Hawk
down.
said, "Let me fix your sport."
Well, no,
Go ahead,
they're
AJ.
way too. No, they're too good though. They're so precise and they're so good. And we we can dunk and dink, but eventually, like within 2 or 3 shots, we're going to lift one up and it's going to get up too high and we're going to spike it down their throat. Those
we
guys,
get bored.
They're too good and they're just going to keep dunk all day.
We get very bored. It's obvious that we get bored. We'd like some
lose
action.
focus. I lose focus easily in that game.
I think they're not scared to volley a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
They're not scared like, hey, I'll let the other team make the mistake, and then when they make the mistake, we attack on them.
Keep it in play.
Even if they're keeping it very low. What I've noticed from our group of pickleballers is like volley, fuck this. All right, I'm going for it. I'm
Power
line.
slam that thing.
Line. Like there's always a little bit. So I think they have a lot more patience, ability, and strategery. So they got us in 3 things.
Sure.
And we're only 3 days in, though.
True.
But we love the sport. We enjoy the hell out of it. It has been something that has certainly made this week fly by for us. What an incredible Super Bowl 57, as the news stories really aren't in that big of abundance. Aaron Rodgers is going into a teepee with no light for a few days. That's a big deal. Tom Brady retired. That's a big deal. Andy Reid saying Patrick Mahomes 100%. Not 100%, but practicing and everything that we need him to do. That's big news. Kadarius Toney, same thing, practicing full go, even though he has a hurt back, I believe is what it is. So aside from that, there's really nothing coming out of the teams,
No, at all.
which is good for the game.
Yeah.
Piece of information we did learn, though. Eric Bieniemy does call plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know how long this has been happening.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is something that's been taking place over the entirety of this dynastic run that the Chiefs are on. We don't know why it's been understood that he didn't do any of that. But Andy Reid addressed it and put over Eric Bieniemy's importance to the offense. And this is kind of how he laid out what Eric Bieniemy means to the Kansas City Chiefs.
So EB and I spent a ton of time working through all of that stuff and just making sure that we're rolling and dancing the same dance there. And I have full trust in that. When people say EB doesn't call the play, EB does. I mean, he literally calls the plays in there. And then I have full trust that if he has an idea and he wants to shoot it, that he puts it in and we go. And I never question that.
So I wonder what exactly that means on the logistical process of it. Is Andy Reid saying he sends plays, Bieniemy calls them directly in? Is he saying that Eric Bieniemy can call in his own plays at any time? How's the whole thing go? Who's in the ear? Who's in the designing part of it? I think Andy Reid's trying to give Eric Bieniemy much more credit than he's been given, and I respect and appreciate that. Does this change anything for Eric Bieniemy's future, AJ Hawk?
I think a little bit. I mean, but I still am a little bit confused. Does he literally calls the plays? Does Andy Reid, like relay it to Bieniemy? Bieniemy gets on the mic,
That
goes into
feels
the
like a lot,
speaker.
right?
But Bieniemy also has ultimate freedom. It sounds like to call any plays he wants. So maybe it's a truly like collaborative effort where they both kind of vibe off each other.
Because everybody's thinking that Eric Bieniemy is going to have to leave Kansas City so that he can get enough credit to become an actual head coach for the offensive success of a program, because now it's just Andy Reid gets all the credit, Andy Reid gets all the credit. Now it sounds like Andy Reid saying Eric Bieniemy a large part of this whole thing.
Well, and if that's the case, though, and he is calling the plays, then why would you go take an OC job elsewhere? It's like you have Patrick Mahomes. You are calling the plays. Eventually, you'd think that you will get a head coaching opportunity. It's like, why would you go from being the OC of the Chiefs if you are calling plays to go and be the OC of the Commanders, where you have a guy who's potentially going to be a second-year quarterback? Like, that doesn't make sense.
None of it makes sense, but if he thinks that that's what it's going to take to become a head coach, because he's been in those interviews, in those head coaching interviews, probably all the same questions. Andy Reid calls plays, doesn't he? Andy Reid's calling plays. How's that whole thing work? So Andy Reid's trying to get in front of it. We do not know. Hopefully, he'll become a head coach and be successful somewhere. You know, that's the goal.
Absolutely.
Because who knows which coaches are going to suck and which coaches are going to be great. There's one coach that's been great for a long time in the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's a defensive-minded coach.
That's right.
And when the defense is introduced down there at Acrisure, the person that's introduced last is this big white Wisconsin fuck.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, Consummate All-Pro, Defensive Player of the Year in the past, TJ Watt. Hey! Zito!
There he is.
Yes. Woo! What's up, buddy? Thanks, man.
What's up, brother?
Appreciate you.
Holy hell.
TJ, how's it going?
Going, TJ.
Everybody's a
How about
giant.
How are
TJ?
you?
Whole
Jesus.
family.
TJ.
That's
Everybody in the
massive.
family's a giant.
Big
The
old
hell?
hands. Big old hands.
Fingers touch my elbow.
I saw your big barbarian-looking fucking brother yesterday. First time seeing him in person in a long time. 6'6". You know he's 6'6".
I do. He reminds me all the time because I'm like 6'4.5". So
Oh,
Yikes.
so is that a thing though? He does. You guys
look
talk-
up at me when you talk to me.
Yeah. He had Zaven on the bag for him yesterday. He's
tried-
6'4" too.
He tried to get me on the bag, and I said, JJ, I'll do a lot of things for you, but I do not want to get sunburn, blisters, and not get any payment out of it just to watch you and John Rahm have a great time.
I'll tell you this. Zaven should have thought the same way you did. We saw him at the Shot of Glory afterwards, and he's just standing there, and him and JJ both were like, that was a long day out there.
7-hour round. I think
They were at 7 hours there walking
Well, I
around
remember
that
you
course.
did the Tahoe thing. I remember you talking on the podcast about how tired your legs were afterwards.
Dude, it's a nightmare. Nobody accounts for it because I just think, oh, look at these dumpy-ass golfers. If they can do it, I can do it.
Yep.
That is not the
Wrong.
case. That is not the case.
Pat can punt a football. I can punt a football.
Wrong. I think you could, though. Your celebration is a great punt every single time. Let's dive into the football a little bit. You're here for 6-Star Pro Nutrition. Is this your nutrition company or just a company you use?
A company I use, a company I've been using for a couple years. I'm trying to get the kicker quads going. I've had a couple knee surgeries in college, so I'm trying to bulk up. I've used the whey protein, the pre-workout, the creatine, obviously, to try to put some weight back on after the season.
You and JJ just been working out forever? Because I know you guys, it's always a big deal when you guys are working out together with who's coaching you. Because I think your guys' high school strength coach maybe got involved or something like that?
Yeah, we've been going to the same trainer since, this is like 13 years now, me, JJ, and Derek at NX level. His name is Brad Arnett in Waukesha, Wisconsin. I'm just a guy that knows my body the best in and out for as far as what it takes for me to get ready for a season. So I trust him.
Have you seen the stats of when you play and when you don't play?
I mean, they've been shoved in my face from so many people have been obviously showing to me. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't seen it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything to really say.
That's
regarding
bananas
it.
to think about, though, isn't it? Because you and your brother, obviously, and your brother was catapulted into superstardom because of what the player he became down in Houston, and that whole city rallied around him, much like what Pittsburgh does with you. But, like, the game is such a team sport. But you were a fucking game record, dude. When you came into the league, did you know it was going to be like this? Did you have to work your ass off to get to this point? And how much does having, like, fucking JJ's knowledge help and get you to this point that you're at right now? You're a dog, bro.
Yeah,
A fucking dog, dude.
I appreciate that, and I think you have to have the mentality that when you step on the field, you're the baddest dude out there, and you have to. And all of that is brought in through the work and all the things behind the scenes, and that's what's been so awesome about having two brothers that have grown up in the same household that I have and make it to the NFL and do elite things. And those guys have not been closed door to me at all. They've been wanting to have me succeed. JJ, who just retired, is like, any way possible these next few years that I can help you where I was injured and I couldn't perform how I wanted to, where I can help you, please let me know.
That's awesome.
And it's just one of those things that we talk about it in the weight room this week with interns. It's how do you gain respect in a weight room? How do you gain respect on a football field? We'll shut up and work to start.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of start to like you. We'll start busting your balls and everything goes from there. So, yeah, man, I love football. I can only do it for a short amount of my life, and I'm going to give everything I can in this game.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. Go ahead, AJ.
What's your offseason normally look like? Do you have a place like a cabin like your brother, like the sweet old palatial place?
Castle.
Obviously, I see you guys cold plunging in lakes and everything. Has your offseason changed at all from when you got in the league till now?
A little bit. The older I get, and the more
There's
and
Wim
more.
Hoffing, bro. You guys are Wim Hof.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Psychopath.
Who cuts the hole? Who cut that hole? You got a chainsaw, right?
We had a chainsaw, but we like to act like we're up north woodsmen. None of us knows how to work a damn chainsaw.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
So we started using shovels, and the blisters came, and it was just a whole embarrassing thing. That's
So you
why
guys
you only,
dug this hole?
see the good. Yeah, the ice was about
That's a big
10
workout.
Okay.
That's a workout.
Yeah,
We don't know how
alone.
to work chainsaws,
We
but we
did.
did fucking
We
old
had-
school. We Amish this thing.
My dad was a firefighter, right? And for his retirement gift, the firehouse gave him this like nice axe that says like 25 years of service, congratulations. We're like, we can't get this thing with the chainsaw. None of us know how to work it. Go grab the damn axe. Wham, wham, head goes flying. We ruined my dad's retirement.
25 years.
We're like, damn,
Thanks
we'll
for
have to find a
nothing.
way. But yeah, we got it. Made sure to get the good shots. But yeah, I mean, we don't do this a lot. This is just one of those things where
Oh, what?
Awesome.
one of Jada's
Hey.
one of Jada's former teammates, Brian Peters, was he had a sauna that he was like had up on the property. So we're like, let's just try it, contrast back and forth. a
Oh,
couple times,
yeah.
but it sucked.
Amazing. It had to be, yeah. Like, how deep is that lake right there where you
Yeah,
are?
look
I mean,
how
it
cool you
goes to
look,
like
though.
20 feet, but right there it was like 5 feet. I was just
Okay.
hoping a snapping turtle would come.
Could you imagine ice cold and a snapping turtle get you right in the junk? Dude?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Right in the tip.
That'd be worse.
awful.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
man.
He's climbing out as like turtle's hanging off him. That's a good brother would knock that thing off there.
Hey, you're right. And I think the Watt
Get
brothers.
the axe back out.
Give me the head, just the head of the axe. Tone has a question for you, TJ.
Teach, first and foremost, thank you for your service. We appreciate
Had a baby,
it.
TJ. Pittsburgh.
Steelers Nation, appreciate
Hell
you. So when Keith was DC, and it felt like you guys have always played Lamar well, it felt like they just ran you directly at the mesh point, or it was your job to specifically just take Lamar. And now with the Super Bowl, we're kind of seeing the same thing with Jalen Hurts and how the Eagles are running that offense. Is that the best way to do it, is just have someone who is like you on the – no one's like you on the defense, but someone, Hassan Reddick, say – or no, not Hassan Reddick, sorry. Whoever –
Jones.
yeah, Chandler Jones, whatever, not Chandler
Chris.
Jones. Chris Jones. Run
Yeah,
directly right at
I
the
get
mesh
it.
point or
I
something
get
like
it.
that?
Yeah.
John Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Well,
Andy
he
Jones.
probably could
these,
too.
these,
He's
guys
Arthur.
are, these guys are preying on you to have that split second where you're trying to make a decision. So the number one thing that we've had success with is charging the mesh point.
Yeah.
And I know people on TV will get mad, oh, you didn't see the running back get the ball there, but we're responsible for someone. And when you have the quarterback involved in the running game, that's 11 on 11 football. Usually it's 10 on 11 football when it's running. So you have to be able to take away guys and make them make those decisions, and that's when you see the mesh point fumbles and things along those lines. So
Do you
I
think
love
2
doing
weeks
it.
is enough time to figure out that because that Eagles offense, I don't know how much you watch it, they got everybody in a fucking bind. Like literally, Fred Warner, I guess the best interior linebacker in the NFL in a lot of people's eyes. I'm not getting into debate with anybody. I don't want to do that. I've not taken enough time to do it. But like against the Eagles, he was just locked because the thought that Jalen was going to get over, and they protected so well. Do you think more? Obviously, you see it with Lamar. Is this what the NFL is going to become? Do you
I
think this
so.
is it?
Yeah, you're seeing more and more of it. And the really tough thing is you have the mesh point, and then you have those linebackers that are biting down,
Sucking
and
them
then
up.
you have the RPOs on
Yep.
top of it. So you have the RPOs, you have the shovel pass where if you're the end guy and you're reading the mesh point and you're looking at the quarterback and then a guard or comes and kicks you out, a guard or a center. I mean,
Oh, a
you
little
gotta
counter
just-
tray.
Exactly, and then just pitch it right in there. It's tough. I mean,
Well, here's you just fucking blowing up plays all year. When you go out there, you say you flip us. Yeah, there it is. There's-
Yep, that'll do.
You know, you just put a helmet to helmet on it, guys. CT, I hope you're happy.
yeah, I probably.
Boom. Not shoulder.
That's what it is.
How do you handle that? How do you handle all the new rules and everything? Because they're obviously going to continue to change to favor the offense. But you are an explosive guy. Obviously, you're bigger, stronger, faster than most of the people you're going to tackle. You have to set them down gently. Like, is that an active thought while you're playing football now? Or are you at the point where it's just comfortable not tackling people for real?
It's tough because you can't practice it. So how are we supposed to continue to get better at it when I'm not allowed to do it as much in a practice setting? I mean, in training camp, we do tackle more than any team. I mean, probably up there. We do live tackling once a practice.
Here we go.
We call them 7 shots, ball to 2-yard line.
During the season?
No, not in season.
Oh,
no,
jeez.
in training camp,
Yeah, okay.
sorry. But yeah, we were in pads a lot this year. But even when you're in pads, it's stud, and you can't really practice having your head up at all times and not tackling the quarterback too low, not tackling the quarterback too high.
Feel like a
whatever it is.
transition year in the building?
No, never transition.
Still had it. At the end, still had a shot to make the
Yeah,
playoffs
that's
and go
the
on a
thing,
run.
man. When you
Still
have
had
Mike
it.
Tomlin at the helm, you have the leaders that we have in the building. It's just a matter of working through all the little kinks of having younger guys in the building, having a new quarterback in the building.
How do you like him?
I like Kenny Pickett a lot.
He's a guy.
He's got a lot of moxie. He came in, won the home run derby in Latrobe right away. Kind of showed you that he's a winner. Definitely was a little salty about that, but
Oh, you lost. That means.
I wasn't victorious.
Yikes.
I didn't know you were. I didn't know if you just happened to miss that particular. Home
I'm
run.
a lefty, and right field's a little deep.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
It's a whole thing. Coach T will be mad about me with excuses, but it is what it is.
Hey, that's reality. Okay, if you want to talk about excuses or reality, you tell me. AQ has a question for you, TJ.
I'm sure you guys are all excited about Coach Flores' opportunity in Minnesota, but can you talk a little bit about what he brought to Pittsburgh and the defense and just kind of his knowledge?
Locked in mentality. The guy is no BS. He loves football, the X's and O's. Communication was one of the bigger things that he brought to our team. A lot of success that comes with defense is just talking. And even if it's just nonsense talking, it's just chatter to make sure that everyone is on the same page. And B-Flow was a great addition to the room. It sucks to see him go, but I'm happy that he got an opportunity.
Quiet defense, dead defense.
Yes.
Can't fuck around.
Hey, if we're all wrong, we're all right.
Hey,
Boom.
and on
I'm sure
film,
we've all heard that one
we
before.
better see this too. A lot of this on film that we're breaking down
Motions.
before the play.
I don't know if you're calling close left if you don't put your damn arm out.
It's all real.
There's a coach right
So
there.
real.
And as we were breaking down film all year, pretty much like with everything DB and in the trenches and everything, you literally see that pre-snap conversation happening.
Got a cosign on it.
And
Yeah,
literally
man.
just doing it for the film purposes of, hey,
Yeah.
everybody's on the same page.
That's why in training camp we'll look back at the camera and go, there you go. You know I see it.
We got you, pal. How vocal are you whenever it comes to that type of stuff, like with shifts and motions? Or are you locked in on your job?
Well, I mean, I'm the end guy in the line of scrimmage, so I'm the Y-off guy, alert rap, all that stuff.
A lot
I
of
mean,
chatter.
A little bit of chatter. I mean, I like to have I say I'm a donkey, man. You just tell me what to do, I'm going to do it. I'll tell you if the Y's off. I'll tell you if he's going to rap. But other than that, I'm just going to let my instincts take over and try to play the best football I can play.
I'm a donkey, man. You think you're top of this mountain? Just fucking tell me to go which direction.
Tell me to go. They tried to give me the green dot one year. I was like, this is way too much going on. No, thank you.
Got a great crew over there. Cam Hayward's head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge.
You guys ever just walk at it and look at it and be like, oh, that thing is.
2 bowling balls.
I had his headset over at one of the other ones, and it was like sitting on me like this. It was all stretched
Good
out.
leader, though, huh? Good man to have in the locker room, I assume.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. I mean, I think he's on his 6th consecutive Pro Bowl, a multiple-time All-Pro player.
Were you in the Pro Bowl?
I was selected for the Pro Bowl this year, yes. I didn't go, though.
Come on, it's a Pro Bowl game.
I
First
had to
ever.
work the pec back out.
Oh, you're banged up.
In
Of
the league.
course. Yeah, Cam's the man. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, TJ, with the tackling, problem in the NFL right now, one of the things that was brought up this offseason is how the hip drop tackle might be taken out. What do you think about that? And then another conversation on the internet. What was your reaction when you got your script that you were going to break the all-time leading sack
Congrats
record
to that,
last
by
year?
the way. You
Because,
gotta do
man,
something right.
that was sweet.
It's tough because as an edge defender, you're often chasing plays down from the backside, and you have to lay out, and you can't possibly run through the tackle. So you have to kind of just grab on and fall down as
hip
best
drop.
you can. So I don't know.
Break an ankle, yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean,
On
nothing
purpose.
is malicious. I mean, that's at the end of the day, we all respect each other in this league, and we're never trying to hurt somebody. Injuries are the absolute worst thing for the game. Obviously, they happen, but never want to be a part of a guy that's causing someone else to be injured.
Do you guys hate all the bullshit, though, I assume, on defensive side? Is there, like, whenever the meeting comes in that this rule's been changed, this has been changed, this has been changed?
Yeah,
Or are you at the point where you just got to deal with it?
It's you have to deal with it for sure. It's tough when
You're
you
allowed to bitch for a little bit, though, right?
Yeah.
There has to be a
Fuck.
moment at least. What are we doing? Is
Coach
this football?
Tomlin.
Definitely. I mean, if you had us mic'd up for every game, you'd hear some good snippets. But I mean, yeah, quarterbacks nowadays, it's not. They're getting the ball out after you have them wrapped up. It's like, how long are we going to have them wrapped up before we call? Because obviously, if we take them down, it could be a potential.
Yeah,
penalty.
like there was a couple of sacks this year, big-time, prime-time football games, where defense player just hugged the quarterback and then just looked at the ref.
Yeah.
But
Should
then
I
you
do
have
it?
a Mahomes who will just flip it out at the last minute, and it's like, was it forward progress or was it not? It's tough.
Oh, this guy hates Mahomes.
Not naming names. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mahomes is part of the problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Ty has a question for you, TJ.
Yeah, TJ, you mentioned the leaders that you have in there, and obviously, like with Cam on the defense, you don't really seem like a rah-rah guy. But have you noticed that you've kind of had to take a more active role in like leadership with Big Ben not being there anymore and the offensive guys being really young, or is it kind of just like, hey, I'm a fucking monster, my play kind of speaks for itself, you guys can kind of feed off that?
Yeah, I'm more of an emotional leader where I let stuff build up, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'd rather just kind of go about my work and lead by example. And if guys have questions, I'm going to be an open book, but I'm not going to go out and seek and try to give you too much information because guys take information different ways. And but yeah, before games, at halftime, if something's built up, I'm not a guy that's going to sit on my hands and not say anything.
Ever been down, or do you need like, do you take pre-workout before games? Do you ever find
do.
not having juice? Is it easy to find juice?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that my brother and I talk about a lot. I mean, JJ and Derek is, I mean, anyone who's played in the NFL knows when you go into a game and you're feeling good, there's a certain feeling.
Yes.
And sometimes you go into games and you're like, let's go. Let's go. We got to find it. Let's go.
It's a 1 o'clock game. All right.
So you
This
take
matters.
an extra
This
scoop.
game matters. This
Yeah,
game
you for
matters.
sure take a scoop of pre-workout, and it usually snaps you right back. But yeah, there are moments where you should have it, but you just don't mentally have it, and you got to snap into it quickly.
It's crazy to think about because I think automatically fans are like, oh, it's game day. Yeah.
Oh, what the
Well,
hell?
show up.
Sunday,
These
come on.
guys will lay everything on the line. It's like some guys wake up who are normally a 99 on Madden, and they feel like an 81.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this game counts. This game matters. People are going to watch it. You're one of those guys. You're just assumed to have a great year every year. Love that, hate that. You obviously have to love it.
I mean,
but it's something that you have to deal with that other people don't. Because if you have just a little bit of a, and your brother had to deal with this too, I guess. If you have just a little bit, whatever numbers-wise, production-wise, even though you're getting chipped and doubled every single play.
What?
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah. And schemed.
What?
And bamboozled.
What?
But legit, that's like your life from very early on in your career. So does that drive you in the offseason? Do you think about that, or is that just something you can't control?
I mean, I love having high expectations. I have high expectations for myself. I never share goals. I have goals.
You don't get a sack in a game, though. It's like, what, TJ's dead.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even play today.
This guy's losing it.
TJ can't.
What
TJ
the hell? He
lost
doesn't
a
care.
step.
Yeah, this
But
guy stinks.
That's the thing about this point in my career. It's I want to win. I want to do whatever it takes to win. I feel like we have a really good team here. We have a good nucleus. We have good young talent. And
Yeah, it's like your guys' generation now.
The time is now for us, and I feel like we can put it together.
It's your chapter of the Steelers now.
I mean, I hope so. Cam Hayward is still the big head in the house.
Legitimately.
Literally. Yeah. Literally.
AJ has a question for you.
Do you like the whole? Pat and I talk about the Steelers being like almost like a college atmosphere. How the old guys are always coming back. They seem to. More than any other team, I think, at least publicly, the old guys like support everything. And you guys are a family. Have you noticed that? Like, that's not the same everywhere in the NFL. It's pretty special.
Yeah, and obviously I don't know too much about other places, but just from what I've heard from my brothers. But yeah, their players are constantly coming back, whether it's at Latrobe or throughout the season. I mean, sadly, just before Franco passed, he was back for a little bit, and Coach Tomlin always
that
talks
came
about
out of nowhere, right? But
Yeah.
kind of expected too. It seemed like the NFL was ready.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it happened, there was like everybody had their thank you Franco back, but that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was very tough on the city and on the building. Just so many people that he affected and impacted. But yeah, I mean, just talk about Coach Tomlin always says these guys want nothing from you. They just want to share knowledge, and they just want to teach you the Steeler way. And they're never looking for a handout. They just want to be around and show what it's like to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
And they love whenever you kicked your agent out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Get the
That's
fuck
right.
out of the way.
Hey, I just fucking broke my dad's 25-year anniversary axe on a fucking lake.
Working on.
Okay, I need to get in here to sign this deal worth however much money that I definitely earned. Tone has another question for you.
Teach, how nice is it now that Alex Highsmith, who's playing opposite of you, is kind of coming to his own? He was leading the league at one point in sacks this year. How nice is it to have like another guy on the other side?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I had Bud Dupree earlier in my career,
Yeah.
who was a phenomenal counterpart, and then Alex has come into a pass rusher of his own as well. He's got one of the best spin moves in the NFL, and just a guy that works his ass off each and every week, and I'm happy that he's getting the success.
Are you adding moves as you get older, or are you just sharpening the moves you have?
You know, I watch all like the sack tapes and try to do the moves, and usually save them for training camp, but like they never look as good as you think they look. That's why sometimes film
Feel
stinks.
versus real?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, dude, I spun really good there. Slow motion.
I'm going to do this one.
Yeah, tell the video guy to bury it.
Feel versus real, that's the thing, huh? If it works, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, man. It's
What
tough.
are you? You're just like, you consider yourself an explosive edge rusher? Because there's obviously that clip where you're getting held clearly by two people.
Yep.
And then you are like the Incredible Hulk coming, yeah! In your face, like the zoom in of your face. It looks like Planet of the Apes when the person was pissed off. You're like a whole different human. Are you setting things up all game? Is it a chess match? Do you do that, or are you just every play trying to bring your best shit?
Yeah, I mean, people always say I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest,
6'4".
I'm not the most explosive.
big.
you know,
Pretty big.
Pretty fucking big.
Pretty explosive.
Very explosive.
Hands out, dick out.
But I just I just want to find ways to win, and that's in the pass rush game as well. I know that it's a chess match each and every rep, and I know that he's thinking something as well. It's not just me going, how the heck am I going to beat this guy? He's watching my film as well. So it doesn't matter of how he's played other guys. It's all a game within a game, and that's why the iPads are so important throughout the game as well. But I'm going to get there. It's
Wait,
just a matter.
didn't you say something like you'll listen to the other quarterback's cadence from TV?
Yeah, watch the TV copy with your eyes closed.
He'll go into a darkness retreat.
Yeah, the eyes
That's
closed.
right.
He goes into a darkness retreat,
Yep.
I believe. No, the absence of light completely. So you're sensory deprived, so your little DMT pops in
Yep.
there,
Naturally activates.
which we just learned about over the
Yep.
last couple of days. You do this, we've been doing this. And then you play the TV copy of the... Is that it?
Wait,
That's Tony
I'll tell you
Romo's.
right now, the game was on last week, right? Because I've done this so many times with my wife. where if a quarterback will say something like purple, my wife will go, purple, what does it mean? I swear, because we listen, and she'll be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, I'm just listening to see if I can get, like, this is their reminder for it's on 2 this time, or this is, one of the last games of the year, tight end looked at the other guy. He goes, you going or I'm going? He goes, I'm going. I go, oh, it's a pass. Let me get out of the 6 technique and widen up and let's go. Like, it's just little things like that you can pick up on.
See, that's like elementary football, though.
Yeah,
People spend all hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of trying to figure out football, how we win games. There's billions of dollars on the line, and then you're just listening to somebody. All right, well, fuck, screw everything we did all. This guy literally just said it. How often does that happen? You're listening all the time.
I mean, yeah, I'm listening all the time, but it was my first couple years I didn't listen to anything. That was one of the things I picked up from JD was just sometimes you just have to listen to what they're saying.
The big fat boys are saying.
Yeah, whether it's like a tray block or something. Just like if you can hear a little bit, or some guys be like, is it on 1 or 2? It's like, oh, okay, let's go. So any little bit where I can get better.
Worst place to play for you?
Baltimore.
They're awesome fans. Their fans
crowd.
are awesome, aren't they?
They have good
They
fans.
never get talked about.
No.
I feel like
consistent.
Every time we talk about Baltimore's fans, it's always saying Baltimore's fans don't get talked about. There's some white trash loud fucks over there in Baltimore. I mean, they are ruthless too.
Go ahead, say it.
I'm not making those assumptions, but it is a tough place
No,
to play.
that's what Acrisure is. Well, Acrisure is saying you got some white trash Yinzers coming in here that know football and they're going to be fucking loud.
Hell yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
That's right.
That's how you doing. Baltimore, same exact thing. New England even.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Like there's places that are just like more ruthless cities. I think like
They
just
love football.
in general. And I think Baltimore's one of them. Never gets talked about. And obviously, you saying that as a Steeler, some Pittsburgh fans go, "Oh, TJ say like fucking Baltimore."
You can't say anything these days, man.
How do you feel about Yinzers?
I love them. I was just telling a story about it the other day. I was like, how did you know it was different in Pittsburgh? And I said, well, I was walking through Giant Eagle, which is the grocery store, and a 40-year-old lady stopped me and told us we were blitzing too much that week. I was like, okay, it's definitely a little different here. All right, you stick to cooking or whatever you're doing for your groceries. I'll stick to playing football.
Yeah, listen, we'll figure out how many times we're going to blitz, and I appreciate you paying attention. That's Collinsworth got in trouble too, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Collinsworth.
These
Pittsburgh.
women actually know football.
Crazy.
he was down the
Not good.
south side Giant Eagle too.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. You had to come out with a full apology.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like that.
I was just saying, like, I'm getting yelled at by these women in Pittsburgh. What a moment. It's real. It's Pittsburgh City, and they got a perfect guy leading that defense, man. You alongside Cam Hayward, been fun. Minka. What a dog Minka is, man.
Wild.
He
Competitor, man.
Played very well at the Pro Bowl games.
very well.
He always plays very well.
Like a diving flagpole I saw.
All right.
Come on. Come on. Not one thing with you. You can't just have fun.
You said a highlight. I said a highlight.
Great effort.
He had a diving flag. It was a great one.
Yeah.
Maybe the greatest flagpole
best
of
play
the
of the day.
It was incredible. We can't wait to see you there next year. Shout out to 6 Star Pro Nutrition
Yes.
for getting the most explosive outside linebacker in the NFL juiced up on game days when he needs it.
What?
There we go.
What are we doing? We selling any? We got a deal? Buy one, get one, 50%
Get
off,
'em out.
mix and match.
Walmart,
Right?
CVS,
Oh
you can get
my
them anywhere.
All right, shout out to 6 Star. Shout out to you, TJ. Hell of a career thus far. Can't wait to watch it continue to go. And let's not break any more Dad's axes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, guys.
TJ Watt.
Appreciate it.
BA's
yeah.
been
Thanks, man. Awesome.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, T.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
What's up,
Hey, have a
baby?
good one, dude.
Hey, see
There
you,
he is.
TJ.
All right, thanks.
How are you? You want to sit down for a second? Can you? Yeah. Hell yeah, let's go.
What's up, Coach?
go.
AJ, how you doing, Coach?
What's that?
What's up, Coach?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
No, Tony.
Sit. Nice catch, and a seat.
Wow.
Okay.
I just got hands.
Bro, that was like plus 750.
I put $10,000 on it.
My man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl champion, head coach of the NFL, now retired in an advising role, Bruce Arians. Quarterback whisperer. Holy shit, you see AQ, obviously. Thank you for giving him an opportunity and all of the chances you gave him. Let's talk about you right now. We say this, and I know we don't have a lot of time. We can't thank you enough for stopping by at night when you lay down. Every little vitamins, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What?
You think to yourself, Pittsburgh ain't fucking won one since I've been there. Indianapolis, they ain't fucking won one since I've been there. Arizona, they ain't fucking won one.
They haven't been back.
Tampa, They ain't fucking one.
They fell apart.
Now, obviously, you don't think like that because you're a team guy.
I'm supposed to be the consultant. I didn't do too good of a job.
Well, so let's talk about your transition. Hell of a career coaching.
Oh, thank you,
now
brother.
you're consulting, advising. Do you get the itch to go back on the field? I remember you got a personal foul that one game.
Yeah.
Is this a role you're used to, or are you going to be back on the sideline soon?
I like making new rules. You know, if you're not a coach, you can't be down there anymore since that game. And but no, I had my fix because I got to go to practice, get with the coaches every day, and then go play golf. It was pretty good. I never played golf in the fall, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bet you they're a little different greens in the fall, right?
Yeah.
A little different bounce, a little different roll. I'm happy you're doing that.
Same cocktail.
Hey, came out of nowhere, your retirement. A lot of us were super fucking bummed. I know AQ was.
yeah.
A lot of us that have ever been on a team or around you coming out of nowhere, it was like an era was almost ending. You had known you were thinking about doing it? Was it something that was just like waiting for the right moment? What was it with your departure?
Yeah, it was the right time. You know, for me, it was just, okay, do I really want to grind this again? And, you know, I'm not to where I can get up at 5 anymore, and I kind of like sleeping until 9. And,
baby.
But, yeah, it was time, and we had the perfect transition. You know, just turn it all over to Todd, and I was really bummed the way it turned out as far as our record and guys getting let go, but I was really happy with the transition.
Okay, because it came out of nowhere. It alarmed us all, and we fucking love you around here, obviously. AJ has a question for you, Bruce.
I want to know what the boat parade was like. I think your guys' celebration tops everyone's. The fact that you were able to do that looked like the most fun.
We had 2 hellacious ones in Pittsburgh. This one blew it away.
Really?
Just be on the river. Then you see the aerial shot and say, how the shit did they get drowned?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Guys on jet skis and
Yeah.
dudes on a
Crashes.
paddle board and there's sharks out there. Like, dude, you nuts? He didn't have a bracelet on. I'm like, oh, this is a drunk fest today.
Yeah, it was, and it certainly was that.
it
I mean,
was
quarterback who had
unbelievable.
avocado ice cream for most of his life was go ahead and dragged off the boat. Obviously, Lombo's getting tossed from one boat to another. It was like you guys took over Tampa, though. How was that to feel? You know, I don't want to say it's like one last rodeo, but really, that whole crew you had coaching together back in Tampa, hey, we got one more shot at kind of building this in our eyes, and it works. That has to feel fucking good for the story.
It really does, bro. I mean, I was with CBS. I was enjoying it, hated to travel, but I wasn't dying to get back in. You know, and Jason Light was a big part of it, and the Glazier family. And then all of a sudden, 18 coaches were available. Like, shit, this is supposed to be. I knew how to delegate now. I never knew that word before. You know, I'm not going to call the play, so I'm not going to kill myself.
A little better life.
And yeah, it's amazing 3 years.
How do you feel about the play calling thing? Because that's happening right now with coaching hiring. Everybody's scared, I think, to hire a defensive coach because you have to find an offensive play caller. And if you find a good offensive play caller, he's going to be a fucking head coach 1 year away, and you got to find another one. Not easy to find good play callers right now. How do you feel about the state of it?
I think it's very, very hard. And
Why?
Well, we're hiring guys that are, and don't get me wrong, a couple of them done a hell of a job. But if you're a quarterback coach, and all of a sudden you get to be hired as a head coach, now you're a head coach for the first time, and you're a play caller for the first time, you ain't got enough time in the day to get those both jobs done, unless you're super special, and a couple of them have been. But it's hard.
Why? What's harder, the head coaching role with all the bullshit you got to deal with?
Well, yeah, just the relationships you build with the defensive guys. You know, if you're an offensive guy, and this goes back when I was at Temple, we're walking off the field one day, and John Devlin, God bless him, Coach, can the defense ever win one practice?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, we never leave until the offense wins. and you're happy. I'm like, damn, I never thought about it that way. But, you know, that was a lesson learned early.
A training camp, whenever fans are in stands, and they're like booing when the offense isn't doing well, and it's like the one defense is out there like, hey, we might be a fucking historic defense. Yeah, we might be remembered as that.
Exactly.
You'll be remembered as one of the greatest coaches of all time. Congrats on all the success. Thank you for stopping by. We fucking love you, and thank you for taking care of our guy, AQ.
My man, my man.
Honestly, I mean, if you go back to where you were to where AQ's career was, you gave this man an incredible opportunity, and we thank you for that a lot.
He did it. He did it. You know, everybody gets opportunities, but what you do with them, he did it.
How do you do it with those little arms, you think?
Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely.
It's like, when you draw him up, that ain't it. don't try to get past his ass, though.
Yeah. Why don't you show me tape? Show me tape.
Bite both your legs off.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Arians.
Yeah,
BA. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you, dude. That was amazing. Hell yeah, I'm so
awesome.
I'm so thankful you were
appreciate
here,
it.
BA.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, BA. AQ literally worked. Yes, sir. All right. I didn't hear a word he said.
No.
What do you say there?
See you tomorrow? Or?
He said stay out of the kitchen.
He's got brunch on Saturday.
You got brunch on Saturday?
He's got brunch.
Oh, that's what he told me to stop by it.
Stop by Saturday, yeah.
This guy's getting invited to everything.
Hey, Jake, what's up, bud? His kid's here.
What's up, Jake?
Appreciate you guys.
How was Jake Lazer's party, by the way?
It's good.
Oh, yeah. How was it? You guys wrestle?
No, we didn't wrestle.
Did you go to Gee?
Little Tampa reunion. Hung out with Gronk and Shady McCoy. It was good.
Where was
Rick Ross performed?
Yeah, I didn't make it that late.
Oh, it was late night performance?
I think so.
Was that a hotel or what?
Yeah, it was at the W in Scottsdale.
Sweet.
Oh, man. That sounded like a good time.
Classic Glaze.
Fucking top shelf.
Yep.
That was a blue affair, I assume.
All right, joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's very important to the history of the NFL. He's the first ever chief medical officer that's ever been hired by the NFL.
Let's go.
Now, originally, I believe it was probably for the brain stuff, but then when COVID came through, ladies and gentlemen, this man came through in a big way for the league and for all of us. The chief medical officer of the NFL, Dr. Alan Sills.
Yeah, Doc!
Hey, Doc!
Woo!
This guy's the best.
PhD.
Hell yeah, H.
Hell yeah, Doc.
Hey, don't.
That was a firm.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
He meet you
Not
halfway.
his first
Nah,
handshake.
he came to me.
Oh, okay.
And he took me down.
Yeah.
He took me into the deep end. Doc, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
These shoes.
The on-clods.
Everyone's
On-cloud. Everybody's wearing them. You love these shoes.
I do love these shoes. You know, as a surgeon, you spend a lot of time on your feet, so you got to have stuff that works for that.
Yeah,
so.
Chuck Pagano wears them, and he goes,
yeah.
a lot of the medical community uses these because they're on their feet all day or whatever.
right.
He's like, you're walking on clouds. They look incredible. Nice to see that the doctor of the NFL also wears them. Chuck is on to something. Let's start talking about you. Hell of a job. Congratulations. The process, the procedure that was worked and practiced, probably begrudgingly by all parties whenever it's being practiced, saved Damar Hamlin's life whenever the athletic trainer comes out, starts CPR, the response from the team in the stadium and the on-site people working there to the hospital. Those procedures, I assume, are worked, practiced, and executed and saved a life. Fucking good on you, Doc.
Yeah.
Hey, that's got to feel pretty good.
Not-
I assume that's part of your department. I just assume it is.
But it's not me. I mean, it's obviously those doctors and trainers at every club.
Of course,
that do this.
of
And
course.
I would actually tell you something. I don't think they begrudgingly practice it. I think that they've come to realize how critical that is. And just like players have a playbook and they practice that, our medical staff has a playbook. It's called an emergency action plan. It describes who's going to do what in the case of certain emergencies. And they rehearse it. They actually rehearse it prior to the start of the season. They videotape it. They break it down just like you break down film and look for ways to improve. And so, you know, in that moment, they're going back and falling on their training just like players do.
Okay, so for you, as that whole thing's taking place, are you being called? Are you a part of the conversation? Obviously, the games and logistics, I think Troy Vincent, Roger Goodell handle that. But how hands-on are you and your team in that whole process? Because that was the biggest emergency we've ever seen, probably in the NFL in a long time.
Sure. Well, I'm always available on game day, and we have on-site representatives, so I was communicating with them. Obviously, I was starting to communicate with the medical staff. I'm not bothering them in the moment because I want them to do what they're trained to do. But we're there to support and to come alongside them and then to follow up and do what we need to do on our side to talk to those operations people about what's going on, the severity of the situation.
It was amazing. I mean, we saw it now. Granted, the internet didn't know. You know, the internet's going to do what the internet does. What's that, Doc? What did you hear? Doc, what was that?
Yeah, wait, what's so funny?
Hey, Doc, what was that? That was a big pop.
I'm laughing because my wife always says, don't read social media. It's not real life, and I think she's a smart woman. So,
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Definitely.
In the moment, we got a lot of other things to focus on.
But so what are you guys focusing on? We heard that there's an expansion of The Guardian, right? After use last year, I think for the first time mandatory in training camp. You're going to expand on that a bit. Did you guys see good results? How was the feedback from the players? And what's the future look like, you think, in that regard?
So the results are pretty astounding. So the position groups that wore the Guardian cap, those positions that wore it.
You need to talk to these two.
Sure. I'll be happy to.
These two right here. These two right here.
52% reduction in concussions of those positions compared to previous years.
Okay. Hey, Doc,
that?
good work,
That's
Doc.
great news.
That's a lot.
Good work, Doc.
High
believer.
percentage.
And of those concussions that happened to those positions, half of them were impacts to the face mask, which is not covered by the Guardian cap. So I think you have to say it was remarkably successful. We obviously talked to players, heard about feedback. There are a couple concerns that people had. They were worried about heat, and we're really studying that and figuring out heat transfer and what the best material is. They're worried about could there be more neck injuries. We did not see that at all.
Nice.
And then there were some issues with fit and securing it, and we've already worked with the company on that. So
Okay,
I
so
think
they're
it's
going to
be
a better looking product too?
Yep.
Because, you know, these guys are so, like,
Yeah.
Oh, it looks stupid.
Yeah,
It
can't
looks
hit a ball.
Oh, stupid. That is a real thing.
Punters never worry about how they look, right?
Dude, we always look stupid, Doc. Doc, you ever see how stupid I look all the time? I mean, I look terrible in my but like these are old meatheads here, right? So whenever you hear about the Guardian cap, you get worried because like that's a part of getting into game shape, no?
Yeah.
Do you think there was any ripple effects long term that maybe affected the brain in a different way? Like for instance, some of those concussions we saw this year seemed to be a little bit more, I don't want to say devastating, but there were some devastating concussions this year.
Well, we looked at those positions that wore the Guardian cap, and we saw, did they have an increase in concussions after they stopped wearing it?
Yeah, because like, can you toughen up the brain, I wonder?
You don't. I mean, the brain doesn't develop calluses. All right, I'm a surgeon. I've operated on the brain for many years. I've never seen a callus on the brain.
Okay.
Right? So there's
Good to
not an
That's good
idea that
information.
you got to kind of condition the brain. So we didn't see an increase in concussions in those positions when they took the cap off. We didn't see any change in their play style. It wasn't like they used their head, more or less. So again, the Guardian cap's not a be-all, end-all solution. We still want to get guys to use their head less as far as impacts. But the idea with the Guardian cap is kind of like the airbags or the seat belts in your car. If there's a collision, if there's a crash, it's going to reduce your chance of getting hurt.
10% each person.
Let's go.
Hey, that was an incredible one. I couldn't wait to pitch at a training camp, especially with these meatheads. AJ has a question for you, Doc.
Yeah, where are we, like when it comes to understanding brain trauma and CT and all of this? Have we even scratched the surface of what you're going to eventually know? I feel like AQ and I see this study recently said something like 92% of former players showed signs of CT, which obviously you can only study that if you're dead, correct?
Right.
Now, what about the regular population? Do we have numbers on that? I just want to see what that would be compared to these athletes. Is it still very high?
Denominator.
Yeah, I think we don't know the denominator because again, we don't have large scale group studies. And I think we got a lot more to learn. We want to learn, can we diagnose this in living people? But most importantly for me, can we prevent it and treat it?
Yeah.
Right? If we think someone has this condition, what can we do about treating it? But most specifically, prevention. I mean, any doctor will tell you the very best treatment for any medical condition is prevention.
Hey, Doc.
So I want to go back to this. How do we reduce the number of head hits? I mean, reducing the number of head hits that guys take throughout their practice and their game career, that's going to be the most effective treatment.
Doc, you can, and AQ will have a follow-up for you, but you have to be the person in the room that says, like, who discusses that there's an inherent risk? You're the doctor, you're the chief medical officer for the NFL, but if you talk to a lot of the ex-players, granted, I know there's class action lawsuits and billions of dollars that happen with some players and all that, but I think a majority of former players are scared that the game is going to get transformed so much that it's no longer the game that they grew up loving and doing that, all in the name of safety and health. But if you talk to a lot of the ex-players, they'd be like, we knew what we were signing up for. How do you balance that? And how much do you think the game has to continue to change so that some people in the future will continue to deem it like a safe sport, if that makes sense, as opposed to the majority of your fans and everything like that? That has to be a tough balance, especially coming from the doctor side of it. But how do you judge that?
Well, I think the balance is exactly what you said. And our job is, as we learn more, as we know more about what specific risks or what things drive injury, we have to share that information. We can't hide that. And if you think about how the game has evolved, it's always evolved, right? I mean, 30 years ago, a head slap was legal. 30 years ago, you could spear guys.
Lyle Alzado.
Oh my God, that thing was the slap game. That was the slap league that Dana's doing.
But now you realize, hey, that's a risk. And players like you guys, I mean, you want to play, you want to be on the field, you want to be healthy. And so the question is just what you said: how can we evolve and change and keep guys as healthy as possible, but at the same time preserve the excitement of the game? We know in sports there are always going to be some injuries, but I think we can continue to make them safer as we learn more. And if we learn things and say, wow, this really results in injury at a very high rate, then we need to share that. The Guardian Cap's a good example. If we find something like that over 50% reduction in injury, we got to share that information. And I think when players understand that, just like the better helmet technology, as we've developed better helmets.
Oh, I heard we're getting position specific potentially.
Exactly. Guys realize, hey, that's a better thing for me as a player because it gives me a better chance to stay on the field. I'm less likely to get injured.
Got it. So it's a balance you have to deal with.
For sure.
And you're the doctor guy, so you're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, sorry.
So good luck out there. We're pulling for you, honestly. Hey, Q.
Doc, so I was an offensive player. He was a defensive player. You're taught the same thing. You're taught to lead with your face, then bring your hands, right? Like that's pretty much what we're doing. So if we're putting Guardian caps up here, I'm going off what I watch for when I see knockouts. We're getting hit here. We're getting here in UFC, right? We get this little shot. There's nothing to protect that face. We can't put anything over that face. It blocks the viewpoint, correct? So what is this fully doing in terms of when we talk, we're reducing the number of hits, but aren't most of the ones whenever they're going here and they're getting hit from the side of the head, or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Is it protecting the button, the guardian?
Yeah, so we take a look at all the concussions. We look at the video where guys got hit on the helmet, what was the scenario. But then, as you mentioned, also that play after play contact. And so you're right, the Guardian cap doesn't protect you in the face mask. I go back to what I said before. We can now measure helmet impacts, like how many helmet impacts does each player take. And you see very stark differences. If both you guys play the same position, you might hit your head at a very high rate. He might hit his head much lower. Why is that? Both you guys grade out the same on, let's say, your PFF grades. So that talks about technique. And I think that's what you're going to see is more discussion and more development of how do you play these positions in an effective way but without the head contact.
What else are we not talking about that you've had to answer a bunch of questions? I assume we're missing something. COVID we're done with, right?
Let's hope so. Knock on wood.
That's glass, but all right.
I think good substitute.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll knock on whatever so we don't have to have that. What else is in
a lot of focus on lower extremity injuries. This year we made a big focus on
the hip drop tackle.
On hamstrings. Let me talk hamstrings first because hamstrings are the number one reason that keep guys off the field. It's the number one time loss injury. And so we really spend a lot of time working on lower extremity strains. Obviously, we're going to continue to work
we're
on
getting
that.
Grass.
Working a lot on surfaces. It's not just about grass versus artificial. It's what are the properties? What are the exact properties of that surface that either reduce injury or can contribute to
What do you
injury?
mean, give,
that
solubility?
split turf, there's like certain turf that's bad. We know that, right?
That's gone out of
friction,
Detroit. Right?
How slippery it is, how firm it is, how much infill. I mean, all that varies, whether it's natural or artificial. We need to get better at understanding what are the properties and making sure that the field is uniform. That
So
the
nobody
sides
wants
play
we
the same
can't
way.
have all grass because it's too expensive, or we think that there's other answers that are just much better.
No, it's just a more complicated question than that. It has nothing to do with expense. I think our owners would pay whatever amount to have the safest field. It's just we need to we need to tell them what the safest field is.
Got it, because I heard there is like
the helix,
the matrix helix.
There's like a super grass coming in almost. It seems is that happening?
Yeah, and you have a lot of hybrid fields now too that are actually natural grass with some artificial.
Lambo,
same
so
way.
I think that's another really innovative.
Is that in your world? That's in your department?
We, together with the Players Association, have committees that look at that and look at the injury data with it. So yes.
Let's go. That's a big deal.
Go, dog.
I think you can win over a lot of people. You start getting some great surfaces.
Yeah.
I just assume the grass is the best one, most giving, most forgiving. Those are two different things, I think.
Yeah.
And then the way Arizona and Vegas, they just walk the stadium outside to get sun and then come back inside. It's like it feels like we have the technology.
Yeah.
What you're saying is we might not have the perfect technology just yet, but we are trying to find it.
Exactly. We're trying to learn what is it about the property of the surface, because when you talk about injuries, like if you want to talk about ACL or ankle, surface is one factor, but so are the cleats.
Yes.
So are the style of play. So is previous injuries. So you got to look at all those things and figure out how can we balance them to reduce the risk of injury.
Hip drop tackle. You guys getting rid of that?
I don't say that we're getting rid of it. I think it's something people have brought forward. It's our job as physicians and scientists to say, hey, here are the injuries we see. Here's the mechanism. What does the community think about this? And I think that's a discussion we have about a lot of different areas of the game. I know people have brought it up. Rugby has banned it for certain reasons, so I think it's something we have to bring forward and discuss.
Very fascinating. Has rugby banned other forms of tackles that force that form of a tackle, though? Because the way you tackle a quarterback, I just hope that, and obviously you know this because you're an incredibly intelligent person, like in theory everything seems to work. But then you're talking about like actual humans at like 20 miles an hour.
And the unintended consequences. You always got to think if you do something, what's going to respond
Guys
to that.
get fired. Careers are, you know what I mean?
Or you get hurt trying to make a tackle a certain way, you hurt yourself.
There's like just so much that goes into all of it. And by the way, I think you guys are doing an incredible job trying to keep the game growing and evolving and doing great. Not an easy job, but I guess neither is fucking brain surgery. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Doctor, do you see all the players in the NFL wearing those new helmets that like Kittle and Nick Bosa and Tony Pollard, who we just saw wear? And also, what are those neck things that some of the linebackers wear?
Yeah.
Is everyone going to start wearing those too for the blood circulation? Or?
Yeah, so let's talk about helmets first. Helmets have gotten better and better and better over the last 10 years, and they'll continue to get better. We talked about position-specific a minute ago.
Yeah.
I think, again, you're going to see helmets continue to evolve. The reason position-specific makes sense is different players get hurt in different ways, right? Quarterbacks tend to get concussed throwing the ball, they fall, they hit the back of their head. Linemen get hit front, of the helmet, as we mentioned. Punters, they slip and fall coming out of the locker room.
Oh! Doctor of comedy. I actually have done that.
Me too. I actually 2 times. Bruised my tailbone.
I got to have a little fun with my guy over here.
Bruised my tailbone, Doc.
But,
thanks. I haven't seen any signs.
But I think that you'll see helmets get better, and I think you'll see players make choices again based on that data that's coming out. We rank the helmets every year, with the Players Association together, and we look at the injury rates, and so that's good information. The thing you see around guys' neck is what's called a Q collar. It's a device that literally squeezes the veins in the neck a little bit, and it reduces the blood flowing out of the brain.
Good.
The idea is that it makes a little more blood volume in the brain, and makes the brain maybe a little less likely to slosh around. So it's a lot of scientific debate about it. And
These guys are choking themselves out there?
I think we need.
Doc, you guys got people choking themselves on
pleasure or what? Are they good? Do they work?
I think we'll have to continue to see what the data shows.
Are you guys behind it or no? Are you guys behind it or no? Like when that was presented, you guys had to okay that.
It's an FDA-approved device, and so our docs and our committees discussed it and said, you know what, we don't see that it's going to create harm, and we'll just have to wait and see if there's a benefit.
It looks cool.
It does.
Doc, what's a concussion? What makes something a concussion instead of, hey, that was a big hit, or how do we know, hey, this is a concussion? And there's got to be different levels of severity as well.
Well, so for us, when we're trying to identify concussions on game day, there are 2 components. There's a blow to the head or neck area, or a blow that transmits force there, followed by some form of injury behavior. So does the player display any symptoms, slow to get up, if they're staggering, obviously fencing posture that you've seen, or if there's symptoms that are reported. But, one of our real challenges in medicine, and anybody that takes care of patients will tell you this, is it can be hard to diagnose a concussion.
Yeah.
We don't have a blood test. We don't have an X-ray. We don't have an MRI that says yay or nay for every concussion. So I think really our best tool for diagnosis is self-reported symptoms, and that's why we spend so much time encouraging players, coaches, and others to speak up. And they do. You guys know this. Today is a very different climate than it was 10, 20, 30 years ago, and that's a good thing.
Well, we're talking just strictly this department. I think medical. So too. There's a lot of other things that are different than 10, 15 years ago that I don't think we're necessarily saying is better, but in medical, I do believe that is the case. Perfect way to end this with what we're talking about. What is a concussion? How can you deem it, yes or no? The Tua situation there, it was at home, right? Buffalo, then Cincinnati. And it was like 4 days away from each other. Mm-hmm. And then obviously in prime time, one of the worst concussions I've seen probably since Austin Collie. Probably since Austin Collie in Philadelphia. So then old buddy that's the unaffiliated neuro consultant, the UNC, gets fired down in Miami by the NFLPA after an interview was done. We have not been told, I don't think, whether or not that person, that it was the UNC, didn't do the proper protocol, didn't know what they were doing, or if the NFLPA just didn't like that person's attitude in the interview. The Tua process, the Tua concussions or back spasm, whatever it was, has that changed the way you have to do anything? Has that obviously been a focal point of the conversation throughout the season for you? Because I feel like the UNC was a good thing for concussions, and in theory it's a good idea. But what happens if that UNC stinks at what they're doing? Who's going to tell the smartest person on the field that they stink at what they're doing? Like, that's a difficult thing to manage when you have humans involved.
Sure.
What you're going to do. What happened down there, and how do you fix that so it doesn't happen going forward? Because that was a bad look. That was like Good Morning America was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. How did that change things, and what are you doing to kind of advance that whole process?
Well, I think the first thing to point out the facts, both the league and the Players Association together investigated that situation and found that everybody involved followed the protocol.
Okay.
Period.
That's a big piece of information there.
So I think that's important to recognize. Secondly, we're always looking for ways we can improve the concussion protocol, where we can do a better job. We spend a lot of time in the offseason and during the season educating the unaffiliated neurodocs, the spotters, the team doctors, the team athletic trainers, and players themselves about what to look for. And we always want to identify anybody that's injured, right? That's our goal. If you're injured, we want to get you off and get you evaluated. So I think we learned from that situation. We made a protocol change as a result of it.
What was it?
That was that we changed that if someone has ataxia, where they have this particular form of stumbling, we are automatically going to say that that's suspicious enough of a concussion that we're going to pull them out regardless of anything else.
Because
Even
if you pull star player, game-winning drive,
sure,
just because, I mean, that's a whole other ball game in there too. So you have to be careful on what's pulling, what's not pulling.
But what I would tell you, Pat, is we have some incredibly talented men and women who serve as athletic trainer spotters and unaffiliated neurotrauma consultants. These are the best of the best. These are the people you want taking care of you. Mm-hmm. If you call me and say, hey, who in that city should I go see for this issue? These are the people we're going to recommend. And so I think what happened there was extremely unfortunate with that UNC, but as I said, we've all learned from it, and the investigation that was done jointly said that the protocol was followed. What we did as an outcome of that was to simply say, let's change our protocol and make it even more conservative. And that's what you saw this season. We did more concussion evaluations than we've ever done in a season. We had more medical timeouts where we stopped the game to get a player off. And I think as a result, we can say with data that we're becoming even more conservative about concussion.
Well, congratulations.
Yep.
Obviously, you're a doctor, so people only come to you whenever something's wrong. So you don't necessarily have people just pumped to come and see you. And when you're working with the NFL, you're only going to get talked about whenever something fucks up. Great job. Your team has done an incredible job. We're excited to see what the NFL is 10 years from now with a lot of the help from your department. So thank you for your time, and thank you for your service to the league.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Alan Sills. Appreciate you, Doc. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's get to a break. Run to the bathroom real quick, and then I believe Steve Mariucci will be joining us on the other side. The Mooch! Hey, we're going to go to a break and then go to the bathroom. Is that okay? My man. Thank you, Coach. Fucking electric factor.
Oh, I know.
Dog.
Yeah. Steve Mariucci, the winner of the XO Showdown Worldwide Champion. Back-to-back years, Steve Mariucci on NFL Network. He'll be joining us in about 4 minutes. Be a friend, tell a friend. Take 4. Yesterday was, a day that I've been waiting for my entire life, preparing for my entire life, dreaming of my entire life.
Ain't on the game, we are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change.
Obviously, we had the Daily Show for 3 hours, about 15 minutes here. You send Josh Allen to the Colts?
I would trade myself before I trade Josh.
Immediately following doing this show, I went to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and filmed an episode of Peyton's Places with Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday. Best one yet. Hey, I memorized some lines.
Oh,
really? I was up in the crow's nest where you wave the green flag and then the checkered flag. The ladder to get up to that thing was literally this thick. And then you're standing on top of the track. I'm just hanging out there for a couple hours. I guess that episode's coming out in the fall. Got to see Jeff Saturday again. Love chatting with Jeff. Got to see Peyton again. Love chatting with Peyton. It was amazing. I was very thankful to be a part of that. And then immediately after that wrapped, hopped on a plane, flew to beautiful Chicago, Illinois.
Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm ghost. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most. Got the whole team on my back.
And I can't thank the people of Chicago enough for the love they gave me whenever I walked out into the arena last night. WrestleMania, I'm preparing day and night, 2-a-days, 3-a-days, eating healthy, getting back into the best shape of my life so I can beat the hell out of Austin Theory. And tonight, dream come true, mission accomplished. Yesterday was one of the coolest days of all time, and I can't thank everybody enough for allowing me to live this life. It's the dumbest life of all time. I will continue to try to enjoy every single moment. I will continue to try to do my best at everything I am doing, and thank you all so fucking much for all these opportunities. What is it? Why is that thing up? Why is there a light in the sky? Is that an alien? What up, alien? My name's Pat. This is Foxy. Let's chat. This is UFO. That was a hell of a Monday, wasn't it? Show, Peyton's Places, Monday Night Raw debut. Now we're back home. Got a meeting in the morning. Back at it. Let's go. Let's go. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode on this glorious Thursday, February 9th. We're at Radio Row here at Super Bowl 57 in Phoenix, Arizona. Just had an incredible conversation with Dr. Alan Sills, the Chief Medical Officer of the NFL. We peppered him.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his. I feel like they got the right guy in the right position there to handle the future of the NFL, which is obviously going to be tough terrain to navigate because health is the most important thing.
That's right. Health is wealth.
Hey, Q asked him a question about those Guardians. Hey, just from watching
Look at the strength.
combat sport. Not really here is where you get the concussion. Not so much here.
No.
More so about right
here.
here. In your Guardian, you see. So that was a moment I think Dr. Alan Sills will certainly take back to his crew. But thank you, AQ, for doing what AQ does. Joining us now is a man who can only do what he does because he is the most electrifying human being maybe that has ever graced our planet.
Yep.
Former head coach of the NFL, obviously for the Niners, but now everybody knows him as the X's and O's Showdown world champion back-to-back years. This year he hopped in a Spider-Man costume and broke it down. Last year he did the same. They got an 8.5-hour kickoff show on Sunday leading up to the big game on NFL Network. Ladies and gentlemen, star Steve Mariucci.
Mooch, good to see you.
Mooch is all pumped.
See you, sir.
There he is.
Mooch was
So
not
much juice.
thrilled that we forced him to come back.
No.
He was standing up here. We said,
not.
we need to give you a big intro. You deserve it. You've earned it. You're the man. I believe this is your headset right here.
You can move that around if you need.
Coach, you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah, this is an old ball, isn't it?
That's from the Pro Bowl games.
Okay, hey, did you have fun at the Pro Bowl?
Not bad.
Huh?
Not bad.
What do you mean not bad? I thought it was pretty darn good.
Did you like the gridiron gauntlet whenever they were doing their thing? Myles Garrett dislocated his toe. They're never going to do it again.
Nope.
They're never going to do it again. Never going to do it again.
It's over.
That drill.
Yeah, but that was like the best one.
I like that format because I was watching you and Kurt and the whole thing. And remember how the Pro Bowl used to be? Guys?
Yes, Hawaii.
Sure.
Yeah, in Hawaii. So
Yeah, Hawaii.
when I was coaching the Pro Bowl one year, can I tell a story?
Yo.
Mooch, nothing but time.
Come on, Mooch.
So it was back in the day when the loser of the championship games would coach the Pro Bowl.
Yes, it was
Right?
your duty.
And it was after the Super Bowl.
Ah,
Way back, it was after the Super Bowl. So you'd
remember
get
that.
more guys participating, right? Right now, in between the two, you don't have the Super Bowl players in there. There's a lot. And then you have the guys that lost, like, hey, I'm banged up, I can't play. So,
TJ Watt said he had a peck or something. He didn't.
yeah,
but
I
he
mean, guys
did.
are banged up. But after the Super Bowl, there's a little bit more
Yeah,
time
right.
for them to participate. Anyway, we're playing in the game. And this is how serious it used to be. It wasn't flag back then. It wasn't flag.
Full contact.
No.
This is the first year of flag, just for everybody.
Yeah, right.
So I had a guy, I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Kevin Gogan, okay? He's
Yes.
the biggest, ugliest, meanest guy in the league, right? 6'8", 345.
Jeez.
Gogan's
They
a
had
dog.
They had a picture of Gogs biting somebody's leg on Sports Illustrated cover, like
Hell
dirtiest
yeah.
player in the league, and I loved him to death, okay? So he was playing, and on the AFC, Neil Smith from the Broncos playing. Anyway, fight starts because they're serious about winning this game, right? Winner gets 50, loser gets 25.
That's a big difference.
Big difference. You got to pay for all those drinks from your family that showed up.
and
right?
it's Hawaii, expensive milk.
Expensive, and so they're playing hard, trying to win, and fight breaks out.
There's your guy go.
All right, look at this.
Actually gnawing on somebody's arm.
Beast.
So anyway,
That's what
he
the
gets
league used to be.
kicked out
Yep.
of the game. He and Neil Smith both get kicked out of the game, but they go through the same tunnel, and the locker rooms are close by each other. So I'm standing during the game, we're coaching them up, and all of a sudden, Milt Aldridge, the head of security, comes to me. He says, "Coach, you need to go in there and calm him down." I go, "Why?" He goes, he's going to fight. He's going to go crazy. He is going crazy. You got to go stop him. I go, "I got a game to coach right here."
Yeah, we got 50 grand.
So I go, Steve Young, Steve, come here. I just pulled Steve out of the game. He started, and I pulled him out. Steve, go there and calm down Gogan, will you please? He goes in the locker room.
Gogan beats the shit out of Steve. Could you imagine that?
He comes back. I go, "What?" He goes, "I can't calm him down, Coach. You got to go in there and calm him down." So they actually hired more security for the party after at the hotel. So these two guys didn't start throwing tables around.
They cared, though.
They cared.
Yeah.
The point of the matter is they cared about the game. That's how competitive it used to be.
Love it.
Now, I'm not saying it's not competitive now. In fact, I kind of enjoyed this format, right?
Yeah, it gave a little bit more juice, I think. A little bit more juice. Because last year it was still tackle football, and it was despicable.
bad.
Disturbing to watch.
Yes,
The
bad for
late
football.
Pro Bowls, they were playing two-hand touch.
Bad
really.
for football.
It was bad football.
You know what else is bad for football?
What?
And just to get to the two-hand touch football thing, like some of these roughing the passers, Coach, I assume you lose your mind. Now, you work for the league, you work at NFL Network, but you speak on that game day show.
Yeah.
Best show on TV every Sunday, by the way.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
guys are amazing.
Thanks for coming on.
Come
And
on.
you know, you picked the right guy in XO Showdown.
Hell
too.
yeah.
Good job.
I didn't even get to see the last one. I knew you'd win. Come on, that's not even a question.
Simple.
Being asked to be on the show was an honor, but you're always speaking from like a coach's standpoint, like the way you do. You're always super optimistic and ready to go. Some of these things that are happening in the game are obviously not good for football. Is it tough for you to hold your tongue, or do you get pissed off about it and you just kind of let it go?
So I was watching when I first came here. Dr. Sills was on. That was fascinating.
He did a great job.
He's good. He's good. I know him already because I'm on the player safety advisory panel.
Not easy.
So we study the trends, the injury trends, and then when are injuries happening on grass, on turf, in training camp, in games, in cold weather, whatever, everything. And obviously concussion's number one, and then other injuries follow. But he does a great job. We're trying to make the game safer, right? We're trying to have players play a little bit longer, and so protecting quarterback. We saw what happens when you don't have a quarterback, right? In San Francisco,
Bro, how about the exclusive third quarterback thing? You think that's going to happen?
I'm watching that game. Fourth quarter,
Hold on,
and the Niners aren't even trying to throw the ball and catch up. They
can't even attempt.
They can't. Their third quarterback was Christian McCaffrey. He was rubbing his calf. He just showed up halfway through the season. I mean, it was ridiculous, right? Yeah. So I texted. I won't give you any names.
Roger Goodell.
No, I can't say names.
Roger Goodell.
Troy Vincent.
Okay, well, one of those two, yeah. So and then,
Mooch, God, pull.
Wait a minute, I don't text with two thumbs. I can't do that. So I'm like this. Anyway,
Okay, they are doing the same.
So I said we can't have this anymore. This is. What if this happened in the Super Bowl, where one team can't play anymore, and 200 countries are watching this sport, and you can't play the game? It's ridiculous. So we have to have a third quarterback available.
So that's happening.
Maybe it's for the playoffs only. To bring up a practice squad guy or whatever that is. This can't happen anymore, and there's discussion about it.
You're assuming it's going to change.
I hope it changes. I think it's an easy change. Maybe it's just for playoffs. It can happen during the regular season too, but it's not as impactful, I guess. But let's have three guys ready.
AJ has a question for you, Coach.
I'm wondering, Mooch, if you say back when you were a coach, and even if you're watching old film, when you see horse collar tackles happening, and guys getting up cheering and there's no flags, big old shots when guys are coming across the middle, what do you think when you see that? It's almost to me crazy to think that's how it was for a while, isn't it?
And you could hit quarterbacks in the head, and you could.
That was the game plan.
Yeah.
Hey, if he wants to carry his fakes out, we're going to kill that guy.
That's on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there a way to find a balance between where we're going and where we were?
I don't think we're ever going back there.
No.
I think. This committee that we're on, we're not the competition committee.
Was it Roger Goodell or Troy you texted?
Can't tell you that. One of the two. So
I just didn't know.
With the rules the way they are, you take away the wedge, you move you take away half of the kickoffs because that was the most dangerous play in football.
You're damn right.
The most
And the
dangerous
punt.
play in sports was the kickoff.
And the punt. Play that I was on.
Punts up there too.
Yeah. And standing on the sideline is dangerous too. Ask Bosa. So I did all those things.
Yeah.
I stood on the sideline a lot.
So then you do the data and you say, well, yeah,
Lucky
we
it's
reduced
5.
concussions X%, and then that kind of thing. And then with only 14 practices and pads during the whole darn season, does that help or not? You know what I mean? But I don't see us going, okay, we're okay. Let's add a few more padded practice. That ain't going to happen.
I think players are happy to hear that. But as this inevitably goes to 18 games, which we know is going to happen.
I hear us talking about that. You guys think that's going to be?
Definitely. Mooch, how long you been around the NFL? How long you been around the NFL?
Come on, Mooch.
A lot. And so.
How long have you been around the NFL?
18 years with the network and then 14 years coaching. So that add
32.
that up. I'm not a mathematician, but then I had another 15 years in college coaching. So
47 years.
That's it.
Yeah. So.
Love the sport. Hey, thank you for your commitment to the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Honestly.
When my wife, I hope I'm sure she's watching. Everybody's watching this. So, but
no,
I don't think so.
When I have to go down and watch film, or I've got to watch this game because she goes, "Come on, it's just football." She thinks I'm like a fan, right? I go, "You know what? See this? See that dress you're wearing? Paid for that dress, okay? My whole life has been football, right?"
Yeah, and you've done great.
Oh, it's been fun.
XO Showdown, 2-time champion in a row.
So that belt, you know that
title,
the title belt. Doesn't fit anymore. I mean, Irv had to hold it on me, with because it's
Well,
it's like that Spider-Man suit. It's shrinking.
Of course.
No, is it the suit or is it you? You think?
It's a suit.
So, yeah, absolutely.
When they washed it.
Hey, you got
shrunk
8.5 hours on Sunday. You going to be able to last, or what's
Yeah.
the deal? What are you saving up? Are you going to just
That's
sleep?
what we've done, Pat. That's what we've done. In fact, we used to do that and the post game.
Damn.
And then they say, you guys can do it. Take off. We'll bring somebody else in for post.
Hold on, there was 1 week you guys didn't work. What was it? It was a Saturday, Sunday day, maybe?
We didn't work.
Yeah.
During the season.
Yeah.
Because of one of the London games.
Yes.
Yeah. In
that
fact,
was it.
Yeah. Because we didn't do the game, so they said we're off. And the game is shown at the same time as our show is on.
Oh, yeah, because I missed you guys for a week.
I missed you too.
That was rude. You guys did that to me.
Pretty
Took
messed
a
up.
weekend off. I
But
was like, oh, these guys are getting lazy.
They
already.
sent us to Munich. That was awesome.
That's a beautiful city. I
If you
heard.
ever can go to Munich, I'm not kidding. It was spectacular.
How do you feel about the international events? I think it's good for the league, good for the game,
Great
good for
the
everybody.
league. You can't believe how many fans are in Europe, NFL fans. They follow it like crazy.
Yes.
Oh, my God. And then Germany especially, even more so than the London. We've done 30-some games in London.
Do you think it's military or you think it's the
No.
locals?
Could be some, there's some military presence there. But it's because of NFL Europe. Remember all the Rhein Fire and the Alexei and all those teams? They developed a American football fan base over there from way back when, NFL Europe.
Your microphone sounds amazing. You just moved it up. You sound like so full. And
Unbelievable.
Paisano out there
Right.
doing his thing. Connor has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Mooch, we were just talking about how difficult it is to be a head coach in the NFL now, especially if you're not an offensive play caller, because if you are a defensive guy, there's a chance that you're going to lose your offensive guy to another head coaching job. What do you think is the hardest part now in today's game when it comes to coaching?
Well, obviously you gave the ball to T.O. on Jerry Rice Day, so that's
20 times.
Yeah. Awesome. That is an amazing thing. They were celebrating Jerry Rice.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yep. They were doubling Jerry Rice.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
the ball had to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
Throw the ball, Coach.
T.O. breaks a all-time
He
record.
caught 20 passes on Jerry Rice Day.
Tough relationship, I assume.
Jerry
shortly
wasn't
thereafter.
happy.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Well,
He
I'll tell you-
pre-games
I'll
like
tell-
a-
So here's when you're successful. Of course, when you suck, you're just going to everybody's going to lose their job, right?
Yeah.
But when you're successful, you're going to lose coaches and players. And so the trick is hanging on to as many as you can, right? But when a coordinator gets an offer or an opportunity to take a head job, well, geez, he's gone, right?
Yeah.
Usually.
Has to.
If you're a defensive coach and you have an offensive coordinator that's pretty darn good and he leaves you, that's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you have a guy waiting that knows the same system, that can keep developing this young quarterback without changing the scheme and the play caller in his ear, right? That's why it's not 100%, but that's why the trend right now is for teams to hire an offensive-minded head coach.
Oh, yeah.
The Sean McVays, the Kyle Shanahans, the Matt LaFleurs.
O'Connells.
On and on, yes. Because if you have success
Sirianni.
and you lose your offensive coordinator, the offensive guy is still calling the plays for the next 12 years, right? You don't lose that continuity with your young quarterback. And not that it's easier to replace a defensive coordinator, but when you're talking about developing a quarterback, the continuity with the scheme is really important.
And that's where all the money is, too. The money's in that quarterback as well.
A lot of
which
the
is
money.
your franchise, which is the future of your franchise. That's a tough hire to get it right through a head coaching thing. That's why there's so much turnover. What was it? $800 million was being paid to fired coaches just this year? Fired coaches because people couldn't figure it out.
That was halfway through the year, too. That's gone up since.
Yeah, they fired more people.
Okay, relax, okay? Because here's the deal.
No, yeah, you coaches. You
Because I've
coaches
been
are draining
I've been
$800
fired
million.
before.
Hell.
$800 million out of the NFL.
But you don't get it all. Well, here's the deal. Now, I don't know about everybody's contract, but typically a coach's contract, if you get let go and there's a year or two left on it, if you go home and sit on the couch, they're going to pay you.
Yeah.
Okay? But most of
Not
these
bad.
coaches are young guys that want to keep working. You know? So when you start a new job, that salary offsets what that old team owes you. There's an offset clause. Okay, so that $800 million is the starting point, and then when they get back on the workplace, it comes down.
Why are they being so dramatic then? Why is the
Yeah,
NFL being
because
so
they're-
dramatic?
Who wrote that article?
Hey,
some Mark.
I think it was somebody anti-NFL.
Yeah, probably.
Obviously, somebody anti-you. They said they fucking hate Steve Mariucci.
Bullshit.
Hey, speaking of articles and narratives, everybody has the Eagles just beating the hell out of the Chiefs.
Wait, who's everybody?
76% of the money.
It's dropped to 73.
73% of the money is on
I don't know
Phil.
anything about that. We're not allowed to talk about spreads and everything.
Well, just wait till next year. There'll be so much money coming into your pockets from it that you guys will be talking about it every single week.
Yeah.
But 73% of the money is on the Philadelphia Eagles at -1.5. But also on TV, any human that is speaking into a microphone seemingly has just casted away Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and the Chiefs. And you obviously are a coach, so you're always about, hey, we got enough in this room to go and get a win. Do you think the Chiefs are just like outmanned? Is that why everybody just assumes the Eagles are going to do their thing?
If I were neutral, and I should be, and looking at the rosters, Andy Reid and I grew up together, and they're sharing an office no bigger than this in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, and he kicked Sirianni out of it, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He
said
kicked Sirianni out of there.
Sirianni.
He didn't kick. Sirianni was with the Chiefs when Andy took the job, and
Fired
he
his
had
ass.
David Culley. He had his own receiver coach. So
Coach Dave.
Chewing on his tongue.
He had his own guys.
Coach Dave.
But
What a run
anyway,
to Houston.
what were we talking about?
Eagles.
Everybody's saying the Eagles just have the Chiefs completely outmanned.
There's a lot going on.
So, AJ,
What happened here?
if you look at the roster, and you watch that last game, Spags is playing with 5 rookies on defense. Who does that? Corners and pass rusher and 4 defensive backs against Joe Burrow. Are you kidding? I'm going like, oh my God, they're going to get sliced up. And they were good. Brett Veach told me before the season that, hey, we're going to be young on defense, Mooch, but if these guys stay healthy and they get better, we got a chance. Well, here they are. This is a young team, and they got a rookie tailback, Pacheco. The Eagles have a veteran kind of a defense. I mean, those pass rushers are scary. Man. You got about 8 of them, right?
They do.
And Darius Slay and Bradbury, I mean, they got good corners. So if you just look at it, just with no bias, you'd say the Eagles have the better roster, the more experienced veteran kind of a roster. And then you go, but then they got Patrick Mahomes, Meadowlark Lemon. You don't even know who that is. You weren't even born yet when the Globetrotters were playing. And so,
I have an assistant in Globetrotters game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mooch.
Yeah.
Punted it to a guy.
I mean, isn't he like that? I mean, he's the best. And so, and then of course Andy's got something up his sleeve. I interviewed him the other day, and I made him promise me that he would pull out that snow globe thing and do something
Ring
else.
around Rosie.
I said, I've never asked for anything in my life. Just can you do it for me once? He goes, okay, fine. So maybe he will.
So
So the Eagles have the better roster. That's why people are saying, they should win this game. But then here goes Magic Mahomes. If you give them a minute left in the game and they're only down by 7, look out.
Are you a coffee guy?
2 cups of coffee in the morning, done.
That's it.
That's it.
What about 8.5-hour kickoff show?
So the coffee's early at 7 and 8 o'clock.
And then we get the cocaine about 7.
No, we have
Red
pizza.
Bull.
Pizza. Oh, my son. Hey, oh, hey.
All right.
A little bit of gas there.
No, it's fun. It's Super Bowl, so you get energized, right?
Hell yeah.
You know how this works.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a great day for football.
Yeah, you're a great person for football. Thank you for your.
You are the man. I love watching you.
47.
All you guys are nuts.
No, it's
very
good.
nice.
You guys are the best. Honestly, you guys got a great program over there. You do a great job. I think every single week you bring it, which we appreciate, except for that one you guys took off.
Yeah, I was messed up.
But aside from that,
When we took off that weekend, because we did that the year before, because there was a London game that we didn't do. CBS did it, I think. So they said, you're off. It was the first Sunday I had off in 46 years.
Jeez.
Because when I was playing
What the hell?
in college, you go back in and watch the film.
Yeah.
When I was at assistant, you're playing in the NFL. It didn't matter. You're always working on Sundays, and of course Thanksgivings, and probably Christmas
and New Year's.
and New Year's probably. You get 4th of July off though.
That's nice.
But
Hell yeah.
Middle of
Yeah,
summer.
So what'd you do?
I went to church, and then stayed home and
What the
watched-
Lord say? Where the fuck you been?
Where you been, Mooch? And then watched all the games.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's a great Sunday. You got to experience it like we do, and we can't thank you enough for your service. And good luck this Sunday.
Thanks.
And have a great off season with the wife. Appreciate you.
Hey, you're the man.
You're the man.
You're the man. Thank
Ladies
you,
and gentlemen,
guys.
Steve
Thanks,
Mariucci.
Coach.
Yeah, let's get to a break real quick before we set up for the next guest. Obviously,
Thank you, Coach.
Urlacher, Taylor Heinicke, Carson Palmer, Stephen A. Smith, Adam Thielen, and
What?
Tyler Lockett all on deck. Let's take a minute and a half here as we set up for the next guest. Steve Mariucci's the man.
Dog.
What a guy. Hey, Kimbuch.
What a run today.
Thanks, Mooch.
Bro, he's awesome. 47 years of service to football.
Unbelievable.
Legend.
18, 14, and 15.
Endless energy. all day, every day.
8.5 hours they're doing that thing.
It's the type of guy I want in front of the room. I'm telling you.
Bingo.
That is what you want.
Bring that juice every single day.
Let's
We'll
go.
take a minute and a half. I believe Urlacher will be on the other side. Absolute stallion. Be a friend, tell a friend. We're live all day from Radio Row here at Super Bowl 57. Take 5. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Dan in Connecticut. Lovely place here on the 5 Energy phone line. What's going on, Dano?
Oh, what's up, Pat McAfee?
Dan, you are too young to listen to this show. I can tell. I think. How old?
I'm not Dan. I am Owen.
Ned. Owen, how old are you?
So different.
I am at 8.5.
Oh, this kid.
8.5.
If you're telling us you're half age, you're too young to be listening.
That's a record.
What's
on your mind, pal?
What do you want to talk about, Owen?
I want to talk about how inspiring this show is and how you're inspiring this whole entire world with how you're talking about sports and how you're talking about your life experience.
Thank you, Owen.
Owen, thank you.
Love you, Owen.
Thank you, Owen. I'm taking her on
And
the
also, fuck Boston College.
I will let Owen know, if you're still listening, Owen, you're inspiring.
Best kid ever.
Owen, the way you talk about sports is inspiring.
Yes!
I didn't know 8.5 could do that.
Wow.
Shout out Owen.
That time.
Go, Owen.
Hey, Owen. New generation in Connecticut, I guess.
He was making me feel good, too, by the way. He's making me feel good, making the show feel good. He was talking us up. He was hyping us up, and then boom, a little...
Was this Aristotle's brother?
A little misdirection from Aristotle's brother, Owen, at 8.5 there. That was awesome.
I'd say he put his balls on your forehead, but I don't think they dropped yet. So.
Let me tell a tale about this little blue can. Inside there's a nectar love from here to Japan. It's a vibe, it's a time, ice cold over lime, so sublime. This shit is divine. It's the beer of choice when you wanna rejoice. Hey yo boys, what's the noise? Hey yo boys, what's the noise? Well, us and Bud Light have made it a fish. We bring the stoogery, they bring delish. Feels like a genie just granted us a wish. Cause for all of us, it was love at first sip. Now be a bud, tell a bud to grab some Bud Lights. Go and Drizzly Code is what? $5 off tonight. Go and Drizzly Code is what? $5 off tonight. Cause if you're living life right and you're drinking Bud Light and you wake up in the morning and you fight the good fight, then you're doing A-okay, doing A-okay. Matter of fact, you're doing great no matter what they say. Now, be a bud, tell a bud to grab some Bud Lights. Go and Drizzly Code is wide, $5 off tonight. $5 off tonight.
Wide.
Welcome back to the program here live from the FanDuel stage at Super Bowl 57 Media Row. We're being joined by, greatest athlete to ever exist?
Yep.
Guy that tries to ride 500 miles on his bike every single month, I believe.
What?
Trying to accomplish 6,000 miles in a season on his bike, or in a year on his bike in the middle of Arizona.
Check.
Ooh,
I did
legend. An absolute, you did it?
I did it. I was going to text you, but you never texted me back anyway, so I didn't worry about it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Urlacher.
Yeah,
And joining Brian is Chris T. Clem, former Chief Patrol Agent of the U.S. Border Patrol in Yuma, Arizona. Chief Clem retired on December 31st, 2022, after serving more than 27 and a half years with the U.S. Border Patrol. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Clem.
Thank you.
Okay, you're here talking about Ditka Jaws cigars?
Tonight, yeah.
Are you a cigar guy?
No, I'm not.
Chris, you're a cigar guy?
I am tonight.
Okay.
There we
Two
go.
cigar guys.
You're here. Got one right here.
I tried one cigar. It's not my thing. I tried dip one time, too. And I threw up, so it wasn't my thing.
Training camp, though? Tried to fit in? Tried to be cool?
No, I chewed sunflower seeds during training camp. It was actually college. I was out at a bar drinking. A guy gave me a thing of Copenhagen. I was like, oh, yeah, come on, man, yeah. 5 minutes later.
Yeah, I can't handle tobacco either.
I don't like it,
A lot
man.
of drugs. I do a lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs, that's right.
A lot of drugs.
Whatever, I don't mind vodka.
What?
Yeah, don't mind that.
Oh, whiskey?
What?
No whiskey.
Beer?
What?
No beer.
Tequila?
What?
Yeah. I had a little tequila.
Clase Azul.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
Spanish.
I couldn't even imagine you boozed up, pal. What has it been like Super Bowl week out here in Arizona, though? You close to here?
Yeah, we're 20 minutes from here. It's great, man. I played in the waste management yesterday. Missed you, I guess.
Yeah, where were you?
Showed up
Yeah,
late.
where were you?
We both got a shot in on 16.
Shot
Oh,
at
did you
glory.
make it? Did you hit on the green, too?
I mean, I was straight at the pin, about
2.
80 yards over the green now.
Oh, did you hit a pitch and wedge?
I hit a 9-iron.
Dude, you hit
Poor decision.
I was not on a green either.
You hit your iron, so, I mean,
We didn't. We shouldn't have been there.
no. Yeah, I hit the green.
Okay.
I was in the group. Oh, yeah.
How'd you play?
I had a great time. How about that?
Oh, you
It
played
was
terrible?
6.5 hours.
Who was your pro?
That's what JJ said.
So we had the front nine. We had Patrick Cantlay,
Nice.
Good player.
top 5 in the world, and then the back nine we had Davis Riley. Unbelievable. This dude, I mean, he's 26. Just his driver's like 340, 350.
So you're a golfer, though, aren't you?
I wouldn't call me a golfer. I like to play golf. I play 3-4 days a week. But look at the weather here.
Stud.
It's fun.
Hey, we just talked to Bob Parsons yesterday. You ever meet him?
BP? Or you should remember his place.
Used to
At
be.
Scottsdale National. Yeah, it's an hour. It's an hour away
$750,000 initiation
to
fee.
join.
75 grand a year.
I know this.
We did all the math.
I know all of, what's the guest fee? Do you know? What is it to stay at the Villas every night? Do you know any of that stuff?
I don't know. Is that a thing?
I actually played
sounds
there.
like I would like to do that.
I played there last week, man. You're not going to find a better place anywhere than that place. It is unbelievable.
Arizona's been home for you for how long?
I retired in 13, whatever was it. But I lived here, but I had a home here before then. So permanently 2013.
I think doing well hosting. I think like downtown here, they just shut down a bunch of the streets.
Yeah.
So they're kind of doing whatever they need
Place
to do.
is great.
I think it
I
is.
like it. And the weather's freaking awesome, man.
What do you think about the game this weekend?
I'm excited to watch it from my couch.
What?
Do you want me to know who I think is going to win? Is that what you want to know?
Hey, if you want to give a take, do
You're
it.
looking pretty serious right now when you ask me that question, too.
Well, because I need to know, because this is a problem.
Yeah,
I'm honestly having a problem with this, and the boys will echo the sentiment.
Spread's still 1.5?
Yes, but also like 73% of the money is on the Eagles, and everybody is just saying the Eagles are going to kill. AQ goes, Eagles are going to kill.
Yeah, it's going to be easy.
Eagles
Why? Because you think, they run the ball.
There it is.
The lineman, they run the ball.
Yeah, exactly. All the big guys won it.
Agreed. But they've been ahead in every damn game.
Agreed.
So it's easy. They hand the ball off, they get the lead, and then they let those pass rushers go get the quarterback. So I'm a Chiefs guy, man. I like Andy Reid. I like Mahomes.
yeah.
I like what the Uggles are doing too. But I like Mahomes. He's good, dude.
Chris, 27 and a half years
That's right.
as Border Patrol guy.
Yep. Yeah, I tell you
I've
what,
heard about it.
Yeah.
It is a big conversation piece. Has it always been a political conversation piece, or is that just the last 10 years?
You know, it's been political the last few years. You know, put it something you probably can relate to, right? So we've had, great,
I doubt it.
No, I'm telling you, I think you can.
Good analogy right
like, we have in the last few years, we're planning and building up. We had the infrastructure, we had the resources, we had the people. I had 25 plus years in, and I finally become going to be the chief, right? And then,
hey, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. So everything's going well. Like, I'm getting excited about it. And then, new administration changes. I've been through 5 administrations, and so I'm excited to get out to Yuma, ready to lead the men and women there. And then all of a sudden, the policy just changes. Everything. It's like Palomalu and the CCAP, man.
All right.
Just totally just.
Whoa.
I mean, the best laid planned to go lead the men and women there, and
We
then
didn't even have a checkout.
no. We had
You had to run it.
Believe me, I did not. We are not running. I actually said we do not have a blackout of this. It was supposed to be 100%.
No.
We are not running this right now.
No,
we are kicking a field goal.
We ran it. We continued to run it, and the men and women are doing a great job, and they got their hands tied. The people, the massive humanity that's coming here from all over the world, it takes a toll. They're not able to do some of that primary mission of keeping America safe. They are your first line of defense. Some of the hard narcotics, the fentanyl stuff that's killing people in our communities.
That's a real problem, right?
Absolutely, it's a big
like
problem.
a real deal.
Yeah.
I've had friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, I come from a town in which that particular avenue of life happens. People get into pills. People get addicted to pills. Communities like mine, where I come from, are all over the country. And fentanyl is a real fucking, it's a killer.
Yeah, well,
I've lost like 4 friends because of it.
Just last year, 700 pounds seized by Border Patrol, or at least
and everybody says, they shouldn't be taking the drugs to begin with. It's like, I agree.
No doubt.
But these guys have obviously addiction issues and they're not able to get out.
People think they're
And
taking
then out of
Advil.
nowhere, they're dead.
Yeah, they're taking an Advil or something, and it's laced, if you don't know where you're getting it, it could be laced with fentanyl.
How'd you two get linked up here?
So that was exactly right.
Trip down there.
We were working on some resiliency issues, and I was able to connect with some folks, and Sonia Moschmeyer, who got us set up here, brought Brian and Nick Lowry and Randy Grimes, some other players
Kicker,
down.
Nick Lowry.
Dog.
Kicker.
Absolute stud. Don't
Casey.
fucking run
No,
into
bro,
him.
he's good.
So
I hung out with him, man.
We brought these guys down there to.
He likes wild good.
Brought the guys down there to talk to the agents and meet them firsthand, and Brian can tell you the experience. But, I can talk about mental health and resilience and telling our guys to take care of themselves. But when you have legends come out there who have been heroes on the gridiron, come out there and tell them, hey, we appreciate you, we support you, and got to meet them and really develop a relationship with them.
Cool,
it was
man.
good stuff.
He's
Spend
good
time
dude,
with them.
Urlacher.
Let them know we support them. They'll see a lot of shit on TV that probably isn't true, so I want to go down there and see for myself. But just let them know that we're here for them and we support them and just hanging out.
Hey, you're into that a little bit.
A little bit,
You
yeah.
get into the political worlds a little bit. I watch you dabble every
a little
once in
bit,
while.
but I like our military. I like our law enforcement. I like our border patrol. Those are the people that I. stand
Call
by.
me political. I'm old school. That's what you just said. Man.
Whoops.
That's
Did I say
basically what you
political? Because I support the police. And
I'm
political now. I guess I am political if I support the police.
No, but I see you dabble in there every once in a while.
Every once in a while, I'll take a little heat for something. You never take heat for anything, right?
I stay out of it. I try.
No,
not
I mean for
to.
anything. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about anything in general.
Oh,
you
yeah,
never get any heat.
right,
You're
dude.
always
I got
scathing everything.
Bro, I got murdered for a lot of things.
Why?
I was killing people allegedly with my platform when Aaron Rodgers had a 500-page report.
Yes. You're the only person that talks to Aaron, so you're the most hated man in media because he won't talk to anybody. It's so great. I love it, by the way. I think it's great.
They all hate me too, I'd assume. And
even better.
It's great, I guess. But look at our spot here, dude.
Yeah,
Beautiful
this is
spot.
a decent spot. Got a good view out here.
Oh, whoa, decent, this guy.
I walked in. I go, "Where's the McAfee Show?" Does he not have a? And then my wife goes, "Oh, it's right there, the one that says FanDuel
in the corner."
In the corner.
And we are.
They put you in the corner.
Well, allegedly. Well, I'm not even getting into it.
Okay. Yeah. What? Is there not room in the middle of the place for you?
Nah. AJ has a question for you. What
What do you think about the Bears, man? How with Justin Fields, the direction they're going? What do you think?
We got the number 1 pick, AJ.
Yeah. Who are they going to take?
What the fuck does that tell you?
What do you do? That's what I'm trying to ask you. What does that tell you?
I mean,
about
I don't
the
know what
future
they're
of the
going to
Bears?
do. So I think Justin's a talented kid, man. We got to get some people around him. I think from what I hear, they're keeping him. Correct? Because there was some talk about him getting rid of him.
Seems like
they got to get some help. I don't know. I think number 1 pick. There's so many holes to fill on that team.
You can trade back. You think trade back and get something
I'm
else?
all about getting more picks. I'm all about it. But then,
Breakdown.
But if you don't get good picks, doesn't matter.
It's a tough gig, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, you're going to get so many picks." Like, that's great, but
Dude, we don't care.
Stink,
That's
because
you played in the NFL. So here's the thing that everybody that played in the NFL happens, and I obviously got to watch firsthand a lot of this happen. You see so many third-round draft picks that are supposed to be game changers. Second-round draft picks come in, are supposed to be game changers, and then they just fizzle out, and nobody talks about them. They just disappear from the conversation, and everybody just assumes every second-rounder, every first-rounder is going to be worth something. It's like, that is not the case at all in reality. A lot more people fail than anybody would ever exist, and it doesn't matter where you're getting them from.
In my 13 years with the Bears, I think we had 5 first-round picks that didn't play longer than 3 years.
Jesus.
And they keep them 3 years because they give them money, so they're going to keep them for 3 years or they trade you. But all of our good picks, Mike Brown 2nd round, Charles Tillman 2nd round, ours were usually, besides those 2 guys, were 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round picks. Those were all of our good players right there.
That was the Colts. The Colts team was all 4th, 5th, 6th
you
rounds.
hit on those guys, man.
Have to.
That's your core guys, I feel like. At least when I was there, those were our good players.
I'll trade them the fuck away, though, to get a vet like this. Urlacher.
I'm with you. Trade that number 1 pick for a DN or a left tackle. Left tackles are a big deal to me.
So that's what you think the Chicago Bears need?
No, I don't think I don't have any idea. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision. That's way above my pay grade.
Eberflus seems to be a guy, though, that you would like. AQ has a question for you guys.
I like him.
Yeah, Brian, we had a conversation a couple years ago about Steve Wilkes, and I know you love playing for him. How big is that with him going to San Francisco with all the pieces they have in place on defense?
They hired him as DC?
They did.
I've been out of the loop. I haven't seen anything. I love that hire. Coach Wilkes was such a good dude. So I was with him in Chicago for 3 or 4 or 5 years. And then how about Carolina? What are you looking at? You got one of your buddies out here?
No, just like you have no fucking idea this guy got. I love that. I love that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Coach Wilkes is a man.
That's a big deal.
I thought they were going to retain him in Carolina. I was hoping they'd retain him because they were tough at the end of the season. They got nobody on that team, but they were good, man. Oh, I'm sorry, not nobody. They got
Burns
some good players.
dog, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
He turned that team around from what they were at the beginning of the season. But San Fran's defense is legit. No, I mean, you look at Coach Saleh went to the Jets, and then you got D'Amico going back to Houston. But, I mean.
Oh, so you're up on it. You know the news.
I know what's
going on. Hey, that a baby Urlacher. Yeah. You know the news.
Go. Oh, I can read the ticker. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Ty, go ahead.
Brian, to bottom. Last time you came to Indy and were in studio, we talked to you, and I think your son had just received an offer from Iowa.
He did.
I'm an Iowa guy.
We talked about it.
We did. And the program right now is kind of going into the pooper a little bit,
Not
at least
kinda.
offensively.
We got McNamara now.
Exactly.
I'm going to say we like I'm on Iowa right now.
Has he committed potentially? Is there anything I can do to kind of sway you to maybe get your bloodline to get to Iowa City? I mean, we need this kid. We need this.
I'm not sure. So I'll say this. The Iowa offer is not a weak offer because anytime they offer a secondary kid, it's legit. So since that offer, he's got Wisconsin, UW, Penn State, Notre Dame. Hold on, there's more. Cal. Nebraska. Miami.
Ohio? Miami, Ohio?
Everybody.
The University of Miami.
Oh,
yes.
Urlacher down in the U.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
My daughter also got accepted into the University of Miami Law School.
Wow, there we go.
For next year, possibly.
Go.
Anyway, I'm not sure. He told me he's probably going to decide before his senior season. So we'll take some visits in June when they're legal or however the shit that works now. I don't know.
I think you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Remind him that Iowa's had about 12 D-backs get drafted in the last
I know.
4
Micah
or 5
Hyde's in the league. There's some dudes in there. So and he knows that. You know, he wants every kid wants to play in there. They're all playing in the NFL. You know that, right?
Iowa City is also a lot of fucking
I know.
fun.
It looks like
Miami's pretty
way
good
better
time.
than the U. I don't know.
Well, the U stinks.
Stories. Yeah.
The U stinks.
So is Iowa.
The U doesn't stink.
How many?
130th out of 131
He's not
teams.
playing offense. Doesn't matter. He's
We don't know
He's
that.
going to be scoring touchdowns
We
on
don't know.
the
You guys had Kittle in Dallas. I mean, we don't
Free
know.
safety to linebacker. You never know what this kid's
You never
gonna
know.
do, right?
What was the South Dakota game? They scored 2 safeties in the second half to win the game.
They did, yeah. They won
10-6 or something like that.
It was good punting and good D.
The punter put him on the one
Corey
twice. So
Taylor.
LeVar Woods, their special teams coach, is a good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
LeVar was like, we punted down on the one. We got 2 safeties. We won the game.
That's
10-6.
how they score.
Spread was 21.5. Not that I look at that stuff, but they should have.
Do you look at that stuff? It's legal out here.
I love it. Yeah, it's so much fun to me.
Do you win?
Not usually, but I really like to play. I am not good. So whoever I take in these games, go the other way. I'm terrible.
I've had a rough year. We've all had a rough year.
It's impossible. Take the dogs. Just take the dogs.
Chris, you get into it at all? You do any gambling?
My son does. He's a big fan. He does a lot of that stuff. I haven't got much. Now that I've retired, you never know.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Dabble in there.
Yeah.
And I was just reading up a little bit here, and I probably should have done this beforehand.
It's all right.
Our frontline workers and support staff have been scrutinized for too long. It's time we thank these heroes for what they do and invest in their mental health, overall well-being, and support their families who sacrifice day in and day
Absolutely.
out. The U.S. Border Patrol Mental Health Initiative.
Yes.
That's
what we're doing. We're getting people together. We're building this. We're on the front end of it right now.
Hey, good for you helping us out.
Yeah, man, this is a great deal.
Yeah.
It's almost fumbled.
Yep.
Ooh, sorry.
Hey, ball security is job security, okay?
Not for me.
You used to be a punt returner, bro.
Bro, I didn't fumble except one time versus Mexico State. Then they got it and they beat us with a field goal.
Oh, no.
Oh, it sounds like you don't remember it.
It was only my senior year, last time I had to play those chumps down. It was bad.
Hey, mental health, obviously you're older, old school, as are you, old school.
Yep.
As we learn more about it, I'm happy that we have things like what you guys are putting together to let people know, like, hey, you're allowed to just, like, feel terrible.
That's exactly right.
Because back in the day, it was like, hey, cheer the fuck up.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real. That's a real conversation. It has to be.
The stuff that we would see or experience in law enforcement, it's going to have a compounding effect over time, right? And that's one of the things that you just kind of look. Brought up, you don't cry. You put dirt on it and get it back out there, right? And I'm not saying that you don't ever, still kind of have to tough it up and get the job done, but it's okay to talk about it. And it's okay to say, I'm not feeling okay. And I think that's what's critical is we haven't done that, and we're doing more of that, and just having people, again, that have a lot of status like Brian and others that come out there and say, hey, we're out there looking out for you, and it's okay because everybody experiences things. And we're all humans. And at the end of the day, whether it's a uniform or a badge, you take that off, there's a heart down there, and you got to be able to invest
Humans,
in that.
man.
Yeah.
Humans are the end-all, be-all
That's
here.
right.
Your hair looks amazing.
Thank you. Work on it. I'm
Good,
growing it
huh?
out.
Yeah.
I'm growing it out.
Bro, when I got to the border, I saw him. I was like, "This is a chief right here." The dude walks out, with his,
peacock a little bit.
Yeah, he walks up.
Are you on? I still got it.
You on horseback?
Yeah.
We don't have horses out there, but I took him out there on dune buggies.
Dune buggy.
And,
way more fun.
Don't do it.
Took him
Don't
out.
do it.
Took him out on the river.
We went off a cliff, like a 30-foot cliff, and landed on our nose.
Was that a normal thing that you normally do?
Yeah, well, they do.
30-foot
Well,
cliff?
we showed it out for a little bit.
I was strapped in.
You were juiced.
Yeah.
I bet you loved it.
Yeah.
I watched. There's like a Netflix doc about Border Patrol and DEA,
Yeah.
and then the people that are actually doing the moving.
Yeah.
They just go sit out there and wait for you guys to have to do a shift change, and then they just
go.
keep it moving.
That's why people always talk about certain things like a wall or whatever. It's the whole package. It's people. It's infrastructure. It's technology. People do have to go home from shift, and they got to be replaced. But when you have sensors and technology out there, you can secure that border much better.
We have a guy.
Big words.
Yeah.
Okay, it's part of our family.
Right.
That we just can't get into America.
Opposite border.
Yeah.
This is real.
Send him down there. He can walk right across.
Yeah,
He'll
there's gaps out there.
He'll get arrested and released in 3 days.
Or after that conversation.
Like get 2 bullets in his forehead.
But see, that's the
No, he'll be
frustration,
good.
right? Because there are people trying to go through the right way
Bro, this guy
that are getting put in the back of the
He
line.
has a 6-figure job
Yeah.
waiting for him in Indiana that he is the only person that can have the
There's
job.
special visas for that, but because the system has been overwhelmed for the wrong reasons, people that have good intentions and that can benefit and provide benefits.
American dream, this guy.
Yes.
This guy can experience the American dream from a shipyard to our fucking office.
Yeah.
He's the only human. We're hiring the human. It's not a role that can
Yeah.
be replaced by somebody else. It is literally him. We can't. 3 different lawyers we've had to go
And
through.
I think that's the big argument,
So you're
right?
doing it the right way.
Trying.
You're doing it the right way.
Trying
That's
to.
good
Yeah,
stuff, man.
and that's the wrong way to do it.
I got a great way to do it. So walk him to the border and put a sticker on him that says, "Call this number when you get me in custody," and they'll call the number and deliver him to you free of charge.
All right, so we got. I put
That's
my
how it goes,
number.
right?
That's how some of the children would do
That's how
that
it
way.
goes,
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah.
That's it.
Breaking down the game.
I
We
still
put AJ's number in there.
I still think you
Put
go
my number on it.
You still go the right way, but the message.
Yeah.
This is what's being lost, right? They're pushing these hundreds of thousands of people that are doing it the wrong way, are getting ahead of line for those that need to do it the right way. That they're going to be, and that's the problem.
Yes.
That's a policy issue that needs to be fixed. That's the laws that need to be changed to make sure that we're doing them the right way, and that's where voices like this can make impacts.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll be able to for our guy Gump.
We've been banging that drum
Loud.
For a long time.
I've actually sprinkled it into this microphone because our show has reach now.
Yeah.
And I've just been like, hey, we got a guy who has a job waiting for him, a whole new life waiting for him, an American dream waiting for him. We would love to just be able to do that, and it's just been impossible to make happen.
Yeah.
Whether it's like the lawyers bobbling it and fumbling it and then passing it off to somebody else who doesn't even enter the right visa in, and then he has to do. We're sitting on a fucking year this guy hasn't been able to get back into America.
A year?
A year.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
Good,
telling
dude.
us that this is
Not going
maybe a
anywhere.
couple more
Just
months.
give me the easy way to get him in, man.
Well,
it's a sticker.
When
It's
they
easy.
talk about the system
number.
being broke, that's
Number.
an example why it's being broke, because the people that are doing it the right way are getting put at the back of the line, and the people that are cutting in front are getting
Well, we
routed.
appreciate your service
Thank
down
you.
there for
Yes.
27 and a half
Thank you.
years.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
Thank you for
joining
having me.
along, helping
Yeah.
with mental health, making
Yes.
people's lives better. Tonight, Mr. Urlacher alongside Jaws, Ron Jaworski.
Hell yeah.
He's
Love
hosting
Jaws.
the 13th annual Ditka and Jaws Cigars with the Stars at 8 p.m. tonight at the Hilton Phoenix at the Peak. Have an incredible event.
Yep.
Incredible stuff you guys are doing. And Mr. Urlacher, take care, brother.
Thank you. Good seeing you.
You too. You look good.
You too. You been sick?
Last week. Last week.
Really? What happened, man?
I got a bug in my stomach.
Yeah?
And then I think I got like a twofer, and half of the boys got like half of what I got. I think it's going around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Great to hear him around all you guys. Perfect.
No, we're past it.
Love it.
Yeah, we're
Love
literally
it.
past
Yeah.
it. We were
I'm
in a
healthy.
bad spot, though, last week. We were in a bad spot last week, like thinking about how long it was going to be, and then we got past it. Thank
You're
God.
good. You beat it. You're tough.
Yeah, fucking right. But me
dude.
getting it to begin with, I felt.
You
I'm like,
felt
what
weak?
is
Like
my.
you felt, how do I get sick?
Yeah,
That's
never-
how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck do I get sick?
Dude, laying in a bed.
Yeah.
I'm laying in a bed. Like,
Shouldn't
what the
happen.
fuck, dude? This is not
Shouldn't
what
happen.
I am.
I agree.
Is this the new me?
Put dirt on it, right?
Yeah, that's
Put some
right.
dirt on it.
Put
Yeah,
some
that's
dirt
what
on
we're
it.
talking about,
Yep,
man. Let's go.
Yeah, well, see, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is part of
What are you doing? Just contradicted everything we just said.
You know, it's okay to be sick, and it's okay to ask for help. Don't forget that.
You're right, Chris.
Yeah.
We appreciate
thanks
you.
for bringing us back.
And thank you to you, Brian Urlacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Chrissy Clem and Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
Thank you, big dog. Appreciate you, man.
Shift back.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate you, man.
I was going to do it.
Yeah, have to.
Cool initiative. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The show rolls on. We're live at Radio Row here. Super Bowl 57's on Sunday. There's people just literally walking by, stopping by. There's a guy cutting a promo right in front of our stage right now, and I am in the back of the video. I think he's crushing it. He's giving a lot of demonstrative hand motions. Keep going, keep going. Right there, that guy in the white hoodie just cut a great promo. I don't know what he said, but I know he was moving it. That's what Super Bowl Radio Row, Media Row is. You know, it's just Bruce Arians walking by, stopping by, talking about his departure from Tampa Bay a couple years ago. We haven't been able to chat with him about for some time. It's Sean Payton literally talking to us through the intro while the show's about, hey, we're live. Really? Yeah. When? One show was live. Hey, welcome to the thing. It's great to see everybody. It's nice to catch up, and it's nice to celebrate the league and everything that it has. Big shout out to Christy Clem and Brian Urlacher.
That was awesome.
Awesome. They're both great.
Urlacher's a...
Yeah, he's just always going to be like that.
The man's man.
It's cool you got Gump in.
Did you see? It sounds like we have
That's what I heard.
a sticker technique.
Yep.
Did you see the
Best
shoes?
linebacker
Yeah. Zeno loves them, obviously. Did you see the shoes he was wearing?
On clouds, dude.
Same ones.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I didn't know we were going to become an on-cloud marketing campaign, but you're welcome.
Yeah.
Because we've been noticing everybody's been wearing them, and they seemingly are beloved by everybody.
I'm pretty easily influenced. I was looking at a pair back there, doing some research to see if they're good for pickleball or not. I haven't reached a decision on that yet, but we'll see.
I do like the fact you went to a golf tournament yesterday, and now you're a professional golfer.
Bought 4 of them.
Yeah. That baby Toad.
Very easily influenced.
Joining us now is a man who was the quarterback for the Washington Commanders, and he was no longer the quarterback for the Washington Commanders, and then he was the quarterback of the Washington Commanders, and then he was no longer the quarterback of the Washington Commanders. All he does is win and buy Jays. I believe he's about to be a free agent. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, Taylor Heinicke.
Yeah!
Hey, baby Taylor.
Yeah!
How are you, dude? Woo. Good to see you, man.
Get his
Zin
Lord.
Hey, did you get a Zin deal after that last thing?
A couple boys might.
You're not allowed to get a Zin deal?
Allowed to, but I think they reached out to the guys and were like, we don't want athletes
promoting
it, so little kids look up to them and they start doing
And
it.
you definitely didn't promote it, right?
No, not at all.
No.
Just saying what you were going to do.
Just talking about your life.
Yeah.
Hey, what you're doing doesn't mean somebody else needs to do it. You're just saying my afternoon. I'm about to zin. no matter what. Shout out to you. I'm happy you put the zin in there for a great convo. How are you feeling, man? The year was crazy because you've handled this all so well. Sweet tats, too. I didn't know we had this cool tats all the time. Have we always had those?
Yep. This left forearm. Yeah, that one's sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, with the
sweet.
Joker on that What's this elbow scar?
I tore my tricep against Atlanta in 2018.
UCL? No.
No, tricep.
So they reattached it?
Yeah, they reattached it after the season, and then I blew out all the ligaments.
How'd that happen? You did one of these?
I forget his name. I think it's Grady Jarrett.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Released, I think.
Very good player.
Yeah, he hit me low, and I was trying to. No.
Grady.
If I was Brady, I would have got the flag.
Oh, yeah. Heinicke, though, yeah. You got to wait a few more years, 199.
But I tried to brace the fall, and it just popped. So.
Where's your mindset at right now?
Feeling good. Just kind of sitting back, relaxing, waiting for things to happen. This new Hogwarts Legacy game came out. So
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Been killing that.
Hey, I heard it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Now we're talking.
I think the last 2 days I played a total of 24 hours on it. So
Love it.
Hold on, don't get addicted in there. Don't get lost in this society of wizards and shit like that. We got football to play still.
Well, I got about 6 months for that. So
Last year, if we had to talk about it, you play, you win, then you no longer play, they lose. Had to feel pretty good. You don't have to talk about it. You're a good teammate. And now you're free agent, right? Have you thought about potential landing destinations, what you're looking for? Because obviously there's teams that need a starting quarterback. There's teams that are very desperate, we think, for a starting quarterback. Is that how the conversations are going here early, or what are you thinking?
yeah, I'm not going to say any teams. Obviously, I would love to go to the Packers. That's been a childhood dream of mine to play for the Packers. But other than that, obviously I want to play. I want to start. And if that opportunity doesn't come up, being a backup quarterback in the NFL is probably one of the best jobs in America. So,
amen.
Either way, again, I'm just happy to be in the league. You know my story. 3 years ago, I was just chilling, taking classes. So
sleeping on a couch.
Yeah, that's right.
Your sister's actually.
That's right.
Yeah, now you're fucking starting quarterback in the NFL and winning
Yep.
and buying J's for everybody and be loved by seemingly everybody. Do you reach out to like a Fitzmagic, or do you reach out to any other guys that have seemingly going to take the road that you're probably going to end up taking here?
I've talked to Fitz multiple times, and kind of blast from the past. Sean Hill.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is blast from the past.
He was my mentor in Minnesota when I was first there. And, just hearing his story, I was like, that's the kind of life I want to live.
Yeah, because you're never going to get handed a full program.
Yeah.
For whatever one reason or another, it's just like, hey, this is your life. And you've understood that. Or like I was sleeping on a couch 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to have a job. But like last year, very easy to be like, Heinicke's our guy.
Yep.
We're giving him the program. And that doesn't happen. For some guys, that's just how the career goes. I'm excited to see what you end up doing with it all.
Yeah. Again, it's an exciting time. But again, there's lots of moving parts right now. So for me, to kind of take the stress off, I just sit back and relax and play some Hogwarts.
What's the hell yeah?
Let's go.
What's the hat here? Reign in destiny, and then I see on the side of it, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Hell yeah!
Wow.
Dude. Hell yeah! What is this?
So guy on our team, Mark and Michelle, the brother of Sony Michelle. He's a practice squad receiver, but he made his own clothing line, and he started wearing these hats around the facility, and all the guys loved him. So all the coaches, all the players, they got a bunch of hats, and me with my losing hair, I wear this all the time.
That's smart.
We need to get Urlacher back up here.
Yeah, you got that. You got Hair Jordan over there. AJ, go ahead.
Were you guys the big hat team as well?
Yeah,
the
Brian Robinson.
Well, that thing took off. Like, did you try one on, and how does it stay on your head?
I'd never tried one on,
Really?
but it did take off from there. Unfortunately, Brian Robinson didn't get any royalties from that.
Oh, Brian.
Bullshit. Come on, Brian.
He dropped the ball.
Did Raj take them? Did Raj take all his royalties, Goodell?
Maybe, I don't know.
You talked to Raj ever?
I have not.
What's that all about?
You should call him.
Should call him.
Thought he's Zins.
I don't know.
I assume
He
he's
definitely
in.
is.
I know.
I don't think I'm in that club.
Go in the
Should
basement.
be.
Go in the basement, watch NFL football with him, and eat
Peanut
some M&Ms.
Peanut
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson texted him and said, hey, we need flag football in the Pro Bowl, and it happened.
Done.
I saw that.
Why don't you just text him sometimes?
Yeah,
Say, hey, we need some
come
Zins
Hey,
in the
I need
locker
a
room.
couple cans.
Yeah, we need to step up our game to the XFL. The XFL, you win, you get seltzers after the game.
Oh, yeah.
After NFL win, you should get something.
Zin.
Well,
Zin, beer,
that
something.
one,
What?
that one OC ruined
Busch Light.
plane rides back. So
Yeah, he got
thanks
the
a
DUI
lot,
after
Todd.
the biggest night of his life. Just beat the Packers.
Yeah.
That cursed their season.
Can't stop boozing on the plane ride home after you beat the Packers and then just hop behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Can't do it. It's 2023,
And
dude.
tell
Wake
the cop,
up.
you know who the fuck I am?
You know who we just beat? Can't do it. not in this modern age that we're in. What's the off season look like for you? We working out all year round while playing the Harry Potter game?
What?
Do we call up shop? Do we set up shop? What do you got? Any trips planned? What do you got going on?
This is I went to Denver last week to hang out with some friends.
Did you go to X Games or something?
No, I didn't. But this week I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm going to Waste Management on Saturday.
Nice. Ooh, that'll be fun.
Playing some golf.
Have you been over there?
Never been.
We were there yesterday. We got dropped in.
It's unbelievable.
You guys go to par 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys.
We did shots.
We hit a shot.
Shot of glory.
A shot of glory.
Shot at glory.
Glory
hole.
Oh, y'all tried it?
It's glory hole. We took a shot of glory at glory hole, which is different than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Honestly, that stadium hole is bananas.
Yeah. Did you guys hit the green?
Yeah, hit the green.
Yeah.
I ended up on a fringe. I
think I ricocheted off the back wall and came back in the green.
He got a little handsy. AJ got a little handsy and hit it very clean off the carpet and blasted it direct. I thought it was going in, though. It was one of those ones.
At the pin.
Seeking at the pin.
Boom, boom.
And then it just didn't stop and it gets going.
That happened to me one time in Denver. I forgot about the altitude change. So it's like a 150 par 3. I hit it. It's going right at the pin. I'm like, oh, shit. This might be my first hole in one.
Oh.
30 yards over.
Killed a guy in the back.
Yeah.
I just thought about your life. Are you excited to get out of the Commander's building and kind of pass the drama or no?
I might be back there. I would love to be back there.
Is that something that's been chatted about?
We'll see. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about anything.
Heinicke.
Okay. Guess who's back?
But
back again. Commander Heinicke.
Yeah,
Tell a friend.
What is that? Is that y'all's thing?
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's like a little jingle we came up with.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll see. Again, a lot of moving parts. There's lots of big time.
Did you ever feel disrespected by them when they were in Ron Rivera, or did you ever feel disrespected because you were winning, and then going into the game they were like, Taylor's got a short hook today. Taylor, it was just like almost understood the way it was being talked about, and we were all very confused.
Mm-hmm.
But also, $30 million is going to another person. We're all in the NFL. We all understand how the NFL goes. But that seemingly came out of nowhere with the success you were having, and then no success happened. You could have very easily fallen into a little bit of being like, a little jaded by that whole thing. You had to have thought about it, and then you just said, I can't openly be a bitch about this? Or, how was it all kind of – how'd you take it all in?
It was tough. Again, like you said, I understand the business of the NFL. Just paid a guy $30 million. Let's give him another chance. I think we lost 2 or 3 in a row there. Lost 2, had a tie, and we were kind of on the cuff there. We got to make the playoffs. I'm not going to say I felt disrespected. It was just kind of the communication of how it all went down. I wasn't very happy about. But other than that,
it was your team at that point.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big
You're
time.
buying shoes right away. Ron Rivera's coming on. Taylor has – the whole team loves this.
Yeah.
It was like your team. And then, obviously, you guys are going to lose games. It's the NFL. Nobody went perfect. The people in the Super Bowl have 3 losses. They were beat by the Indianapolis – Chiefs were beat by the Indianapolis Colts.
Right.
They suck.
Losses happen in the NFL.
He beat them.
Who?
Yeah.
The Colts, remember? You were
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah. Scary Terry.
They
Fucking
came all the way
60
back.
yards.
Yeah.
we definitely ruined y'all's Ring of Honor day that day.
Oh, suck it.
Not just Ring of Honor, bro. People are paying a lot of money to be in that building. Every game.
All the fans,
Every
too.
game, people are paying a lot of money to be in there, and you just suck the happiness out of there. But it felt like that was your team. Did you ever have that feeling, or do you just, because of who you are, your story, you just assume that every day you got to earn, you got to earn.
You got to earn it, but at the same time, when I was handed the NFL script in 2015,
Boom.
I kind of knew it was coming.
Confirmed. Fucking knew it.
Ty has a question for you, Mr. Heinicke.
Yeah, speaking of all that, I was a Packers fan, so I was juiced up when you weren't playing going against the Browns because I knew, you don't have to say it. He's your teammate. I was like, Carson's going to fuck this up. He stinks. He did, threw several interceptions. Was there any –
Carson doesn't deserve this.
Put him in a rough spot.
Hey, that's me saying it. That's not him saying it. I know he's a great
John Deere
teammate.
guy. John Deere guy.
Exactly. I'm John Deere guy. You're a John Deere guy. He's a Bobcat guy, so we don't need to go there. But was there any point during that game where – because I'm pretty sure if you guys beat the Browns, you were in, right? I think that's the way it shook out, or maybe you needed a little bit of help.
Ron wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he didn't know. But, again, Taylor doesn't need to comment.
We don't need to comment. But your coach did afterwards say,
we're eliminated.
We were eliminated.
We can be eliminated.
Was there any point during that game
were
you thinking, I mean, because that would have been, like a storybook type. You get put in, you guys make the playoffs. Like, were you expecting to kind of, like, when you saw things going that way, like, okay, I got to get ready to go here. I'm going to come in and save the season. Obviously, that didn't happen. They stuck with Carson. He played arguably his worst game of the year. But like, were you expecting, like, hey, I'm gonna have to go in and get ready to go here?
Yeah, I was obviously getting ready the whole week. I think they might have made a change at halftime, but right before halftime, he had a 20-play drive for 96 yards and a touchdown. And you can't pull a guy after that.
Sure. Wow.
So.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
That would be a tough pull.
For sure. Be a tough pull.
Well, there was a short leash show, remember? That's how they literally led off the game. Like, hey, we're told today Heinicke's got a short leash.
It's against the Niners. It's the best defense in the fucking NFL.
Yeah.
It's tough. No pressure.
Yeah. What?
So you knew that going into that game you had a short leash? They told you about it or what?
I had friends send me articles.
Oh.
That was the communication.
That's what we were talking about there. Got it. Tone has a question for you.
So, what was that? The last game of the year. It was earlier in the week. You were supposed to start. You were going to go a half or whatever, and you said, "Listen, I've got the most moxie in the NFL. I'm a guy you could have a beer with. Let Sam go in and see what he can do." Is that what happened, pretty much?
Yeah. I won't get into specifics, but they initially made me start it that week, and kind of sitting back and look at it and how everything kind of unfolded the previous 2 weeks. And the game really didn't mean anything for us. And, we've seen Sam do what he can do during practice and through training camp.
Is he a dog in there, huh?
The dude's a dog. The dude can ball. So I was like, hey,
Sam
this guy a chance to see what he's got.
Yeah.
Obviously y'all drafted him for a reason. So he went out there and balled out. So, I'm very excited for him. He's got a bright future ahead of him. He keeps working hard. So, hopefully he can keep doing it.
He's a player, huh?
Oh, yeah. All the guys in the locker room believe in him, too.
So this is what was said, like, obviously the locker room you won over quickly, and you saying the locker room likes him, too, is a big deal because obviously you recognize that, too. You're a human that when you speak about football, we should take you seriously. But they're talking about Patrick Mahomes whenever they decided to name him the starter. He had played against the Denver Broncos, I think, in a game that didn't matter in his rookie year. It was like the last year. Alex Smith was having an MVP-like season, and they move on to Patrick Mahomes. And then all word out of the locker room was like, nope, we got a guy because of practice reps and because of that. You're saying similar type feel with Sam Howell?
All right, I don't want to put that.
No, but like that type of conversation. Like, hey, we think we got a guy because of what we see in practice and what we've seen behind the scenes.
Yeah, that, and, you go back to his junior year of college, he was projected to be a first or second rounder, and decided to come back his senior year. And obviously he lost a lot of weapons his senior year and didn't have that great of a year. And they thought that was, for whatever reason, he fell to the fifth round after that. So everyone knew he could play. I just don't understand how he fell to the fifth round.
What do you think about the Eagles? Obviously played them a couple times here.
Oh, we beat them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Colts and the Eagles,
but.
Yeah, two powerhouse.
You're right. Same sentence though. Colts and Eagles. Yep. That's right. Exactly. It's tough. Those are two tough teams.
I think they're the best all-around team.
How'd you beat them?
We ran the ball 45 times.
Oh yeah.
You got
they got Linval Joseph.
And they brought in Sue and Joseph literally like 3 days later.
You forced that guy into the late hit.
Yeah.
Right at the last drive.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to take a knee.
Let's talk about that. Because I got a lot of flack for celebrating. But, you go into a huge division rival at their place. They're undefeated Monday night, and it's Philly, those fans. And I completely let myself go at the end. And the guy had 4 or 5 steps. And still hit me.
We broke it down.
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate. Yeah, we just beat the undefeated guys Monday night at Philly. Come on now. So,
of course.
And again, 2 years ago, I was sleeping on the couch. So, yeah, I'm going to be excited.
Yeah, you should have been.
Yeah,
and the guy could have clearly not hit you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was his fault.
But once again, that script said,
Yeah, you knew it going in.
Yeah,
Stupid son of a bitch is going to hit me.
These fans are going to be pissed. Yeah.
Oh, man, wait till the fans see what they got scripted for the end of this thing.
They're going to lose it.
The worst rule in football in everybody's eyes is going to end this one. Yep. I'm coming with a closer. And you know what I'm going to do? Heel. I'm going to celebrate. That's good shit. Way to improvise there a little bit off the script. AQ has a question for you, Taylor.
Yeah, the college game's really starting to penetrate the NFL, right? It's starting to really
real
deep, right?
Yeah.
Getting in there.
All the RPOs, all the options, all the quarterback
Mm-hmm.
runs. You are obviously very dangerous when you run the ball. Have you ever been in that type of system, and would you feel comfortable kind of in that RPO, all the different option games?
100%. That was my whole college career. For 4 years, we were kind of a hurry-up Oregon, old school Oregon, but lots of RPOs, lots of just quick passing, kind of getting out of the pocket. I feel like that's where NFL's going today. You don't see many true pocket passers other than Joe Burrow and those guys being elite, but you got to be able to move. Those defensive linemen are too good nowadays.
Hey, man, you're a multimillionaire now from football.
Yeah.
You did it.
Sweet.
Very sweet.
I've never even thought about that, but yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it, man. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
What do you
Appreciate
got? Are you just going right back into the wizard world right as soon as you
Hell
leave?
yeah.
Nah,
What house are you?
Gryffindor. You know, I chose
Obviously.
Gryffindor. But I did the quiz on.
Of course.
I did the quiz online.
Yeah.
And they had me at Hufflepuff.
Oh,
Heinicke.
This Hufflepuff piece of shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy about that one.
Hufflepuffs?
It said adventurous.
Oh, what?
That's not what they say on the streets.
Trying to-
That's not what I was
It's the
getting
worst
at.
house in the.
Yeah, bingo.
So it's, you guys are in frats now all of a sudden in the Wizard World?
Yep.
And the
Feels-
Hufflepuffs are a
feels
real
like-
problem, huh?
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Dust up between houses? How's it work?
The
How do you settle things?
Gryffindors and the
Worse
Hufflepuffs?
Settle it on
dust
the
up than your
fucking Quidditch
birthday.
court.
You're Slytherin for sure.
Yeah, he is.
Slytherin? Okay.
That's a house?
Is that good or
Yeah.
bad?
Oh, yeah. That's the snake house.
That's their move?
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone hates them.
You didn't deserve that. You're not a snake, AJ.
Oh, no. I'm crying.
AJ, you're more of
What
a
am I going
Hufflepuff.
to do? What am I going to do now?
If Ohio was a house, it'd be Slytherin. Everyone knows that.
So like Voldemort, whenever he comes around, everybody's
Boom.
just super scared.
Yeah, you can't say that, though. Hey,
Yeah.
don't be just throwing that name around.
You
willy-nilly.
Hufflepuffs are bitch-made cats, bro. I know when Voldemort comes around, it's like a big-time
You gotta say
problem.
like Expelliarmus and Crucio and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Fumbledore doesn't fuck around those. That's why Voldy doesn't come
Bro,
around.
the
often.
slithering snakes out of fucking Arizona.
Is this a movie or a video game?
Both.
Harry Potter.
I know Harry
You
Potter.
spent 24 hours in there? Is that what you said?
Pretty much.
Taylor.
This
Are you
game's
ever play
taking
with
over the
Vaughn?
world
You ever
right
get
now.
on Twitch with
Oh,
Vaughn?
no.
Mr.
Vaughn's right over
Kittle's
here.
here.
Here he
I
is.
bet you. Mr.
Wow.
Kittle's here.
Wow.
This guy.
The Kittles are here.
What's going on?
Hey, we're talking about Zinning and Huffleduffs, which is a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, boom.
Gryffindor.
Hogwarts
Say
Legacy.
pass.
Right here.
Turn the camera on him.
There's
See?
a microphone.
Boom.
He's in it too.
Hey, hold on. He just said he played for 24 hours the last 2 days.
How fun was it?
It was amazing.
Yeah, I know. I need more. I got to go home and get more time in.
Boom.
I just learned how to fly in the broom. Oh, man.
Hey, they're saying you're a Huffleduff, dog.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
That's what they're saying.
Or
I'm a
Slytherin.
Hufflepuff.
That's what people are whispering.
That's what AJ
They
said.
said you're Slytherin. Is Slytherin?
You Slytherin?
No,
You're a
you're
snake.
Slytherin.
You live at the snake house.
AJ said it.
I'm way too nice to not be Gryffindor, man. Let's
Boom.
just be real.
Okay.
You
See,
are.
that's a Ravenclaw answer, though.
I'm not gonna be a Hufflepuff.
What are you doing? Are you hitting all the...
I'm working right now.
you
I
look
think.
good. The hair is
Gatorade
fantastic.
Fast Switch, 200 milligrams caffeine, no sugar. Drink it.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
You're welcome.
No crash.
Unbelievable.
I gotta go work. Pat, I'll come see you guys later.
Yeah, we love you,
I
man.
could, dog.
Hell yeah. Great year. George Kittle. Mr. Kittle, too, right next to him. Absolute
Yeah,
shock.
kiddos.
How are you doing?
That's his dad?
Taylor, you have to go to your next stop.
That makes sense.
We
All right, guys.
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey,
Thanks for
don't
having
be
me.
a Hufflepuff out
Yeah,
there.
man.
Come on, man.
All the way.
Stay strong. Hey, don't forget your Zin. It's on the ground.
Yeah,
Ladies and
don't
gentlemen.
forget
No,
your Zin.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate
Taylor
you.
Heinicke. ladies
Yeah.
Only three.
Bro, he looks so... Those shoes are awesome.
Those three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His shoes are
Great
incredible.
pants, too.
Heinicke.
What happened?
He's gone.
His shoes.
His shoes are
Oh,
awesome.
there it is.
Those shoes are awesome. Can we get a zoom in on these things?
Oh.
Put 'em up on that chair.
How's your
Hey, only
you got
three.
good hip flexors? Put them
Bro.
up there. Michael Scott.
That's bad luck. Shoes on the table.
What are those?
It's not bad luck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What are those? Those are
In your
one...
dumb
Oh,
world.
jeez.
Those
One.
are sweet.
How many do you have now at this point?
Can you play pickleball in those?
60 pairs of J's? Holy shit.
Are they send them to you yet? They should just send them to you for free. Okay.
All right, those are sick.
Good.
Those are sick. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor.
Those are
Heinicke.
nice.
Good baby,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah, super cool fit. Super cool fit.
Unreal.
Like the jogger suit things.
Oh, yeah. Very cool fit.
How about George Kittle's hair? Did you see how nice that thing was?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect. It's like AJ's just long.
You should straighten yours.
You could straighten yours, con man.
If I straighten mine, it'd be
Beautiful.
below the
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, it'd be
Or you
beautiful.
could perm it.
I think I'd perm. Yeah, I'd go
Yeah, you should
perm
go
before
perm.
I went straight.
Perm would be sweet.
I went perm one time and it took. I thought I was going to get like Justin Timberlake loose.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Yeah,
No.
since my hair's already curly, that thing went straight down. It was like tight little.
That'd still be sweet.
the tiny ones like little rigatonis.
yeah, little.
Those are
yeah,
cool. Like my
little
grandma,
reggaeton.
grandma used to do that.
Rigatoni's.
What's that?
Get perms, super tight perms.
Yeah, it was very tight. It was too tight of a perm. I do believe
Okay.
we did it in the basement of somebody's house. Obviously, it was not a professional operation.
Same
And-
basement where he got those dreads done? Or?
Yep, bingo. And then it was dyed chocolate cherry at the time, so it was these tight little chocolate cherry, little
Chocolate
wads
cherry
of
was a
poop, pretty
great
much.
Color is chocolate cherry. cherry.
The best.
I don't know. It was
Brownish.
interesting. I want white all the time with the hair, and then I want chocolate cherry one time. It was just bored. Like, what are you bored? Let's
I was
just do
caramel.
this.
I was caramel kiss at the time. Good colors.
Yeah, we ran through it. Once we found out that the grocery store had all these options, and it took like 35, 40 minutes.
Fuck not.
All right, we're going to do this.
Sign me up.
We had great hairstyles, to be honest with you, back in the day. Nobody has the AJ Hawk, though, back in the day.
No.
Seems to be the new look.
What do you mean?
Just kind of on top. You got a mohawk, but it's a little longer.
Oh, I used to. No, when I was young, like 6th grade, I remember my brothers talked me into getting a sweet undercut. Like I had long bowl cut, basically long hair, and they flipped it up and undercut.
Yeah, I had one of those as well.
Yeah.
My hair was white,
lines
blonde.
in your head,
Comb
shaved
over?
lines, everything.
Eyebrow?
No, I never had put any deals in my eyebrow. Charles Woodson always did that. He was the coolest guy alive, so I didn't want to copy him.
Well, I understand. I did it for sure. Boom, pow, ping, boom.
Oh, both sides.
What AJ didn't mention is Charles Woodson went to Michigan, so he couldn't do what he did.
True.
Oh, because Ohio State.
I love Charles.
Right.
How about Ohio State? We're not talking
How
about
about him?
Demore Smith has a big problem with the intrusive combine. That's it. What's everybody laughing?
Continue.
What's so funny?
What'd you
What's
say?
so funny,
What's
dude?
so funny, Hawk?
What happened at Ohio State? Did something happen I don't know about?
Bro, this is I'm not talking about Ohio State. I moved on to the NFL.
Yeah.
The NFLPA, your PA.
Yeah, yours.
The NFL Players Association that you created, alongside you, AQ Shipley.
Your other president.
Losers.
Okay?
Okay.
Demore Smith came out and said, the combine's an intrusive process. Why are we doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go get evaluated and woken up at 4 a.m. for what, to devalue you pretty much?
Despicable.
It's an archaic process. Let's fucking get rid of it. Now, there's obviously a real world answer where, like, hey, this is actually ends up being good for everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of jobs come from the combine. A lot of money is earned by a lot of people from the combine. And in business, if they're going to invest millions and millions of dollars, we should be allowed to give them an opportunity to at least inspect what they're going to potentially invest in for the future.
Right.
Now, some of the shit is absurd. We talked about it the other day at the Senior Bowl, and I wasn't invited to the combine, so I don't get a firsthand experience of the combine. At the Senior Bowl, they're going out there shirtless in your tights, getting measured. That's a weird thing.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Has to be a better way to go about doing a lot of these things as if they're not from, back in the day, very uncomfortable. So I think there could be a more efficient process, but just saying that getting an evaluation on something you're going to invest in, I just think that has to happen as well. You know what I mean, AJ? I think there's a nice meet in the middle, but also, what are we doing here? There has to be something else to talk about.
If they get rid of the combine, who is DeMorris helping? Like current players in the NFL right now, they don't care. It's not. They're gonna be like, oh, thank you so much. These young guys aren't going to the combine, and the college kids aren't sitting there worried about the combine right now. You're hoping to get invited to the combine, really.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, it's like a good thing.
and some things are uncomfortable. Okay, like I know growing up as a kid, and say you're playing football.
Any interviews that are uncomfortable.
But you have to get. I'm talking very uncomfortable. When you're a young kid, I used to not look forward to this at all. You're saying, okay, I got to get a physical for football season. Guess what? Got to check you if you're hernia. Drop your drawers, grab your balls, and cough.
Yep.
That always, I
You
was
didn't like that?
always, my brothers going into that physical, we always hated it, but they got to check you, right?
That's like just standard operating procedure.
So you got to deal with some weird, uncomfortable situations, but yeah, maybe you could tweak it a little bit. The combine, I agree, you don't have rights, really. They get all your medical, they put you in 100 MRIs. It sucks, but it's part of the process.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Whoa.
Obviously, friend of AQ Shipley. Played 15 years for the Bengals, the Raiders, and the Cardinals. Former first overall pick, the prototype, and USC legend, Carson Palmer.
Hey, Carson! Yes.
Oh!
Now it's time.
There it is.
What's up, buddy?
Q, I didn't know you were going to be here.
It is time. Thank you, sir. He lives here, Carson.
Live here.
Yeah,
You never left.
I thought you guys were friends.
He never left. He tells us you guys are friends, too. Turns out you're not.
Whoa, that's awkward.
That's what we just learned.
Best friends.
Obviously, you're here again for Caden Wood.
Yeah,
Right?
I wanted to apologize for last year. I should have told you don't put it in your eyeballs. That's my bad. I apologize. That's my fault.
I'm happy that you're owning it because the world needs a little more accountability.
True.
Now, it's like 364 days later, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, hey, that one's on me.
Yeah.
Because when I saw you starting to apply this menthol-laden lotion,
CBD, yeah.
CBD lotion, to your face, I knew it was a problem. And you did. You were the adult on the stage. I think you could have stopped me. I think it
I
could
was
happen.
AJ and I were trying to stop.
Try-
we were
we
like,
tried.
no.
No,
And then it was
AJ actually said, put it on your face.
Yeah. Well, no, I read on your website this new formula he can put on his face and eyes. Is that right?
I brought you gummies though. Here, do.
Love the gummies.
That's dummy proof right
Love the gummies. This thing's CBD focused energy here with some caffeine.
That's what you need right
Send
now.
a couple of
Oh, I
those.
love
That's what you
these
need right
actually.
now.
We're big fans of these.
Yeah.
Next level CBD products. Do you own this company? I forget. Every year you're with them.
Yep.
Right?
I've been with them since inception, and I actually the
This is
year
gonna
I
get me all
retired-
doped up, or what is
just
this?
pass
Right.
this down. I need some too.
Okay.
Those mix well with real vitamins, or
These are great for focus, as opposed.
Oh, nice,
I'm
yeah.
like a one cup
thank
of coffee guy. Once I go to 2 cups, it's a problem. So I go one
Oh,
cup
hell
of
yeah.
coffee
Good.
and then the CBD gummies.
I need
Q
it.
wants them.
Yeah, well, this fix
Q
my
wants
spinal
them.
cord.
Yep. No, nothing's gonna
It'll
fix
help.
that.
Perfect. All right, perfect.
Sorry.
Yeah, this guy with his spinal contusion is actually the last person we want on our side if we get into a brawl with like an entire coury or something. That's
great.
You know that, Carson?
Thank you. I love that guy. He's awesome.
How was it? What is the relationship between
Good to see you.
center quarterback? Obviously, it's very important, but
These
not
are good.
all of them are good, right? Not everybody has a good one.
I always had a great relationship, but Q and I go way back. I mean, dinners, beers.
What?
All the good stuff.
Just training camp, all that stuff. But,
Keep
this-
going.
AQ, as
These
you
are
know,
delicious.
is as good as they get.
This one's going to put me to sleep here.
You don't want that one right now. That's tonight.
I see restful sleep.
Restful sleep.
Melatonin in here and lemon balm, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How about this? I've been playing pickleball, Carson.
What are you gonna do with that?
Not gonna put it on my face.
Okay. Okay.
Look at you.
Put on
This,
your
we're
neck.
learning.
I'm here to help.
Temples.
We're instilling knowledge from years past.
Dropping
This
knowledge.
is called maturing.
live and learn.
This has been like your 3rd or 4th year with these folks.
Yes, 5 years now. I'm a believer. I needed something other than Vicodin and whatever else I was taking.
Did you take that?
Vicodin.
I tried everything. I was always in pain. I was always aching. This is the only thing that works. But how good does that feel right now?
Oh my God! I'm just like cooking in the greatness right now. You know what I mean? That's Caden with difference. That's Caden with difference. What do you do for your free time now? We still active? I remember you're out in the woods, right?
Yeah.
You're big out in the woods.
Hunting.
Oh, there's
Are
that
you Idaho?
menthol. There's that menthol.
Right?
I'm starting to smell it.
Immediate.
We need that.
No, I live in the mountains. I live in the middle of nowhere.
What's that all about? I watched this thing on what was it? Dahmer? No, the
Yep. Dahmer.
Yeah.
Dahmer.
Was it Dahmer?
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
The Unabomber,
neighbor.
yeah.
Keep him coming.
He
Kaczynski.
jumped out of the,
Yeah, Ted Kaczynski,
Kaczynski.
the Unabomber.
Unabomber, that's where he lives.
Did you want to? You always just wanted to live so far away
Yeah,
from
those
people?
guys are all in my neighborhood. That's where I'm at.
No,
like
but
a nice little cul-de-sac. With a
I'm not
community
necessarily
pool.
saying you're killing people or doing anything like that, but there's people that just want to be away from like society. Is that what you want to do? Is that why
Yeah,
you're deep in the woods?
I was living here in Phoenix for 5 years, Oakland, Cincinnati, and I've got a young family and just wanted to get away and not be in a big city and not have all the things that go on with being a former football player in a big city. And we're in the middle of nowhere, and I love it.
That's amazing. I'm sure your family absolutely loves it as well. Do you do any of the new weird stuff? Like you, and by weird, I'm only saying that because if you were to compare it to the old school stuff, that menthol is strong. I mean, that's something about your company that you guys do.
You probably
give
got
up.
enough on. It's just it's a one.
Pickleball, all
Keep
pickleball.
going. Yeah, you got no
Pickleball.
Sore right now.
Do you do like cold tubs? Do you do plunges? Do you do super fitness stuff? Would you go into a dark room for 4 days?
I wouldn't do that. That's not my cup of tea. I got done playing and didn't want to be in the gym at all.
Nice.
Just got tired of being in weight rooms, and so I moved to Idaho. And my workout was I drop my kids off at school. I'd get on the river and I would fish until school pickup time. So I'd cover like 8-10 miles and fish different
So
sections
you're
of water.
that thing, the bumper sticker, like rather be fishing. You were like,
100%.
that was real.
Are you floating? Or are you,
100%.
how are you doing?
On foot, wet weight.
On foot, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fly,
But you
fly.
can float.
Entertain.
All
Catching
fly
trout?
rod, yeah.
Trout the whole time? You,
All fly rod.
you cook them?
No, it's catch and release.
Come on,
Are you
respect
still
the
doing
fish.
that every day?
It's fun.
Not as much anymore, but when I first moved to Idaho, all I did was fish. So I know every spot on the river. I know all the holes where the fish like to hang out, and I would always fish a different spot. You should come out there and
Hold
hang
on,
out.
I got a pretty good
You
little
and
emotion. I got a
the
pretty
whole crew.
good.
I'd love to see
Chuck's
you.
out
See
there.
this?
Yeah.
First?
Let's do it.
Do you lead?
That looks good.
Do you lead?
I'm not a
Exit.
sidearm. I'm over the
Oh, you're
top
perfect
and I lay
form.
it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Still
you,
spin a football ever? or
I can
no?
still throw it. I can still throw it.
obviously.
Do you want to run some routes?
Right there.
No, I got lotion on my hands. I don't want to drop
True.
balls, especially
True.
for you. I don't want to be that type of wide
appreciate
receiver.
that.
Con man that would love to run.
Ah, easy. I'd run 1,000 rounds.
Let's talk about the game this
My
weekend.
sleep.
Have you been watching out in the woods?
I have. I like Kansas City. I just think when you get to this moment in the season,
Come on.
You take the quarterback that's done it. He's been here, and he's better. I'm going with Kansas City.
Oh, it's a tough one, isn't it?
How good
though?
do you feel right now?
Oh,
You're
it's
saying
good.
it.
I mean, it's really getting me jacked
You
up.
can smell it over here a little
I
bit.
do got to get my arms away from my eyes because we're starting to have what happened last
Sure.
year.
Yep.
You know, because I put too much on. This is my problem. Here it is.
Yeah.
This is 1 year ago. Remember
To
you
the
what?
day
the same tank,
on
too?
February
I love it.
9th.
Yeah, I'm in better shape this year, I think, than I was last year. A little rounder face. Good for me. You know, I adjusted a little bit. But that was 3 hours. I cried for 3 hours. There's tears of joy. Obviously, the
Again,
muscles in my face felt
my
so
bad.
much better because they were iced down.
My bad.
But I do enjoy what you guys are putting out.
Appreciate that.
But so you like Patrick Mahomes because he's been there, done that.
I like the whole team's been here. They've done it, and I've been getting heat. I feel like everybody thinks the Eagles. Is that
everybody.
consensus?
AQ.
Everyone.
You like the
All
Eagles?
Eagles.
Why? Because the defense.
Offensive line. I mean, it's that simple.
They have a better offensive line.
And the run game.
They have a better running game, but they don't have Patrick Mahomes.
I agree.
Boom.
Bang!
But every time somebody
Quarterback
has
more important than center.
said that Jalen Hurts cannot throw it, what has he done? Just fucking
Number 2
bombs
QBR,
to
I
the-
think,
Just
Jalen
bombs.
I think you saw a little. There was a little.
Was there a
he was
little-
affected last week.
Whoa!
He was affected. I mean,
Maybe
there was
missing
some.
guys.
There were some guys that were open that
he missed.
didn't quite have the accuracy he needed. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have those games.
Okay.
Even at 75% with
There you go.
3/4
Just
of one
justified your bet. There it is.
Suck it.
Hey, Carson, we can't thank you enough for stopping by yet again. And we
Oh.
were wondering if
Look at that.
one
Is
more
AQ in
time.
there?
One
There
more
he is.
time.
I was
Come
wondering
on.
if one
Come on,
more time.
boys.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Get the ball.
What are we on? Let's make this one good. Let's go on 3 or something.
Yep.
Maybe 4.
Should we line up against AQ?
One last time.
Get a head up
In
on him.
Arizona.
SelectCBD.com.
There we go.
Nice.
There it is.
SelectCBD.com.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was fast. You see that first step?
That was a false start on the center.
Bobble exchange.
exchange.
Oh, no.
Be honest, because he used to do this all the time. It was unbelievable. He would have like this crazy cadence, but he would continue it to throw the deep. You would snap it, he would continue it.
How's that sound?
Because the defensive line
Oh.
would think, the ball stopped.
And the ball
He would be on
snap.
like second collar. He'd be like,
Oh, so you're giving cadence post-snap.
That's wild.
Oh, genius.
As you're taking your drop, you're still
Hut, hut,
calling a
hut, hut,
cadence.
hut, hut.
Yeah, let me hear.
So I'd already have the
That's
ball,
awesome.
and the defensive line.
That confused the refs?
Is that illegal? Is that legal?
Yeah, I needed every little
Genius.
bit I couldn't run away from it.
That's awesome. I've never seen that.
Did the refs?
It was unbelievable. It was one of the best things. It even threw me off the first time he did it. I was like,
Hey, did I get it
snapped-
wrong or did
I
you?
snapped it early. What did I do?
Did I get it wrong? Did you? Hey, that
Q,
was
that
awesome.
felt good, man.
That was good.
That felt good.
A little nostalgia right there.
Q always took really good care of himself on his undercarriage.
Oh, the hind
Yeah,
end.
He really took a lot of time making sure every practice, every walkthrough, obviously on game day. But I miss you, brother.
Got
Miss
to
you too,
wash your
brother.
ass. That's
Good to
all.
see you tonight.
I'm gonna see you
Are going
tonight.
tonight?
Yep.
Clean gooch.
All right. Have a good one.
Another
tonight.
one.
Illuminati party?
Guy goes to every party.
I'm partying it up this week.
Good.
Let's make sure we get the people to where they need to get to. Go to levelselectcbd.com. Carson 50. 50% off.
Again?
Whoa!
I come with
50%
gifts.
off this incredible CBD.
Come
The
on.
gummies that do feel good.
Tastes
Right?
delicious.
Now I'm locked in
Feel
right
focused,
The menthol is radiating through my skin.
but your skin looks fantastic.
Not as good as you. That's because you're out in Idaho fly fishing. We appreciate the hell out of you. Ladies and gentlemen, 50% off everything at levelselectcbd.com when you use the promo code Carson, as in Palmer, 50, 50, CARSON 50. Shout to you, shout to the Level Select.
Hell yeah.
now. Yeah,
Thank you,
Carson.
Appreciate you, man.
Woo. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, you're
Good
the best,
seeing
dude. That menthol is the real deal. Holy field.
Yeah, it
It
is.
works, huh?
Pleasure, man. Take it easy.
Do you smell it over here?
A little bit. A little bit.
Hell
in my,
yeah,
in
Carson.
my eyeballs a little bit.
I need some of that.
Hey, good for you, man, huh? Glory days
Unbelievable.
right there.
Snap.
That was good, huh?
Fucking
Good
glory
step.
days
Good
right
first
there.
step.
That's
too.
one of my
First step.
favorite traditions here. Carson coming on and you doing that.
For real.
It was to the day, too. That was February 9th, 2022.
So he had 364 days. He could have apologized.
Yeah.
He decided to wait for the big moment.
Yeah, does he owe you a bobblehead or something?
His brother, yeah.
Yeah.
How's Jordo?
Jordo has it.
Okay.
Quarterback Summit,
Yeah.
which is where Hendon Hooker is
Bingo.
training.
True.
Which is, well, maybe we do get that bobblehead.
He was the best deep ball thrower I ever played with.
He threw it very pretty.
Beautiful deep ball. You're right.
Unbelievable.
Ben Roethlisberger.
You son of a bitch.
Tom Brady.
Carson Palmer threw the
Tom freaking Brady.
He didn't play with Tom Brady, I don't think. Oh, yeah, he did. Tampa Bay. Oh, my God. Tom Brady.
Tom freaking
Kyler
Brady.
Murray.
Is this
deep ball?
Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, what's up, Pac?
There he is.
Pacman Jones. What's up?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Come on, Pat.
What a fit.
Awesome.
Good. How are you?
What's up,
Pat,
What a
Pat.
fit.
What's up, Pac?
You look
Amazing,
amazing.
buddy. You look amazing.
The shoes are sweet.
What are you
Aren't
doing?
you? You're boxing.
Look at those
beating people
shoes.
up?
Shoes are unbelievable.
What are those?
How are you?
Hey, what are
What's
those?
that?
I don't know. What are those? Those are awesome.
You look amazing. Hey, how's the weed doing? Let's go.
The weed, I am so high right now.
Yeah, Pat got the pack.
Pat got the pack. The weed is booming. That's why I got these high glasses on right
Smart.
now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dark frames.
Yeah, I got me a good little buzz, bro.
That's good. You should.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You walking around pitching a little bit for the weed?
Well, I've been here doing TikTok, and I'm athlete. You know, did my stuff with Believe, and getting high, talking really good shit, being smart about what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Hey, you had a great NFL season, dude.
Yeah.
You had a great season.
Yeah.
Honestly, you kicked ass this year.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody over at I Am Athlete, also all the traveling. You were at a bunch of different games. You had interviews with everybody. I think you kicked ass this season. Did you enjoy it?
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I did enjoy it. But I enjoyed the waste management. Yesterday, way more.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, we went and did the shot of glory.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So I had a chance to.
You're a golfer,
Did
too.
you play?
Noted
I
golfer.
didn't play. I
Okay.
should have played. I turned it down because I seen the stadium. I said, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the ball in front of all these fucking people.
Yeah, it was
That's
tough.
what we
yeah.
did.
Yeah, we were pretty high out there.
So I got a chance to get high, sit there and drink me a couple beers and
What?
Wag.
interview Michael Phelps.
Yeah, he
Which
won.
is fucking unbelievable.
Bro, he won the closest to the pin at the
Yeah.
shot of glory. He came in, he did the full thing.
The stretch.
He
Yeah,
did
did the
fucking
warm-up.
boom.
I was there, right down the box. I seen it.
He fucking plucked. We were
Yes.
there then. Where were
Where
you?
were you?
I was on the
We were
green.
right there.
Where were y'all at?
We were hitting from the tee box
I was on the T-box.
for the
No,
glory
we
hole
were on the
thing.
T-box. We were on
Maybe
T-box.
earlier in the day. We were there like
Well,
at 5.
We got proof right
Look,
there.
there's
right
Pat.
there.
There's
Right
Pat
there.
hitting. That's Pat.
What time was this?
Five.
Like, yeah,
Oh, I was already
4:30.
gone by then. I left at 5.
Phelps, anyway, he fucking won. Phelps won the thing.
I seen Phelps hit. I was literally right there. And my biggest question was, hey, bro, what's up with the weed?
What's this way? He had a beer. I don't know. Did he smoke it all?
I gave him a pack of the Pacman. My first question was, in 2009, you had the thing with the bum. You lost the cereal deal, right? Fucking everybody's making fucking cereal now. Who cares? What is your thoughts on the weed now?
Yeah.
And he answered, he said, it was epic. He said, everybody go through shit. And at that time, I was going through some stuff, but I'm a big believer in mental health, and I smoke. You know, I'm standing on what I say. So he was a big advocate of.
How do you feel about being in the middle of like the new cannabis evolution almost? Not a lot of people. There's people that have strands. Obviously, Wiz Khalifa's got Khalifa Kush.
Yep.
There's Bieber has some. I think some peaches. There's other, obviously Burner out there in LA. He has a bunch, I think, but it's not like it's very early in the game right now.
Yeah.
So whenever you had your own and came out with, I believe you guys got gummies, you guys got smoke, you got everything. That's very like, you're one of the first people to do that. That's huge.
Yeah, and I kind of look at my whole career and the things that I do. I do shit that make me happy. I do shit that I'll enjoy doing, and I do it my way, regardless if that person don't like it. I don't give a fuck. If I like it and I believe in it 100%, I'm gonna do what I like to do. I'm a big smoker. I smoke dabs. I smoke anything would come with THC in it.
Yeah.
Gummies. I eat them.
Yeah.
All of that. So
Absolutely.
it's good to indulge in some and learn more about the cannabis and just stop just smoking. You know what I mean? So I'm so picky now. Hello, Pat, come smoke. I'm like, hey, what are we smoking?
Yeah.
Where did you get it from?
Yeah. Have you ever smoked anything from Montana?
No, I haven't. I haven't been in Montana.
Hey, Montana's got some good weed.
Montana?
Yeah, they got good weed. We did the show out there, so anytime we go to a state that has it legalized,
Yeah.
I will always go to a dispensary and like check out their stuff. They had this house dispensary downtown. It was literally like you walk across the front porch, you check in, The hallway is a leadway. The living room was set up with like some gummies. The back kitchen area had like some of their pre-rolls, and then their flour was it was like the coolest dispensary
That
I've been
sound
in.
like my house.
Yeah, legit. Legit. It was an efficient operation, but it was incredible out there, and every state has like their own. I think you're in multiple states, right?
Yeah.
I believe you're in multiple. It's not
So
easy.
I'm a part of Cookies, a percent of Cookies.
Gary Payton, I think, right?
Yeah, Gary Payton is a partner with us also, but I think we have 56 stores across the country. We just opened up in Thailand.
Wow.
Right now, I'm only out
Kingsbury.
in California. I actually just left Vegas smoking the pack.
Hey, baby.
I didn't approve it because the look wasn't where I wanted it, but I think they'll get it this next harvest. So I think we're about 60 days out from Vegas. Utah actually is where I think the pack will be dropped at next in the cookie store. We went to Utah, smoking unbelievable. Smaller market, but they got really good growth teams there.
That's amazing. Well, I'm proud of you. We're pumped for you. Congrats on the continued success, and good luck with the pack, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Pacman Jones.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you too, dude.
Man. There
All
you go.
right.
See ya.
You can have
See
it.
ya.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
That's Baby Duke. Yep. That's Baby Duke. All right. Down one.
Yep.
That's good, though.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody was going to have it,
Paxton.
Pack's the guy.
That's good. He's going to love that ball, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of love, ladies and gentlemen, a man that we have loved getting to chat with because he is a game changer. This dude's been in the sports media game for a long time. He's been the face of it for a long time. He is literally what a lot of people are trying to emulate on a day-to-day basis, but he is the original. He's an author. He's a stallion. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah!
There he is.
Hell yeah.
How we doing?
What's up, Steve?
Steve.
Mr. Smith, how are you?
Man, nice shoes.
Sharp.
Good. You too.
Okay, here we go.
Look at you with props and everything. This is awesome. The
whole
Holy
thing.
hell, this is what happens when Stephen A. shows up. Look at this. I don't know if we can get this camera to turn around. I think we should be able to. Let me go ahead and turn that thing. Look at this crew that is currently here for Stephen A.
Wow.
Smith. Look at what goes down when you show up. This is your life, Stephen A. Just everybody says, we need to see Stephen A. and, hold on, the Subway Series.
Yes, sir.
What is this, Stephen?
Man, they got me. Listen, I'm not used to having to promote stuff, believe it or not, but I love doing this right now. They've got me here in attendance Super Bowl week, asking me to engage in a trivia game. Trivia game. So I got a trivia game for y'all as well. And since you can't be here, for those of you who are not here, you can go to subway.com.
Okay.
All right, and you can play the game yourself. Okay, because that's what I got going on right now.
You're hosting a
Trivia
show
game.
here?
I'm hosting a trivia game. A trivia game this afternoon where I'm going to compete with some of the fans for the new Subway Series menu.
You are?
I'm me. I'm showing
Stephen
up.
A., you got every job on earth, and now you're a host of games, a trivia game host?
It's just a day. It's just a day. That's all. I'm trying to be where Pat McAfee's at.
No,
I'm trying to be where Pat McAfee's at. That's what I'm trying to do, fellas.
They-
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pull that off. You know what I'm
They
saying?
ain't ever put me in a position to be asking anybody any trivia questions about.
Please. All right, I got one for you. You ready for
Oh,
this?
this is right now?
Right now.
Hold on. Can we get a thought of like what it could be about? We
Yeah.
like the game plan. We didn't know this was happening.
Trust me, it's a football. It's a football
Okay.
question.
All right, all right, boys.
Football
Let's
question.
go, boys.
It's a football question,
meld,
right?
mind
Right,
meld.
we're trying
We
to
gotta
level
beat-
up the Super Bowl experience. That's
Who
what we're
wrote
trying
the
to
question? Subway?
do. Subway.
All
Are
right,
you ready?
so we got to think from their frame.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
Okay.
Adam
Danger
Vinatieri.
Witch. Danger Witch.
Danger Witch, yes.
Yeah.
How many AP Defensive Player of the Year awards has J.J. Watt won in his career?
Boom.
3, 6, 8, or 10?
I believe it's unanimous. And the only reason why we know this is because TJ won, and then TJ had to talk shit about how many JJ won
Bingo.
right in his face.
That's right.
The answer is 3.
You all right?
Come on!
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Subway, suck it.
Gotcha.
How about
You beat him. You beat him. You beat him.
How many
Well, you know what
questions
they-
you been asking?
Excuse me?
How many questions you been asking?
I've been asking like 8 to 10 questions.
Whoa.
People get them right? Most of the people get them right?
Half the time.
Do you dunk on them if they get it wrong? How'd you get it? Do you do any
No,
of that?
no, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be
No.
nice. I'm trying to be nice. I spend far too much time slicing and dicing people up. You want to show my nice side. I want to show my nice
Oh,
side.
babyface Stephen A. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about your last couple of days.
Yeah, man.
Because the NBA, is cooking currently.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving gets traded out of Brooklyn to Dallas. They get a big win last night. He's leading scorer, I believe.
Yeah.
Luka was out, so they're able to kind of maybe one and change. And you obviously cut a promo on Kyrie, and the world reacts to it. How do you see that all going in the future with you and Kyrie? What do you think? Like, he wins? Do you ever see you coming full?
Kyrie, listen, here's the deal.
Just your coverage of him.
Here's the deal. It doesn't matter how I feel about you. I'm always going to be fair, and I'm always going to be objective. You ain't worth my paper. So my attitude is that even if I don't like your ass, I'm still going to be fair. Now, me and Kyrie have our differences that I don't think will ever be settled. He knows why. It's personal. I'm not going to say why. But that doesn't stop me. That doesn't stop me from looking at him and saying he's a phenomenal player. By the way, you'll appreciate this because I've been wanting to tell you this. I've been having to tell people this the last couple of days. They can't seem like they can comprehend it. There's a difference between superstar players and superstars. Tim Duncan was a superstar. Okay? He's a superstar player, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He went on the court. He was the best at what he did as a power forward. He won 5 championships, blah. Kyrie Irving is a superstar.
Okay.
You walk through the turnstiles to watch him play.
Blockbuster.
That's who he is. So in that regard, Kyrie Irving pays for himself. Kyrie Irving is a sensational basketball player, a person that I think is worth $50 million a year in today's NBA economy. But you can't pay him more than 1 year at a time because you can't trust that he's going to show up to work. Literally over the last 3 years in Brooklyn, you literally walked through the loading dock area at times if you were a reporter to see if he would get off the bus because you never knew when he was going to play. And I'm talking about, I don't feel like playing today. Hell, I ain't come here to play without KD. He out this week, I'm out this week. I don't feel like doing that. Right now, I'm just traumatized by the riots at the Capitol in January 6, 2021. So I'm going to take 2 weeks off. Oh, by the way, I'm so traumatized that I'm going to party with my family, which was in violation of security protocols by the NBA, which gave him additional time off. This kind of stuff happens. And so because of that, you can't invest in him long term because he made those decisions because he didn't have to worry about his bag.
Gotcha.
But now he's in the final year of his deal.
Those things are all true, what you just said there? Just like, hey, I don't want to play today. I'm not going to play today. And that's been documented and everything?
Absolutely. I mean, at one time, he was literally taking players. After Steve Nash, the former coach, would conduct the practice, he would go and take players out of the locker room and bring them back on the basketball court to talk about what plays they should run.
Very interesting. Obviously, it didn't work out there in Brooklyn for Kyrie or KD, who's now in Arizona. This was being talked about last year, right? And then there was a rap concert where they all hung out. Harden, Kevin Durant, and Cy.
Yeah.
I believe Cy was there.
there.
Their owner was there, and they get back on the same page. There was allegedly a coach or me. Now we're a year later. Kyrie asked for a trade. Kevin Durant gets traded. That's bananas. He's got 4 years left on a max?
3 after the season.
So including this year, 4 years left on a max contract, and he's out of there. So Brooklyn just said, fuck it?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened. They said enough's enough. I personally think, even though Mikal Bridges is a very, very good player, I personally believe you don't lose the caliber of player of KD and Kyrie and not get one single all-star back in return. That's me. But at the end of the day, you're Brooklyn, and it was so chaotic. It was such a mess that you made the decision that I'm going to get in a multitude of players, multitude of picks, and we're just going to start over. And that's what it is. And at the end of the day, how much worse can you do? KD, Kyrie, and James Harden was there. KD and Kyrie for 3.5 years. They have one playoff series victory to show for them.
Yeah, the fourth.
But according to him, that was doing his job. Did you hear Kyrie yesterday?
I saw your promo.
Said I did my job.
What'd you start to say?
I did
Fourth?
You lost your mind. We were in 4th place. I was like, really? That's what you did? Did you tell him that? Did you tell him that? And then the thing that kills me is that you running a lot of these players, and you know this. You have a lot, and this is a pet peeve of mine. And I'm going to say this to your audience. What pisses me off, very few things piss me off more than when the players want to step back and they want to talk about team. Wait a minute. We know it's a team. We know you can't win by yourself. You know you can't play 1-on-5. But did you have that attitude when you went to the negotiating table and asked for your money? At that time, did you say you were 1 of 12?
Hey, that's interesting, right?
You didn't say you were 1 of 12 then. You said, no, I'm me. I'm KD. I'm Kyrie. I'm this. I'm that. This is the money I got. You Kyrie, you got 136 million. You KD, you got 198 million. Now, in KD's defense, the brother always comes to play. The only time he's out is when he's legitimately injured. KD is a baller all day, every day. Kyrie is a sensational talent who happens to ball when he wants to, but has so many other things that he's preoccupied by that basketball ain't the priority it should be at times that it should be.
Got it.
But the check keeps coming.
Yeah. It's always hard whenever it's somebody's job, too, and whenever somebody's being paid well. Now, they're being paid well because they've earned that money, and there's money coming in, so they are due money that they've earned for other people and everything like that. But it's tough to feel bad for a lot of guys.
That's right.
And I think that is something that certainly shows up in the NBA more so than any other sport. We know you're running out of time. AJ definitely has a question for you. So do the boys, Mr. Stephen S.
It was interesting hearing you talk about Kyrie and how you feel about him, but you can still praise him and say he's a superstar on the court. Why do you think a lot of fans, well, if they don't like a guy, they instantly write him off, and this guy's a terrible player too, and they can't get over that, their personal feelings.
Because personal animus towards people can tend to get in the way, particularly if you don't have a professional mindset. I don't dislike nor hate Kyrie. I dislike the bullshit he does from time to time. I can say that about you. We're not friends and still be fair.
Got it.
You understand? We ain't having Thanksgiving dinner together. We ain't exchanging Christmas gifts. You got your job to do. I got my job to do. You go out and play. I chronicle it. Period. Have a nice day. But the fans, they're emotionally invested, and what they want from you is to know that there's an emotional investment that comes in. Why do you think they love this guy so much? Because they see passion.
They don't.
And they're going like this. Well, here's the deal. You see a passion, and the passion that you exhibit matches the passion they want from you.
Yeah.
And so you're good. They want the same thing in a player. They don't want to see a player like that. Think about this. If a player sits out there and he goes out there, you go to see the player play, and they go out there and they get their ass kicked. When you watch a fan, one of the first things that pisses them off is when they see you smiling.
Yeah.
And laughing like it meant nothing to you.
Hey, that's
Wait
tough,
a minute.
though.
Did I come? Yeah. Did I come here? I want to know that it hurts you.
You care.
Just as much as it hurts me.
Yeah.
That's what they're asking for.
Yeah, and some of those things are a little bit impossible to deal with because, you're humans as well.
Yep.
I've seen somebody get caught laughing, but what they were saying is,
that's true.
This is the worst night of your fucking life.
That's
and
right.
it's almost like, this is the worst night of my life.
That's true.
And it can be construed differently.
Absolutely.
But you're right. If it feels like the person that you're cheering for doesn't care anywhere near as much as you do,
that's right.
Easy way to kind of check out.
You're going to dismiss them and you're going to despise them to some degree because you've emotionally invested in them when you believe they should be more emotionally invested because of the money that they're getting paid and what they signed up.
How's NBA going? NBA is going good, right?
I think so.
Hey, you guys do a lot of NBA talk.
Well, damn right.
You do a lot.
Well, that's what I do.
No, I'm being serious though.
I am being serious.
Because the NFL, our show, the NFL hogs our show. A lot of the shows on TV every single day. NFL is everything. You guys are like where we watch and pretty much learn
digest our basketball.
You're like an NBA show, I think.
I will tell you, believe it or not.
First Take has become
the person I would give props to for that is Skip Bayless. Because when Skip Bayless recruited me to come on First Take in 2012, he's like, we got football. Football's king. But then once football is done, it plummets. He said there's only one person that everybody clues in to hear about the NBA. It's you. I need you. And when I came on board, the ratings didn't flow, didn't dissipate once NBA season kicked in and football season was over.
Got it.
So that's what happened with that, and I remembered that, and I just held on to that belief, and I've been exercising it ever since.
Yeah, you guys spend real time on it every single day.
Yeah.
We watch it, we're like, all right, that's a lot of time, and it's great combo.
That's right.
I mean, it always draws a reaction. Twitter is where the NBA world lives.
Well, I don't know about that. It's Twitter, it's Instagram, it's everywhere. I mean, the fact of the matter is but it's all contingent on stuff that's really, really happening. I don't give a damn.
Crushes on Twitter, dude.
Huh?
NBA crushes
so good
on Twitter.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that it's not the only place.
No, yeah. Completely understand.
And I'm just saying that, when you look at the NBA in and of itself, it's the individual. In football, the sport is marketed. But in basketball, the individual is marketed. And so when you can draw an attachment to that superstar that's resonating, whoever they may be, then it does work for you.
Yeah, and that's why all those guys are worth every dollar they get. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah,
Stephen.
speaking of all that kind of stuff, Stephen A., how kind of crazy was it this week when LeBron actually breaks the scoring record, and you kind of have to digest that with all the, whether people like him or not, all the shit that's been said about him. Do you think we'll ever see anyone like him again? Like, will that record ever be broken? And also, do you think the Lakers, like them getting rid of Westbrook and getting these guys back, like, is the takeaway from them this season going to be that LeBron broke the record, or do you think they're going to make a push towards the playoffs?
Well, I will say that, first of all, to answer the second question first, they're going to make a push towards the playoffs. I think the moves that were made, acquiring D'Angelo Russell, acquiring this kid Vanderbilt, who's a defensive wizard at 6'9" and can defend on the perimeter, acquiring Malik Beasley. Both Malik Beasley and D'Angelo Russell can shoot three-point shots. You spread the floor.
Oh, those are the good LeBron teams.
That's right. You spread the floor. Yeah. You spread the floor. You let LeBron run the show, and you pray beyond prayer that Anthony Davis can stay healthy. The other thing about them was that they had to trade Russell Westbrook, because even though I was pleased with what I was seeing from him coming off the bench and being selfless, the fact is that there was a lot of noise about him being a problem in the locker room. And when he got into that argument with Darvin Ham on the night that LeBron was about to break the record, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That's why you saw Anthony Davis on the bench, and he didn't seem to be enjoying LeBron moment, because just a few minutes earlier in the locker room, Russell Westbrook purportedly had gotten into an argument with Darvin Ham that really escalated to some degree and kind of deflated things. So they knew they had to make it. I think the Lakers will make a push. I think the Lakers, you can't dismiss LeBron and AD in a playoff series with nothing to lose. The play-in game is different. You one and done, and if you're a 9th or 10th seed, you're a 7th or 8th seed, 2 and done. But at the end of the day, if you get into that playoffs, the best 4 of 7 series with LeBron,
you got to beat him 4 times.
You got to beat him 4 times.
That's a lot. That's a lot of times for LeBron to get to know you. And we've seen him obviously in the playoffs all the way up until last year. And if they were to stink yet again and not do the playoffs, because what was it, a couple weeks ago, he scored 40, had his knees iced, I think his head, and he's sitting on the bench. A ball almost hits him in the face. He doesn't even move. He's just so fucking disgusting. They're down like 25 points, I think, at that point. It's like, what more can this guy do? Obviously, he broke the record. I'm excited to watch it all unfold. Stephen A., we can't thank you enough for joining us. The book, how's it doing? How's the book?
This week, just yesterday, I learned it made the New York Times bestseller list for the third consecutive year. It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. You go to straightshooterbook.com to get the book. So I'm really happy about it. Kind of surprised, believe it or not, because I talked a lot about my personal life to some degree, which I never do. If it was sports, it would be different, because I think that I can swing for the fences with that. I didn't expect this, but I am happy and I'm humbled that everybody seems to be so supportive of it.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, by the way, because you were helpful as well.
Hey, no problem, man. Congratulations on all the hard work paying off.
That's right, man.
It's a story worthy of listening to.
Thank you, bro.
Man who's worked his ass off to get to the top of the sports media. Straight shooter. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A.
Hey, don't bring those bitch-ass trivia questions next time.
Yeah, come on.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I'll bring it to you what they gave to me.
We're joking. We're going to take a 2-minute break here. We can't thank you enough. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes. Who knows what's next? We can't thank you enough for joining us. This is the Pat McAfee Show live from Radio Row. Take 5.
I feel really good. Like my body feels fresh, my mind clear. Like I'm gonna go do it tonight, I think, you know? Like I'm gonna go do it.
77,899 people going bananas. I thought I wouldn't be able to sleep last night. I thought that I'd wake up with high anxiety. That is not the case at all. I am so ready to get out there and do what I was put on this earth to do. I'll be walking out of that thing alone.
This is a big night because 11 years ago tonight, I had my match with Jerry Lawler wrestling.
Come on!
Broadcast colleagues, same night, 11 years apart, could become the first undefeated broadcast team in the history of WWE wrestling.
Not could. We will become.
Only 2 superstars have actually commentated on the same WrestleMania that they had a match on. Pat McAfee joins that club tonight.
Pontius is in and Party Boy's here. Pontius is here. Party Boy is in WrestleMania. Pontius
his cheeks around in WrestleMania. Now he's putting that thing up on Sami Zayn. I would like to say that that's the first time I've seen Pontius's ass, but that is not the case. Hey, look it! Wee-Man's here! Punches and bunches from Wee-Man! Wee-Man's so angry. Oh, look at this! Body slam! Wee-Man body slamming Sami Zayn! Wee-Man used to kick himself in the face! Are you kidding me? Now he's body slamming Sami Zayn!
You know, I've walked out that ramp into this setting probably 10 million times in my mind. There was a time where every time I walked out of a door, I was acting as if I was walking into a WWE arena. So tonight, whenever I feel that energy, just hoping that I don't have a heart attack immediately. I'm hoping that I don't get too gassed, and I'm hoping I put on a damn good show because I've been thinking about this for 23 years. Let's walk the grill and do this thing, huh? I'm prepared, I'm ready, I'm excited.
Hey, who do you want to see tonight?
I want to see Pat McAfee tonight.
McAfee showboat. He looked Pat McAfee with a right hand to Theory. And Theory stunned early. And now McAfee up over the top. McAfee with a spinning elbow. Moment. Theory's in trouble. Hurricane up here. And McAfee driving Theory into the announce table. Theory bouncing off the announce table. And Pat McAfee's beating the hell out of Austin Theory. Tim and Sally McAfee watching their kid beat the hell out of a douchebag. You remember this? Oh, a little payback from Friday night. Get him, Pat. Only Pat's good. McAfee, McAfee lands on his feet. Austin Theory not sure what to do. Holy moly. I'm a sick for the brand. And so is this. Superplex. The finishing maneuver. The A-Town down for Austin Theory. He hits this, it's over. McAfee rolls him up, shoulders are down. Does he have him? He does! McAfee wins! Yes! McAfee wins! Dreams come true! Believe it, Michael! Your broadcast partner has earned himself a WrestleMania moment. I can't believe it! This is absolutely incredible. Yes, Pat. Yes. McMahon gets it. Oh my God! Ready to stop it. Oh, from behind. What the hell's going on? And then McMahon. Are you kidding me? Wait, get yourself to and another call. McAfee beat his little punk. Oh, yeah, to add insult.
I dreamt of being Steve Austin. I dreamt of being in a building when that glass breaks and all of a sudden the toughest son of a bitch on earth comes out. The fact that I never got to see it as a kid, then I get to watch his last match live. It was awesome.
Match at WrestleMania and shares the feeling with the Austin stuns McAfee! I hate to say it, but DTA, Pat. I got beer in my ears. Like, it feels like I got water in my ears. I got beer in both of my ears. But I just had the incredible opportunity and honor to
chug beers with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Have a WrestleMania match that Vince McMahon was a part of. I'm living on cloud 50 right now, dude. This is sweet. What a day, what a dream, what a life. Now I'm gonna have a couple more Steve Weisers. What? Maybe a little whiskey. What? Maybe some carbs, because I've been ketoing for 4 weeks. What? Hey, fucking dude.
Welcome back to the program here live from Radio Row at the FanDuel stage. Things are awesome.
Hell yeah.
Just go to the back little area behind the shed here. Who you never know who you're going to run into.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Joining us now is a man who we are a massive fan of. To get into the NFL, he had to pay to get to a workout, to then get to another workout, to then go on to become a Pro Bowler and an All-Pro. Ladies and gentlemen, Stallion for the Minnesota Vikings, wide receiver Adam Thielen.
Yeah!
Woo! No. You can do whatever the fuck you want, bud. You do a decent gritty, though.
Yeah, it's getting better.
You can do it?
Lots of practice.
I'm not gritty.
Yeah, AQ.
Come on, AQ.
I tried it last night.
AQ told Adam he could do it.
Didn't they ask you to do it before your shot? Didn't they? The
I don't know how to
rapper?
do it.
After, well, he
Did you do it?
The rapper, Kelly James.
So I hit the
Kelly
green and I
James,
grittied off.
Oh, I didn't see the gritty. I just saw the shot.
He's a
Kelly
rapper.
James.
They said back there
Yeah.
that I got a video of it, so I need that.
Oh, we need to
The
see
gritty
that.
you did yesterday?
Yeah, they got a video.
Yeah,
of it.
Foxy has it in slow-mo, I think, actually.
That guy's a rapper?
It's like Kelly James.
Kelly James, yeah.
right here.
Kelly
Here's
I
the
thought he was a
shot.
comedian.
Here's
here
you
we go.
yesterday at the shot of glory, right at the glory hole there. Thielen eyeing the hole, and then boom.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Pretty
Here
good.
we go. Now you know.
We need Justin up here to rate the green.
Thielen hit the green.
I think it was
Here
good.
we go.
I think it was a good
Yeah,
gritty.
swing.
How about that swing?
What a
that
swing.
That was my best swing
Great
of the
divot.
day.
Is that John Rahm?
Did you play in the Pro-Am?
Yeah.
Okay, so me and AJ were the only ones that did not play in the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Just
And
showed
were
up.
in the shot of
Yes.
glory. Everybody in full golf attire. It was a golf tournament. I don't think I fully expected that. I thought we were showing up at an event, like a Top Golf type situation. I have tank top on and just casual pants.
Yeah, but how else would have you shown up?
Agreed. I don't know how I would have done anything differently, but we got on a golf cart as soon as we got there, whisked away, and then we were taken in this back room, and then we're standing on a tee box, and all of a sudden you look around, it's like,
Oh boy.
where the fuck am I right now? That is an insane event. Is that your first time there?
It's unbelievable. Last year I came and had an absolute blast. Stayed for a few days, just my wife and I, no kids. It's awesome. Yeah, it's great.
It is fantastic.
Saturday. Wait for Saturday. Are you going to go out there?
Yeah.
Saturday is going to be.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Can't wait to experience that with everybody.
It's going to be insane.
If you could take a video from like this standpoint here,
Right.
let the natural sound happen, but no voiceover. If you could just send that to me, I'll be like, yeah, so much fun. So much fun to be there. It does look like a blast.
You'll
It's
throw the voiceover on it.
Hey,
I like
your golfing ability is very good, though. And we were just talking backstage about, like, you're a shoot golfer. Like, you're trying to win these things that you're playing in. Is this what you're going to do whenever you get old?
Yes.
1,000,000%.
Yes. I'm going to try to get as good as I possibly can at golf, and I'm going to enter every tournament that I possibly can and try to win it.
And what's that, AJ?
He's the one guy I think that has a chance. You know how Aaron says, like, a lot of guys think they can become pro golfers when they're done with whatever professional sport they play. I think Thielen might be our ringer.
Why
Guy
is
can
that?
make it.
Have you played your whole life?
Played my whole life.
You ever seen him grind away in Tahoe? He's on the putting green for like
Grinding,
4 hours before his round.
Oh, so
That's
like
why.
you know why things are going wrong too, because you played your whole life. That's an advantage I think that people who have had coaches or have played their whole life before have. When they start slicing one, they're like, "Oh, I just have to do this." That thought ain't coming to me. I'm slicing. I'm like, oh, I got to aim a little left. I got to aim a little bit more left.
Just play the slice. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you've played your whole life?
Played my whole life.
And you're
yeah.
incredibly explosive, athletic, and like kind of hyper-focused on things.
Unfortunately, I'm a mental midget, so.
Oh, no. What happens?
I get a
the
little
ball
too
get small?
No, I just get too competitive, and it pisses me off. And then
try too hard.
Yeah.
You care too much.
I want too much. Yeah. Right. Try hard guy, you know.
What is, we should know this. Should have done more research. And we should know. What's your contract situation right now with the Vikings?
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
Okay, so
yeah,
it is something. My brain told me interesting contract.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you got it right.
Shout out, still got it. Shout out. Long season.
In the bag.
That's right.
Still got it. But what is going on with you and the Vikings right now?
Yeah, so we're working through some stuff because I got a big cap hit, and my contract fully guarantees on, I think, March 16th or something like that. So they're going to try to do something, but we'll see.
And the conversations have already started or no?
They have, yeah.
Okay, so you're in the middle of those conversations.
We're in the middle.
And we have until March 16th?
Yeah, pretty much.
37 days.
Plenty of time.
Hey, nothing but time.
It'll
Give it
get
all
figured
right.
out.
Give him a bonus and give you minimum salary and give it all in a bonus.
Cash over cap.
That's how we
Prorate
kick
the whole
it.
That'd
thing.
be fantastic.
Okay, good.
Cash up front.
Let's
Let's go.
tell him to do that.
That's give you all the money
we
up
just-
front earlier than what you're expected to get it.
Simple.
Yeah, I won't be mad.
And then we prorate it over. Everybody knows it. It's the same game. Everybody's doing
Just
it.
got done.
Sweet.
So we got it done.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Don't need 37 days.
You're going to be a Viking.
You're
Why?
welcome.
Well, I was just going to say, like, obviously you want to stay in Minnesota, obviously. But have you already considered maybe like, hey, what number might I be wearing for the Packers next year? If things don't work out in Minnesota and you were to, I don't know, sign with the Packers, you know, I mean, just don't put it out of your head.
Well, I got to wait and see what happens after this darkness retreat.
I agree.
That'll
Smart
make
point.
That'll
Smart.
make, yeah.
Bro,
That's a good point.
could you imagine?
I'm not doing it. I'm just saying after he's done with it.
Bro, I'm happy he's doing it.
Yes.
Whatever he feels like he needs to do to be him as a human, fucking whatever.
100%,
Do it.
yeah.
Do whatever you need to do. Now, I've heard this is a bit extreme in the meditation practices. Like when he gets into a conversation with other people that do meditation stuff, I think there's only a few people that have really accomplished the DMT search through the darkness retreats.
Okay. So you've done your research.
Yes, because when I heard about it, I thought it was a joke. Like he's going into solitary confinement. What the fuck? Why are we doing this as a thing? Then you learn like it's in Thailand and they like do all this stuff. But he needs to get that to continue to still play, you think? Is that what he's trying to figure out? Or what do you think he's trying to figure out? And was this something you could ever accomplish in your life? I could not. As I was talking to him, and AJ was asking about the diaper and you know all the other intricacies.
I have a lot more questions.
Fair questions. All those are real questions.
Yep.
I tried to picture myself in this thing, and every time I just got like so freaked out. I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know how he's doing it. I have no clue how he accomplishes this.
I don't do well with isolation in general.
Big
so, yeah, I'd last maybe. I mean, as long as if I slept, I guess I'd sleep for 8 hours.
And you could probably push through like another 15 hours acting like you're sleeping.
No chance.
You know, like, I
push
can't
through
sleep.
Rolling around.
I tried to push through 4.5-hour flight here, and that was difficult. And that's with people next to me.
What, are you doing high knees like Russell Wilson? Is that what Adam Thielen's doing?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Well, I was getting ready for the golf tournament, of course.
So your contract's got to get figured out with the Vikings. That's interesting. AJ has a question for you, Mr.
Yeah, so
Thielen.
when you say if you're already working through it, that means probably somewhat good things that Minnesota obviously isn't saying, we're just see ya, you're out of here. Like good things for returning to Minnesota possibly. And if not, I know I was on the course yesterday, multiple fans yelling out, Adam, go join Aaron with the Raiders. Everyone wants you to go to Las Vegas and play at the Raiders if Aaron goes there. Have you heard that?
Heard a lot of comments around the golf course yesterday. Come to Philly, come to.
Hey, a lot of weapons are needed right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, but no, honestly, for
Not
me,
that we're
obviously,
doing.
I'd love to finish my career with Minnesota. I mean, I grew up in Minnesota, played my whole career there so far. But at the end of the day, like I feel like I can still play at a high level.
Yeah.
How old are
I feel
you?
like I prove that every single day.
How old are you?
32.
That's it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Still spry.
young.
Come
Still
on.
spry, baby.
Super young.
Super young.
Yeah, you still
Very
got
young.
it.
32 is the new 25.
Yes.
And you're,
Come on.
and you're training at that gym?
Yes, ETS, baby.
Boom, which is
ETS
amazing.
performance.
And
come
you're
on.
eating.
Over easy bars.
Oh!
Yes. I like that you got one.
You're in incredible shape.
all do.
Healthy bars.
This
baby.
is the toasted coconut. Here's the
gonna eat
oatmeal
No,
raisin.
no, they're legit.
There's a peanut butter one. What are these protein bars?
Peanut
we get
butter.
some
There's
more
a
of these?
dark chocolate peanut butter bar.
We could cut more of these peanut butter bars. We don't
We're
have any
gonna-
snacks at the house.
No, we're gonna send.
That
a
is
bunch,
true.
yeah.
And these are these are what
no,
are
they're
these?
legit because they're healthy,
THC.
but they don't taste like a healthy bar. They actually taste like a legit granola bar.
Oh, it's got a little moisture.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
nice.
key.
You like that?
That's the separator of like the health shit and like the good tasting health shit.
Yeah.
anybody can make a healthy bar that tastes like cardboard.
Yeah. Right.
And a lot of people are like, oh,
Let's
tastes
do
are
it.
cardboard. But this one has like some good moist texture in there.
Yeah, I like that.
How about you?
Let's go.
Yeah, over
You own
easy,
this
baby.
company?
Come
I
on.
assume you just own it because that's what you do. You're just like super businessman.
we have a piece of it.
Okay.
Small.
All right, I love
piece.
that.
Yeah, small
Yep.
piece of
It's
it.
like 30, 40%.
But I will say, and you guys are very similar. You know, I don't want to be a part of a company that I don't believe in.
Sure.
And so every company that I'm in, we believe in 100%. ETS performance, this stuff. I believe in it. And for my family loves it. We throw it to the kids on the go. So it's great.
This is really good.
Let's go.
Oatmeal raisin makes me feel healthy to begin with because it's two things that are allegedly healthy coming together.
Good website.
But there's some of those ones that are oatmeal raisins like,
A lot of sugar still.
this is going to be terrible for me. This is a really good little bar here.
Yes, sir.
Over Easy,
Yes, sir. Over easy bars.
OVEREASY.com. Healthy morning, healthy life.
Hell yeah.
Complete
Oh, there we
nutrition
go.
breakfast shakes and
Look at
bars
you
to
guys.
supercharge your morning routine. You a morning guy?
You guys they're doing a good job back there.
Hell yeah, they always
Throwing
do
it
it.
together.
Zito, Foxy,
Unbelievable.
Frank back
yeah.
there, Bill back there, Mitt back
They're
there,
worth-
Dirty
they're
back
worth
there,
money
Bruce
back
back there,
What?
Phil back there.
What?
Are they going through contract negotiation back there? They need more money.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. They actually this whole set,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
it's very nice.
Unbelievable.
Have you been doing the rounds here? What is the
Yeah,
question
this-
you've been getting asked?
What question I've been asked?
Yeah, what is the question you've been getting asked that we have not asked that we should be asking as a sports program?
Sure.
What's Justin Jefferson like?
What's your favorite route?
Yeah.
That's my favorite question from like kids or like we're on the golf course yesterday and it's like, hey, do you know Justin Jefferson? It's
Nope.
like, I do know him. Yeah.
Kinda.
That's cool.
He's a pretty good player.
Pretty good player.
Very. Oh yeah, he's a beast.
Hey, everybody loves that gritty.
Yeah.
It's going to
Everybody.
be around
That
for a
is
while.
everywhere.
It is.
Yeah, I saw somebody tweeted about it. Like, when is this going to end? Was that you? Did you tweet about
I don't know.
that?
All my-
AJ.
I think it was
I
you.
said that to my kids maybe because they all try it.
Stop
They're
being
not-
such a
they're-
I
prick.
think that was you that tweeted that.
Was it? I'm
Maybe
not
not.
super active on the socials,
Okay.
but we'll see.
No, somebody's hitting you up on social, isn't it? Jay
Yeah.
Glazer.
Not Jay Glazer.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, somebody's hitting you up on the social.
I'm not in the fight club like AQ. I don't wear a singlet and wearing
Roll
a key to a
around.
party at night.
I need
Yeah.
a singlet. Are we going to hit the gritty or no?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Terrible. It's so bad.
Tone has a
Really?
question for you,
I bet he's
Thielen.
good.
Yeah, I bet he's good too.
Tone has a
Mr.
question.
Thielen, like us, you were born and raised pretty much a 4-season climate guy. But after your career, you're going to want to do a bunch of golf. Have you thought about where you want to move and play golf all the time? Because it is not an easy adjustment going from 4 seasons to just beautiful all the time.
Yeah, that's not easy.
It's
thing.
terrible. What
Tough.
a terrible adjustment.
It isn't. It's something, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
People
bad.
miss the fall.
You're going to miss the
Yeah,
league.
foliage.
If I miss the
Foliage.
fall, I go there for a week.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I'd rather take a week in the cold than force
Sure.
to be in the cold and a week in the warm.
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
Well, to your point, what
Yeah.
you just said.
So we actually live in Orlando, right outside of Orlando.
Okay.
So
Good golf down
We're
there.
on the golf course, golf cart, ride
Gators?
around.
Gators?
Gators, yeah.
Snakes?
Nice gator. Just saw one Tuesday. I played golf.
You got any animals or kids?
Got 3 of them kids and animals.
What happens
They're
with the gator?
a mixture of both.
You just got to keep the gator fed?
The gator, they don't like humans. They don't like humans.
So, like, I assume I moved to Florida, fucking gators killing my dog.
Yeah, might get your dog.
Yeah.
Chuck?
Jeez.
I don't know.
Don't let 'em get
They
you.
don't like humans, but they like dogs
So
and
what?
deer.
So you have to have your whole thing fenced in then, right? Because they can climb fences and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They can't climb.
What?
fences.
Oh, yeah.
You say gators climbing
Thielen.
I don't
fences?
think so.
Yeah,
Thielen.
do frame,
I
bro.
don't think so.
Show me.
Do
Yeah.
not.
Pull it up.
AJ,
dude.
I
It
want to see
will
a video.
happen.
I don't think
It
that
will
happened.
happen. Yes, it will.
How is he climbing?
Yes, it will.
Incredible grip strength.
How does he
Yes.
even get started up?
AJ had
You
a
don't
gator.
know about these gators,
Sticky
dude?
hands, bro.
I had one. My gator could not
Like
climb
sticky
anything.
grips or what?
Yeah, but you guys were boozing that gator
Yeah,
up.
Jimmy was drunk.
Jimmy the
At
gator.
times he did.
Jimmy was hammered.
I didn't know that. So you don't worry.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
That's not real. That's photoshopped.
No, it's
That's why they
fucking
gotta
not.
have that thing. That's why everybody in Florida
There's
has
a guy.
that
You
thing.
can see the guy's head sticking out of the mouth. That's not real.
That's real.
That's a real
That's
person.
a fucking dinosaur,
The
bro.
thing's walking on 2 legs.
You're telling me the things that have been living here since however long, many thousand years, they didn't have figured out how to climb a goddamn fence?
Yes, I'm telling you, they have not
I mean,
figured
they're
it out.
physically like. How do you?
What are you talking? These things are stronger
How
than
do
you
they
can
spring
imagine.
up? How do they spring up to get those first
It's
2
like,
arms
you
up?
know,
there?
whenever you do the handstand against the wall,
Like a tricep
that's
push-up?
what that tail is, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It fucking comes
Very
waddling up on his
strong.
tail. It's already
What's it
halfway
look
up
like?
with the tail.
I mean,
They climb.
It may not look like much. Their fingies are incredibly strong.
Crazy.
I guess so. Of course those are, because it's a human in there.
No, it's not.
Nope. Wrong.
What are we talking about? That thing's from Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese doesn't have gators.
Son
okay?
of a bitch.
The ones in Ohio did.
You would never, ever last with this fucker in your backyard.
With this guy, I would go smash this human living inside this thing. But I would. You're right. A real gator. I respect them. I would not touch a real
I respect
gator.
them.
So you have no fear of the gators down there in Florida?
No, my wife does. She hates
look at this guy.
What about snakes?
But we
Scared to
have.
death.
I don't like snakes. I don't
Okay,
mess with
same,
snakes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not messing with snakes. But,
What about this weekend's game? We should talk about it before you get out of here. There's a game this weekend.
What's the game?
A team's playing against another team for a big old trophy.
Big old trophy.
Chiefs Eagles, obviously fascinating in the NFC side. We thought you were going to be a team that was going to be around
know.
towards the end. Honestly, I think we
Oh,
all
yeah.
thought that, and I think that was the aspirations. So you're not scheduling off season because you guys could have won on a run. So congrats on that type of season. With that being said, this Eagles team, they beat
nasty.
the dog shit out of the
They're nasty.
Giants. Then they beat the dog shit out of the Niners. Obviously, a couple quarterback injuries, but they did to that defense that nobody thought they could be done. And then Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, and that's kind of the conversation right now. Is that how it should be, you think, in your eyes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as far as an all-around football team, the Eagles are the best in the NFL right now.
Here
I
we
mean,
go.
From top to bottom. Unbelievable roster. Great coaching staff. The defensive coordinator for the Eagles is one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. I think he should be a head coach.
What's his name?
Gannon.
Yeah,
Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon.
Gannon.
Yeah, he was here. He was in Minnesota with me for a couple years.
In Minnesota?
Ganondorf.
Doing a hell of a job over there.
Unbelievable.
They got
And,
dogs everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want the Eagles to win because I don't like the Eagles.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like the
Whoa,
Eagles.
whoa,
What the hell's
whoa.
that about?
Yeah. They beat us in the NFC Championship game.
True.
They were
Yeah.
messing with my family.
Yeah, that
in
was
the
like 8
stands.
Oh,
Fan
that
bases,
happens. People are
yeah.
saying that happens in Philly.
Yeah, they eat shit when they win games. So.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
What do you like? Literally?
yeah, they eat
literally?
Yeah, horse shit.
poop,
Yep,
horse
they
poop.
eat horse shit.
Yeah, but how about like how town?
Is it tradition?
We can't
For
just
fun?
always
I don't
talk
get it.
about the horse poop eating
Have
without
you
saying
seen
like
this, Thielen?
they climb greased poles.
Yeah, they're gritty.
better than any city of all time.
Well, I heard they have a jail underneath the stadium. When they built the new stadium, they built a jail underneath.
So that was in the old one as well.
Oh,
Got
really?
a lot of use. They perfected the whole in-house jail prison system.
All right, that's a
They're the
heck of a
real deal.
We don't
Horse
have
show.
that in Minnesota.
That place is so nice.
No, you just put them outside and they freeze to death.
You were supposed to come do the Soul Champ.
Great pivot.
There's no way I could
Best thing
have.
ever.
There's no way I could have done
What?
that.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
good
We're
save.
good. Good hands. Good hands.
I think I was in Montana.
Montana?
I think I was in Montana, wasn't I? There was
Yeah.
some big travel. So I had a massive travel, and I think the Colts had a game.
Yeah.
I think at the same time.
Oh.
So there's some part of it. I shouldn't have done that, though, right? I'm not a guy that should be doing the skull thing.
No, you for sure should.
Is that what you guys do? You just have random humans do it that have no affiliation to
You're
the team?
not a random human.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. That's very, very kind of you. But I thought about doing that, and my reaction, if I was in the stands, I'd be like, fuck this guy. Literally.
Who is this guy?
Literally, that would be my first reaction. So that, I was coming from that standpoint. As the invitation came in, it was like, whoa, I am not worthy of doing the skull thing. And then there was also a bunch of hectic schedule stuff, so I didn't get to do it. I was honored I was asked, but I thought it would have been weird. You don't think it would have been a weird thing?
If I'm back next year, you have to do it. I think it'd be cool.
When you're
Okay,
back.
I will do it. When
Yeah,
you're
when
you're,
I'm back.
Or
is that how we feel?
Yeah.
When you get all your money up front too.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
sweet.
If
or
we-
somewhere
front.
else.
Come on.
Signing bonus. Let's get a new Lake Minnetonka house.
Ooh.
Oh, you earned it.
Ice fishing.
Oh yeah, you did. Running those routes.
Hell yeah.
Scoring
Nice
touchdowns.
little lake house would be nice.
Are you gonna always? No, you're in Orlando already. Got out of Minnesota as fast as possible.
Yeah, summer, Minnesota, school year, Orlando.
You're a Florida man.
I love Florida. I mean, I'm literally I drop the kids out of school. I get home. I train in the morning, drop the kids out of school, come back, get on my golf cart, right to the course, hit some balls. It's beautiful.
It's like a
Figured it
vacation life.
Yeah.
That's your off season?
Yeah. it's my
That's
off
awesome.
season.
Good for you.
Man, that's sweet.
What's the closest team down there? Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
How close are they?
2 hours.
Man, you and Calvin Ridley and Christian
Oh man, with
That'd be
Dougie
pretty
P.
cool.
Catching
Oh,
balls from
boy.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that hair he has.
Hates
Doug
the Eagles,
Peterson.
though.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah, Doug P.
Good man.
Doug Peterson.
He's up for
beat
Coach
you.
of the Year tonight, isn't he?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
He's up
Him,
for Coach of the Year.
Dayball.
You going to the honors?
Yes.
Okay.
Where you going?
I've never been invited.
Huh?
I was actually up for an award one night. Wasn't allowed to come.
You weren't allowed?
Yeah, I was a finalist for the Salute to Service Award. Only one finalist was able to go. So that was the winner. There wasn't finalists. But yeah, I was up
Interesting.
for it. Wasn't able to get in. Are you wearing like a fresh ass suit? We got a good tux.
So I was gonna go crazy with the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like our NFL's like award show, right? This is our
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it a thing,
Yeah,
right?
come on.
I think it should be a thing.
Yeah, I think so too. And I was gonna wear the same color suit as my wife's dress.
Oh, like homecoming, prom.
But she was like,
Yes.
no. She.
Why? Why? She didn't want to.
She's the star. Because she was smart. Because she has reason, and she said, if it's a little off color.
You're looking at trying.
Yeah, she was doing the right thing.
It's clashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
and the suit came this morning.
Oh, does it fit?
I don't know.
You haven't even tried it on
No, I
yet?
haven't had time.
Oh, my God. What a moment. You on the red carpet with an ill-shaped suit.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yeah, but
my God.
Nowadays, people are wearing weird-shaped
Wherever you
outfits.
want.
Yeah.
You can do whatever
It's
you want.
fashion. It's your
You can
fashion.
wear that, right?
Yeah,
You can
I
wear a
mean,
tank top and those shorts.
You should wear no dress shirt underneath your suit jacket.
Yeah, that's a cool
Who
look.
does that? Have you ever seen anyone do that?
Like Jamie Tart in
Harry
Ted Lasso.
Styles.
Oh.
Dressed like Harry Styles does.
That.
Yeah, like just straight chest out.
Oh, yeah. Do Harry Styles.
No, doesn't he wear dresses?
Yeah, but he won an award. He won the award.
He won Album of the Year.
Oversized.
Are you
suit
up for
jacket.
anything tonight? Do we know? Are you
I
giving
will,
an award?
I will. Yeah. I'm not gonna wear a dress. Sorry.
Just something to think about. Hey, listen, don't.
Hey, yeah.
You don't need to attack us.
Exactly. Don't bring an umbrella
Hey,
here.
your fashion's your fashion.
Yeah,
man. We're in the
man.
middle of a
That's true, though.
brainstorm
That
right
is
now.
true. Fashion is, yeah. You can
Are
wear
you
that.
giving an award?
I don't think so.
Are you receiving an award?
I don't think so.
Who's hosting?
Well, he might be.
Kelly
receiving
Clarkson.
an award.
Kelly Clarkson.
Of course.
She's going to sing tonight, and it is going to be
Who?
Kelly
She sings
Clarkson.
great.
Oh.
Come on, host
She-
of the Kelly Clarkson.
What she does? She does karaoke on her show,
Yeah, it's very good.
where she just sings songs.
She's on The Voice too.
She's a fucking
Still?
beast singer.
Oh, yeah.
What'd she sing?
Unbelievable.
Everything. She'll
Come
sing
on.
everything.
No, and she has a bunch of hits of her
Whatever
own
you
as
want.
well.
Yeah, fucking since you been
There you
gone.
go.
I can breathe for the first time. Yeah. You know it.
Those notes were hit.
I do know it now.
Those
I
notes
do.
were hit.
Kelly sings it a little better, I guess. But
Well, it depends.
Barely.
Depends
Kelly
who's
James?
listening.
we had a passion of four people.
Wow.
Kelly James.
Wait, Kelly James is
Yeah,
electric.
Thielen knows
Dog.
it.
Yeah. Love that guy.
That's not
Dog.
Unbelievable.
What do you say about you? Thielen.
Here we
Hit
go.
the green. You know.
Look
Cut
at
that
the
golf
show.
swing.
Let's do
Gotta
freestyle.
hit that gritty.
For those that don't know.
He made me hit the gritty. That's who made me hit the gritty.
Yeah.
Okay, it was
'Cause
great
he said if
gritty.
he puts it on the green, he's got to hit the gritty. I don't know. He said it better than
He flowed for like an
Did he?
hour and a half.
Well-
hour and 15
Yeah,
minutes.
well,
No,
when you
he's-
rhyme everything with "now you know" and "here we go," it is a pretty good routine there.
Kelly
You just
James
slip in
killed
the
it. Absolutely killed
bios.
it. He
Yeah, he's
he
the
did it
best.
down to Bahamas too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I met
He
him.
was right over top of me as I was going, and I didn't know if I was supposed to let him finish. You know, like
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Let him finish. He was over there.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
no.
in your screaming in your
What are you
face
talking
about
about, Adam?
stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
he brought my baby. I had a baby on the way.
in your backswing. He's about to be
As-
dead.
His wife Samantha and his new baby, and I'm sitting over the thing, and I'm like, Jesus, am I supposed to?
What the hell is this guy
Was
doing?
that like the lead up to me hitting there?
Well, you took about 10 minutes to grab a golf ball, so you made it tough on the guy.
golf club.
Yeah, golf club
I didn't
and
have a
ball
club.
and tee.
Tee. Yeah, I had nothing. What do you want from me?
Well, you didn't need that, but you could have just grabbed one.
Where?
You kind of were like searching.
Well, I was going to use one of the broken ones. I didn't want to eat up another tee. I was going
that's
to be a
why.
veteran.
That's why golf rounds take 8
Saving
hours
the earth.
because guys are grabbing tees.
I wasn't part of your
balls
7-hour golf round yesterday. That was you. That was not me.
Psychotic.
Me and AJ decided not to do that at all.
Just showed up, broke a tee in half. I broke my tee, grabbed the 9-iron, should have grabbed a 54-degree wedge probably. Yeah.
Wait, did you see the guy with the driver?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What
the
was the
trick
deal
shot
with
guy.
that? Was that- is he a trick shot guy?
I
Trick
guess.
shot
And
guy.
He got
hit a
super
fucking
close to the
terrible
green,
shot
right?
and
Oh.
Fucking
it was
sucks
cool.
at trick shots.
artists.
That was right. Didn't he get it pin high?
It was
No.
kinda high, yeah. It was kinda high.
He was,
It
he was
was
back
pretty
right corner.
It was like 30 yards right, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough
Great
shot.
event the Thunderbirds put on now.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Thank you, Thunderbird.
All right, Thielen. Good luck with everything. Thank you for the over easy
Yes.
granola bars here.
Yes, thank you.
This is incredible.
Good.
Do we got a
I
deal
love
on
it.
these or anything, or are you guys just saying fucking full price? You get to know about it.
No, we're gonna send you some.
No,
No,
people.
For the people.
The people.
People watching the
Oh,
program.
for them. Yeah.
For the people.
For the people.
The people.
For the people. There is a discount code, but I'll tweet about it because I forgot what it is.
There it is.
There we
There it
go.
is.
We'll tweet it out.
Good tease.
That
That's
baby's
a good plug for your Twitter, too.
Yeah.
At Adam, at A.
A
Thielen.
Thielen 19.
Yeah, A Thielen 19.
Hell yeah.
Now you know.
And if you follow at Mrs. T19, that's where you really find the
There you
deals.
go.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
We appreciate you. Good luck with
Yeah,
everything.
thank you.
We hope the contract works out exactly how you want it to.
Appreciate it.
We figured it out, it seems
Yeah,
like.
we already
Yeah,
did
it's
that.
already over, I
Yep.
thought.
Give him all his money.
We just need Quasey right there.
How's your relationship with him?
He's the man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the man.
Good enough.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Thielen 19 is the promo.
Okay.
Whenever you go to overeasy.com.
That was quick.
There you go, Z.
I-E-L-E-N.
I before E except after C.
True.
Boom.
Yeah, but there's some of those
I
words.
know. I'm just
Last names
are different, but that's what I always say.
19 THIELEN 19 is the promo code at overeasy.com. That was delicious. Did
All
you
right,
try
I
yours?
love it.
Not yet. I'm gonna
I
wait.
just did. It's
I'm gonna
phenomenal.
I'm
Oatmeal
trying to-
raisin was
Let's go.
unbelievable.
I'm trying to mooch a couple more from him. No, try them.
Yeah, we'll
We're
certainly
gonna
do
send
that.
we're gonna send a bunch. They're the
No,
best.
yeah, that's for later, but what
Let's
about
go.
today? Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen.
We're hungry right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man. Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, man.
See you, buddy.
Awesome golfer.
Hey, have a good one. Come to New England. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Future pro golfer.
Never know.
Definitely.
Thank you, Mr.
See you, man.
Thielen.
Boom.
See you, Lambo.
All right.
Gillette.
I believe that's the program today, boys. What do we? Oh, peanut butter?
Oh!
One more.
Oh, banana.
Here you go,
nut.
Diggs. Heads up,
Apple
Diggs.
cinnamon.
Oh my God.
I feel like we're the pigeons outside.
Yeah,
Banana
yeah.
nut. Oh,
We're just
geez,
pecking
they got
our
all
faces
kind of
off.
good.
Oh.
Good one. This is nice.
This is
Holy
the banana nut
Look at
one.
this. Look at all these.
My man.
Peanut
Oh,
butter.
Peanut
Peanut
butter.
butter.
hey, can you show your right
Oh, yeah, show your leg.
Can you show your right thigh?
Here we go. Where's the
Can you show your
camera?
right
Is that
thigh?
Adam Thielen?
Adam
Yes.
Thielen's. That's that camera's right over
Holy
there.
shit.
Hold
Hey,
on.
right that
here.
way.
Oh,
Right up
Right
there.
there. Right
camera. Camera 4.
There you go. Look at that. Zoom in.
hold that thing.
Thielen.
Wow.
Lost him in fantasy, I heard. I heard you lost him in fantasy. No. If you make the Pro Bowl, I'll get a tattoo of you.
How old? Oh,
Pretty
man.
good.
You threw
This
a-
is back
threw a
whenever-
rising fastball.
This is back when he was in like D7 college football.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
He got the tattoo. It looks exactly like
Pretty
Bob
sweet.
Ross painted it. Hey, there's a fucking banana nut.
Hey,
Apple cinnamon is
thank you.
divine.
You
Here,
need
apple
it.
cinnamon.
I need an apple
Put
cinnamon.
all
nut.
this in my bag.
It is so
No,
good.
no. Don't put it back into the thing.
No, he ripped it off.
Aaron Jones. Holy hell, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Great to see you, Aaron.
Always good to see you.
Oh,
How you
man.
feeling, man?
Feeling great. Feeling great.
What are you walking around selling right now? What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm about to go get ready for the honors. I was doing some Radio Row.
Let's go.
There we go.
What are you wearing tonight? You got anything sweet?
Yeah, I got a little plaid suit with some little shiny LV shoes.
Oh!
Gotta keep the drip on the feet.
Are you doing anything, or are you just gonna go have a good time?
Just gonna go have a good time. Hopefully, I win the Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Walter Payton.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
We voted for you.
We did.
Well,
we did.
well,
We all
some
did.
of us voted for Adam Thielen.
Oh, is that what Adam's here for?
Yeah. Thielen also.
Thielen, why wouldn't he tell us he's up for an award? What does he do? You're up for an award tonight?
Oh, yes, sir. Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Like the award.
That is the best. That's the
Yeah,
last
that's
award.
the one.
Yeah.
Hey, you're up to be the best human that the NFL has.
Congrats.
Hey, we'd be honored to be a show that talks about a league that has you as their man of the year. Because you are a fucking stallion, dude.
I
Honestly.
appreciate that. That's love.
No problem, man. Good luck out there. Do you have your speech already ready?
Straight from the heart.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Smart.
I think we should have some bullet points.
Straight from the heart. You get it from love with that.
All right, I think we should have some bullet points, but I'm excited to hear. I'm excited to hear. I think you're going to crush it. Congratulations if you win. If not, thank you for being an incredible representative of the NFL.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good to see you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Jones.
Aaron.
Thielen didn't.
I like he's just shooting from the hip.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Sweet rings, too. You see all his jewelry?
Yeah, his
those
necklaces,
are
He
awesome.
looks so cool.
Thielen didn't want to mention what he was up for.
Well,
he's too humble.
So are you giving out an award or?
Yeah,
he
or
said
winning
no?
it.
He wanted
yeah,
us
you
to
asked him
say.
winning, and he said, "No, I'm not winning anything."
He's
He
right.
needed us to be like,
Just a
Walter
classic.
Payton.
Yeah, classic Walter Payton man
Hey,
of the year.
Thielen.
Hey, Adam.
Adam. Hey, thanks for telling us you're up for an award tonight. Thank you. That was very nice of you.
The
Thank
biggest,
you.
the biggest award.
Thank you, Adam Thielen. Thank you. Oh, I'm up. When I said, are you giving out an award?
I'm a great guy.
You were doing your research.
I'm not, obviously. Obviously, I did not. Hey, good luck out there.
Good luck, Adam. Good luck,
out there,
Adam.
These people need to tell us these things.
Yeah, what the hell?
I know. What the heck?
That's a big deal.
How dare he not tell us?
Thielen is like,
I'm
yeah,
sure all
you
the other
should know, you
but
asshole.
all the other shows definitely didn't know he was up for that either, did they? They were same as us.
When you said, "Is there anything we should be asking you about?"
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I knew there was
Sorry about
something.
that.
Because as he was sitting there, I'm like, I fucking love Thielen. All right, we're chatting with Thielen over easy. Can't just be that. It has to be
Yeah.
something going on. We missed it. Brain lost it. I told you earlier, they said still on contract.
Contract,
Yeah.
right?
Contract's
We
still
took
good.
care of that.
We didn't know he was up for a goddamn award.
No.
Why are we talking about his business sense, his celebration of everything he's done for the city, for the community, for the league?
Such a good guy.
Thank you, Adam Thielen.
Thank you, Thielen.
Tell you what, if you're the Vikings, you cannot screw someone on their contract if they're Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Can't do it.
He gives a speech tonight, and at the end of it, he goes, hopefully the Minnesota Vikings are able to work out our business side to keep me around the organization. Kid from Minnesota, went to school in Minnesota, had to pay his way for a workout, wins the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I mean, it would be nice to keep that in-house.
It would be, but they might be a little salty that he uprooted his family and moved them to Orlando instead of staying in this.
Just immediately.
Can't have it.
You guys didn't know about those Gators either. Don't be so such a mark.
Yeah. Sorry, Zito pulls up the visual evidence that shows me they're real. They climb fences.
Yeah,
they climb like bears.
You're a part of the problem. We show you evidence that you are completely wrong, and you just can't accept it.
AQ, can they climb? That was a clip from Lyle Low Crocodile for sure.
No, it was.
Okay, let's not make up things like we did on pickleball court the other night.
I mean, you looked a scientist, a doctor, right in his face and said concussions aren't real.
Look at that.
What's
Boom.
that?
Two
Look
different
at
ones.
that.
Guardian caps aren't real.
Oh, I don't know. What is that?
Look where that one is on the pole. Look where this one is.
Look,
These are two different Gators.
It's the same one.
These are two different Gators.
Move your head.
You won't even look at it because you know you're wrong.
I'm looking at the monitor directly in front of me.
Your eyes
This is
stink.
your problem.
Look at the big screen.
This is a problem
I'm
with
looking
society.
right here.
We're literally watching it unfold right in front of us. Gators climb fences, and they fucking gnaw on your dog.
Oh, good. Show me the one. Yeah, of course
the
I'll
most,
eat my dog.
the
I know
most
that.
impressive part about this, if you've ever climbed a fence before, that one doesn't have the top rail on it, so the top's very, very flimsy. That's very impressive.
You need that top part to get the how you get it.
Exactly.
I used to be a pretty good little fence jumper.
Oh yeah, had to be.
Had to be. Solid fence jumper. Just like alligators are.
Amen.
It's kept me away from
So
Florida.
I got to build, 14-foot fence now?
Dude, they build those things.
14.
Well, I know they build those things.
If you use marble,
enclosures, yeah.
That's for lizards for falling off trees.
If you use marble, they
my
can't.
bad.
They can't
Not
climb up
mosquitoes or
marble
anything?
because it's too
Well,
slippy.
and gators.
Marble's too
Scorpions can
slippy.
climb.
Use marble.
Boom!
Oh,
What do you know? Look at this one.
Alligator
Trying to.
climbs
What are you doing?
fence.
Breaking your neck? Oh, I don't got one.
Nope.
And then just fucking goes away.
Alligator climbs fence. There it
It's
is.
impressive.
Right
How'd he
on
get
there.
up there?
Fuck
How'd he get up
AJ.
there?
It climbed.
How'd he get up there?
He climbed it. What do you?
No, how did he initially get his first little baby paws
I'm
on
sick of
the-
you just being a part of the problem and not
Use
a part of
his
the
tail.
answer.
What do you think?
I watched-
a human came up behind
Look
him
at
to
you.
help
Give-
give him a boost?
You
I
give
watched-
a speech and say, I've been corrected. I was wrong.
Oh, I mean, if that is true, if that video is real, I absolutely.
What do you mean?
It's on the goddamn local news.
There's
What do you
one-
mean?
Internet.
Then one alligator climbed a fence. Great. That doesn't mean all of them can.
Yeah, it does.
If it's good for the goose, it's
I
good for
don't-
the gander.
I don't know what that means.
What do you think? That was super special out here.
Let's get the hell out of here. This show has been quite a run today, and we only have one more day here.
It's wild.
It's flu this week.
It has.
Let's go early leans here before official picks. AJ?
I haven't mentioned it, but yeah, I've been on the Chiefs from the jump, I think. And it might be just because everybody's on Philly and whatever. And Carson made me feel a little bit better today, talking about Pat Mahomes.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah,
AQ,
But
he's
the
not
only way, though,
asking you yet.
the only way I think Kansas City needs to find a way to get out to an early lead. If they get out to an early lead, they respect it.
AQ, please, your
Can do it.
lean here. You've been pretty heavily Philadelphia Eagles. You changing that thought or no?
Eagles 34-21.
Whoa.
Carson Palmer doesn't know shit about fuck.
He's just going to lean
13.
towards the quarterback. They do have the quarterback advantage. I get that.
What's the points?
34-21.
13-point victory for the Eagles. Okay,
Nice.
Tone?
Because I respect the troops. Eagles.
All right, shout out to the troops.
World War II. All the boys went and fought. Steagles were formed. Steelers, Eagles together. Respect the troops. Eagles.
Okay. It's going to be tough to get him off of that, I think.
It is. Sounds like
Seems
it.
like you have planted your roots.
I respect the troops for a long time. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you have. It would be so un-American of you to
right.
even think about taking the Kansas City Chiefs.
Love you, Eagles. Love you, troops.
Hey, that's the greatest generation back then.
Oh, you're telling me, pal.
What do they do?
Fucking
Save the world?
my grandpa was at Normandy. Took shrapnel in the eye.
Did he?
Yeah. Rest in peace, Grandpa.
Your grandpa?
Yeah.
Are you old enough to have your grandpa in Normandy?
Coach's dad, yeah.
That's impressive. Tell him thank you for his service.
Yeah.
You just said rest in peace, Grandpa.
please.
Well, tell him when you're
Tell your
praying
dad.
to him.
Tell Coach.
I will
thank you
tell
for his
Coach.
service
When you're
as
praying to your grandfather, tell him we said thank you.
I will call Coach. Coach called me first thing this morning. How the fuck you getting that tournament yesterday?
What?
What are you talking about?
Well,
It's
waste
on,
management?
Yeah, it's on his bucket list. Yeah, I can't find fucking tickets anywhere.
Coach, we'll get you in there, I think. We're not going to be able to do it ever again because it's the same week as Super
Yeah.
Bowl every
Yeah.
week. So we're probably never going to do it again unless the Super Bowl comes back here. But shout out to your grandpa, Tone.
Yeah, thank you.
Rest in peace.
Thank you.
What was his name?
John.
Wasn't
Johnny Diggs.
Oh, what?
That was so disrespectful, AJ.
Because no one's ever said his real last name
DeJulia.
to me. Is that it?
DeJulia.
Okay, what does Conman call it?
Who?
His
Diggs'
last
name? Diggs.
Okay, that's what I know you as.
Sue me.
Sorry.
Yeah, so why'd you have to go slanderous with
Because
the
I've been here
Zuliolini?
3 years, and there's still probably 4 or 5 guys who I don't know your real names.
Well, that's because you're not a good teammate.
You don't ask.
I mean, Zito's name nobody knows.
No, yeah,
True.
That's true. He's a mystery, though.
Ty, which way you leaning, pal?
I've been on the
Obama.
Eagles all week because I love Sirianni, but too many people like the Eagles. I'm
Whoa.
officially switching to
Oh.
the Chiefs as of today.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
We'll find out where you're at tomorrow. You know,
good.
people can get
That's my
late
pickleball
feelings.
team.
They can.
Connor Campbell, your thoughts?
Yeah, similar to Ty, I believe Monday. I said I'm switching to the Chiefs, and I have not backed off that. And similar to Tone, because I support the troops. Chiefs.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
Chiefs.
Is it because they say, the
Home
of
the Chiefs. Yeah, and
Interesting. I'll be excited to see where we all land tomorrow.
Where are you leaning?
Yeah.
I think it's been pretty apparent where I am.
Philly. What's the score?
No,
Isn't this a program where we talk about football?
not necessarily Philly.
that was not the way he was leaning.
I don't think it's been. I think I've been pretty.
You're worried.
Yeah, dude. I've been saying 76, the biggest game of the year.
But why do you care about all those marks that have money on another team?
I just, the sports book's not moving. Like, for me, it just feels weird.
Yeah.
Just feels very weird.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if it seems like it might be, as far as money line wise, because it's like minus 120 Eagles right now, like plus 105 Chiefs. It might be a pick 'em by game time.
Yeah, that last 2 hours
Yeah.
leading up to kickoff.
1.5 basically.
I'm
gonna
trying to
be-
remember. I'm trying to
what
remember back last year. Did we
It was
waver at all?
It was 4.5, 5.5. No, I think we were pretty strong on the Bengals pretty much all week, I feel like.
Were we?
Yeah, because
What was the
remember,
line?
remember
4.5, 5.5.
the Hammer
Yeah.
Down Boys is like the Bengals.
Yeah,
they're
they're good
gamblers.
They're good gamblers.
You're right.
Come on.
You're right.
Fuck. So I'm trying not to make the same mistake. Tomorrow I'll make my official pick.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
As we all will. Remember, you could sleep on it and change your mind.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Always. I always
Watch some
reserve
tape.
that right. We'll watch some tape tonight, Con man.
What,
Yeah.
pickleball?
No,
Yeah.
football.
Pickleball. team.
Unless Mahomes and Kelsey play pickleball together.
And I assume they're going to be good.
Now
Yeah,
watch
they
tape
would
of
be
that.
sweet.
Can you imagine Kelsey with his length
Yeah.
at the net?
Big thanks to everybody that stopped by today. Kelsey was on one of them, but we hope someday he will stop by again. Adam Thielen, Stephen A. Smith, Carson Palmer, Taylor Heinicke, Brian Urlacher, Steve
What?
Mariucci, Dr. Alan Sills, TJ Watt, Bruce Arians,
What?
Adam Pacman Jones, Sean Payton,
George Kittle.
George Kittle,
Jeez.
Aaron
Jones.
Aaron Jones. Had Adam
Thielen's dude with the tattoo on his quad.
That
Yeah,
guy.
Adam Thielen, tattoo guy. with the
Urlacher.
Christy
and
Clem.
and-
Christy
Yeah.
Clem.
Border Patrol.
Yeah, he's stacked some.
I saw Warren Sharp walking around.
We did. He's, yeah.
I did see Warren.
Yep.
He
All right, let's
invented
get the
hip
hell
drop.
out of here. All right, let's get to, no, it
Have you ever heard that term, the hip drop tackle? I never heard
was
of it.
made on the internet.
He made it up.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Well,
made
he
it up.
invented the game, though.
Okay,
so-
but
Yeah, exactly.
I know. What the
Hammer
show's
Don is in like 10 minutes, I do believe. What time is it on the clock?
Yeah, we could do it.
140.
Okay, so in 10 minutes, we'll have a Hammer Don to shut down our last hour here on this FanDuel stage. We have some stuff
Nope.
to go take.
I'm getting
Bruce
a sign
is
this
giving you
month.
like slit throat movement.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Jill also gave one of these. Oh, fuck. she's standing right
You
here.
got,
I watched her do it.
Ways to win it.
Oh, really?
Wait, what time does Ways to Win start?
More ways to win. Do they really?
Yeah.
Two.
Wow, so if we would have ever gone the full length,
Yeah, Jill would have fucking blew a gasket.
it would have, Jill's awesome.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Jill is an absolute dog.
Yeah.
But that was set up for failure then, it sounds like.
Very much so.
Okay, cool. So no Hammer Down. We'll remember that for tomorrow as we get the fuck out of here.
What's
early.
that?
Some I just heard Gumpy.
Goopy.
Gump, pal.
Nope.
We heard him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
yeah.
I don't know if Zito has a soundboard.
Gumpy!
Oh, there he is.
Look at ZD up on the top corner over there. Gump, can you hear us?
Talk.
Can't hear you.
All right. Good
Gumpy,
run.
you're ready to run, bub. Gumpy, you're ready to run. Hey, baby, Gumpy! We can hear you.
He's 15 seconds behind, I think.
Urlacher told us how to get you here.
Hey, we're
Don't
going to put a
worry.
sticker on your chest. It's going to
Yeah.
have a phone number on it. It's going to be AJ's phone number.
Yep.
When you get in, they're going to call AJ. AJ's going to be like, bring him to the house. You're going to come to the house. And then you're good. It's great to have you, Gump.
Love you, Gump. Miss you, Gump.
Welcome back to America, Gump.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's what happened yesterday.
All right, so that's why we're not doing a Hammer Don.
Okay.
We do apologize to the Hammer Don fans, which we are.
Oh, yeah.
Big thanks to AQ, AJ, all the boys. Let's get the fuck out of here. We got big meeting tonight.
Hell yeah.
Big
go.
meetings.
Let's
A
go.
lot of how you doings. What's the future look like? What are you thinking about? What are we thinking about? What do we want to focus on? What do we not want to do more of? It's awesome. Super Bowl is incredible. Radio Row here has been fantastic. Tomorrow will be the same as today. A lot of guests, a lot of conversations, and we'll make our official picks. You all are the best people. Oh, no. We got to do a giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, Q.
Kush?
All right, here we go. Drain it.
How many people? You make this on the first shot.
First shot?
Yeah.
15? We like 15?
Okay. I'm not going to get up and get the rebound.
What if I miss? Does it drop? Does
Nobody.
It drop
Nobody wants. It's not a possibility. You'll make it.
Come on, Al.
All or nothing.
15 people.
Don't be short. Don't be short.
500 outs. We'll retweet this video, say something nice to somebody, and put their cash tag in the same reply so we can pay you officially on Cash App. If AQ Shipley can go 1 of 1 with the great little one, Fisher-Price basketball hoop. No pressure, AQ. Here live in the city that you've called home. 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion. All the eyes are upon your big, bald, dumb dome. Here we go. Hall of
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I got Phil.
Phil's back.
Phil is distracting in the background with a noodle arm type scenario. CFO Phil wants no winners. CFO Phil doesn't want 15 people to win $500. AQ's thought about it a lot. Is that going to change a style or strategy? Is he already in his own head? We shall see as AQ attempts the impossible. 1 of 1 from the Fisher-Price hoop.
Come on, Kush.
Joe New.
Ooh,
that was good.
Bonus ball. Same result, same amount of winners. You get a bonus ball because the rebound was perfect. Hey, Q.
I told you not to come short.
Lay out.
I told you not to come short.
Yeah, you're right.
That was going to be in.
I told you not to come short.
Yeah, if the hoop was 3
Always
foot closer,
come on.
yeah.
Always come
Bonus
on.
ball. Bonus ball from
Bonus
this guy.
ball, bonus ball, bonus ball, bonus ball. 10 people.
You got long arms.
Wow.
That was good reach.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
good reach. Combine
Michael
time
Jordan,
would have paid off a
28
little
inches.
bit. Maybe do go back 12 years.
Why do you keep coming
This guy's
short?
never going to make a shot.
You keep coming
That's the
short.
way it is. Tomorrow, big giveaway, hopefully.
Yeah.
With other people. Thanks, AQ.
Thanks, Kush.
Hope you're happy.
Fucking asshole.
More ways to win is on this stage here in about 10 minutes or so. I hope you all watch that. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow. Say something nice to somebody. Goodbye.